Alright, I just hit record on mine.
Same.
So I was, yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
Alright, so, and
Am I doing the intro?
3, I'm gonna do it. I don't trust you.
I can do it. I'm gonna do it.
You're not doing it.
Keep
You
it
do it.
in.
No, I never do intros. Let me do the
This is
intro.
the intro. Well,
One.
this is the intro, basically.
Yo, yeah, Darko's gonna
Yeah.
cut this in as the intro.
I always did it.
Yeah, it's true.
Welcome.
Are we doing the Sup Nerds?
We have to do
No,
something.
this is like not a real episode though.
Alright, sup nerds, welcome to what might turn into episode 14 or 13, I don't know what, of Powerful Power Metal Podcast.
It's like episode 13A.
13A.
We'll figure that out
It's a
later.
summer
We're figuring
episode.
that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are here in the IRL physical studio right after day one of Progpower USA 20.
You know how physical it is?
Ow. Ow.
That's how physical
Were you
it is.
just...
That's a good one.
It sounds like you're jacking me off.
Well, I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Yes, what is left.
What happens in Atlanta stays in Atlanta.
This is the
Except for what's
worst
recorded.
episode.
Yeah.
So anyway,
We're all here in Atlanta.
So tonight we've got Darko,
Hello.
Zelda fan,
that's me.
special guest Drunk Ben Lacey,
Yeah.
Coil,
Yes.
Pizor,
Oh.
some throwbacks, and Tipsy Biscuit at the range.
I think you're beyond tipsy, but we'll
Tipsy
see.
is calling you lively.
No, I'm very tipsy. I have come down. It's
Sure.
good.
Mm-hmm.
We're gone up.
You're wearing a Hammerfall shirt, so...
That's
Gotta
just
be
because it's the
pretty
only shirt that I have.
Nope,
That I'm not
that's
planning on
fucking
wearing
greatest
later
intro
this
ever.
week.
Okay.
The
So,
only shirt for the entire trip. You're gonna let that soak in all.
I
the
have
sweat.
other shirts.
He's
I'm
gonna let
wearing
it
Demon Bitch
stew,
on
man.
Friday with 4 dates.
Spoilers.
That made it sound weird. We're coordinating Demon Bitch shirts on Friday. We're not like sharing a shirt. That'd be weird.
That'd be weird.
It would be possible, though.
Coordinating,
it would be
yeah.
possible.
But she's a lot smaller than I am. I don't think we could wear the same
Get
shirt.
a shirt the size
Unless
of
it's my
me.
shirt. But who knows? Anyway.
we're recording this train wreck of an episode after day one of Progpower. It is 3:22 in the morning. I don't know why we're still up, but we thought it'd be a fun idea to record our thoughts of each day of the show after the craziness had started to settle down. So here we are. And so, guys, how do you feel about day one of Progpower so far?
Let's start.
Darko.
Okay, I'll start.
Let's go.
So, I don't understand your U.S. people audiences, why you all stand still while your favorite band is playing, but it was pretty cool, I guess.
Not everyone was standing still. There was,
Everyone was standing still.
No,
at
we
the
definitely
Iron Hill.
stand still.
well, it depends. I mean, there's like people like throwing the horns and headbanging and singing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're in
that's
South
not-
America.
Do you want more moshing? I think moshing is more prevalent in
that's
South
what
America.
I mean, yeah.
And this is a power metal show. You don't get that much there.
Yeah, no,
There's not much
you
watching
people
in
are
Metal.
weird. That's so faint.
Especially the proggy bands. Proggy bands aren't going to get shit.
Well, I understand with prog events, but we had like we didn't get it. I don't know. Well, so the bands that we saw today were first Rust the Boss, and then we saw Glory Hammer, and then we saw Nocturnal Rites, and then there was Voyager. And if I'm gonna start with this, I'm actually not really familiar with all of that Manowar stuff or anything, but it was cool. Old school heavy metal.
I thought it was a solid opener.
It was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
There wasn't a lot of people. I was expecting a lot more people even for the opener because it was sold out and because I didn't know who Voyager was. And then it was nice. And we want to just go each of us for each band?
Or should we just get our general thoughts on each band,
Okay,
I
so
guess.
I think that this day didn't have a lot for me. In general, I enjoyed Glory Hammer's show, and I wasn't in the mood for what Voyager does, so I kind of skipped on that.
Fair.
But it was a nice experience.
Zelda fan.
Yeah, so yeah, we started with Ross the Boss. Didn't know most of the Manowar stuff that they played. I knew some of it. I think my favorite part of them was their singer, very high energy. Met him after the show, very nice guy. I wish I knew his name.
Do you remember his name?
Does anyone know his name?
That's a dumb question asking Drunk Ben Lacey.
We could have Googled it many times by now, but we didn't.
How did we do that?
This is the unedited thingy.
You're getting raw power tonight,
Raw
folks.
power.
Raw power.
Powerful.
Free range.
Organic,
All right.
homegrown. Anyway, so yeah, after Ross the Boss was Glory Hammer.
Glory Hammer. Yeah.
Unironically, Glory Hammer is one of the bands I was most excited to see because they're the type of band who, even though they're like overly popular, low level, entry level power metal, I know they can put on a hell of a good show. Their songs are very sing along, anthemic type stuff. Get the crowd going, which is like my favorite kind of show. I describe them as being sort of like WWE mixed with power metal because they're all doing the characters and they have these bits that they do where it's like, oh, they're fighting the goblin or the wizard, and it's just good fun. So I was very, very pleased with seeing Glory Hammer, even though they did have a lot of sound issues, especially early on. Thomas's microphone was legit off during the first like 70% of Rise of the Chaos Wizards.
Yeah.
Although turning it back on for the last chorus was kind of cool, I suppose.
Yeah, it was 100% off until the last course started, and then he realized that it wasn't on.
And then we were talking to Chris Bose afterward, and I guess like their mixing or their in-ear monitors were like totally fucked up. So like they would hear like only the guitars or only the synths, and just nothing made sense. And so they were like off key, and the crowd didn't give a shit. They were just going with it. But I think the band was freaking out. But I was very happy with their performance. One thing I didn't expect was just how much of a beast Chris is on the keyboards when he's actually playing, going for it. He's not just getting drunk and memeing around. He's putting on a show.
He's a
Also
legit
getting
player.
drunk.
He's also
getting drunk.
he is getting drunk. Don't get me
But
wrong.
he's a legit keyboard player.
He is getting drunk and
lives in
memeing
that.
around for sure, but he's also a fucking monster on the keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
and
tickling
he's
those
really
ivories.
into it. That was nice to watch.
He's doing like trick keyboard shit where he like gets down on his knees and plays the keyboard.
Yeah, it's a very dedicated performer. So then next up was Nocturnal Rites. They're a band going in. I knew that they existed, and I have listened to them, but I don't remember a damn thing about them. But
You remembered all the choruses though.
I didn't know the choruses. I just kind of hummed the general tune because I didn't know the fucking lyrics.
You were singing.
I was pretending to sing.
Oh, okay.
I was getting into it with the crowd.
Yeah.
So we started this one up in the bleachers, or whatever the seats would be called. But
Also, we definitely took small micro naps.
we were recharging. We had to recharge.
Very small micro naps.
It's like I was getting.
during the first 3 to 4 songs.
I was tired. I needed to get my strength back.
Micronaps.
But the songs were like, hey, these songs are really good, and like the crowd's getting really into it. I need to be there. I need to feel this energy. That's why we came to Progpower, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Mr. Biscuit and I got back in there, and we were having a hell of a good time. Nocturnal Rites really surprised me with just the energy that their performance had. I need to make sure I check out their music after the event is over.
To piggyback on that before it's my turn, Nocturnal Rites was also the first band to play that had 2 guitars. And I
Oh
think
yeah,
that-
right.
Yep. I think that really helped a lot. I think Glory Hammer would definitely benefit from having a second guitar live.
Or a first one. Hey!
The second guitar for Glory Hammer would really like help them drive in their quote unquote riffs. I would keep it a little more high energy. But back to Nocturnal Rites. Second guitar was great. 2 guitars, 2 words, 2 gettons.
2 gettons.
maybe. I don't know.
This is the dumbest fucking meme.
That wasn't forced at all.
But yeah, I don't know any Nocturnal Rites songs. Some of the choruses sounded vaguely familiar, but they were real fun to headbang to. I got into like a little crowd next to all the troublemaking mosh pit kids that kept like crowd surfing against the rules and whatnot.
The people next to us were really cool during that.
Yeah, no.
They were our bros.
Yeah, all of our people around us during Nocturnal Rites were super cool. I hope we see them again. I remember their faces. It'll be a good time.
Nocturnal Rites also had like at least 5 last songs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They kept milking it.
Yeah, like they said, oh, this is the last song, and then I was the only person in the audience that yelled, one more song!
They were like halfway through the set.
And
the
then,
first time
it
did
was
that.
only halfway through the set, so they put like 5 more. Oh, 100% on me. They wouldn't have done it without me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They went, oh, I guess we're just done.
For the biscuit.
Yo, that guy who just said he wants
Yeah.
another song. I guess
That's,
we
you gotta
keep
do
going.
it.
That-
Also, they had like a bag full of fucking guitar picks.
Oh, they were tossing out fucking handfuls.
Yeah.
It was like
They had
fucking
like a bag
candy.
of them. It
Right
was
at
ridiculous.
right at the start, they started tossing. Like,
It was great.
You guys are gonna run out.
Like everyone
It was
and their
insane.
mom got a guitar pick.
I got a guitar pick.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Some random dude in front of me got extra guitar picks and he
But
just
now
gave me a
it's
guitar
not
pick.
special.
I don't care. I got a guitar pick.
It's in my wallet.
I'm gonna go buy a
It
guitar,
was fun.
learn how to play, and use that guitar pick. I'm gonna be as good as the fucking guitarist for Nocturnal
We're gonna
Rites.
start
That
a
guy was
Nocturnal
insane.
Rites, Nocturnal Rites cover band, starring Zelda Fan and Larry Biscuit.
Yeah.
Daytime.
Daytime lefts. Yes.
Daytime Lefts.
What,
Alright.
there is an actual word for opposite of nocturnal. I
It's
don't-
like supernal or something.
it's dumb is what it is. So
Daytime.
I agree.
Person.
daytime lefts. We sorted this out already.
And then after Nocturnal Rites was Voyager.
Voyager, who was the proggiest
That's
of the night.
Voyager is a like can of worms, right?
Voyager.
Voyager was a lot of things.
They did all the things.
They were the headliner tonight, so they had the longest show.
I
so-
didn't know what Voyager was
I-
for about
Range
an
down in
hour.
Africa.
Yeah, so we listened to the first couple songs, weren't feeling it. Some people went to get food. Some of us dipped out and partied with Chris Bose for a bit.
Yep.
He gave us a spoiler alert. He said, okay, yo, when they do a bass solo, I'm going to come in with my guitar. And we're like, whoa. So we saw, we saw them doing the bass solo, and then we headed back in, and lo and behold, like, their singer starts busts out his guitar, and then Chris Bose comes out with his guitar, and they start dueling guitars, which was really sick.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
So-
it was the first guitar battle ever at Progpower, according to some announcer guy.
The singer of Voyager said
Singer?
that. Yeah.
I don't know if was it the singer or was it like a Progpower guy?
I think it was the singer.
The singer had the long hair to one side.
He had he was so progressive. He had an undercut,
It wasn't even an undercut. It was like
It was the Skrillex haircut.
but
he had it like cut down, like the left side of his head was shaved,
Yeah. The Skrillex.
and the right side was like
super long.
waist length.
But so Voyager, they were a voyage, is what I would say. They
Oh
did a
yeah,
lot.
that's a good. That's
They
good.
they did a lot of stuff.
They were all over the place. They started with like electro pop dancey stuff.
Yeah.
And then they eventually transitioned into like dark synth kind of stuff.
And then it got really chunky, kind of like
Yeah,
prog metal.
they got a little genty. And then they're like, hey, we're gonna do a medley.
This is the best part.
And so they started the medley. They're doing all these songs that people know. Next thing you know, they start doing All Star by Smash Mouth.
I was dying laughing at this
So
point.
I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. I'm into this. They've got a sense of humor. They know what's up.
After that, it was
And
Sandstorm by Darude.
They did Darude Sandstorm after that.
I got pretty hyped at that.
Do we have video of that?
I got a little bit of it.
Okay.
I
We
can
got
upload it
some
to
video.
somewhere.
We'll put that up at some point.
And what else did they do?
And then after that, they did Toto Africa.
They blessed those rains down in Africa.
They blessed the rains hard, my dude.
There was a lot of blessing rains. So
Like,
they said they're contractually obligated to do this, and I don't doubt that because the promoters for Progpower spent like a solid month or two just posting nothing but Africa memes.
which is cool. Africa memes are all right. I'm
Are
really
they?
on the Africa train. I'm a big fan of this song.
It's a fine song, and I'm glad that they played it. And they also brought out like the whole staff to like
Yeah.
dance along to it, which was neat.
No, they didn't bring out the staff to dance along to Africa.
It was
like
some song.
Some
What
big,
song do they dance
big
along to?
booty something.
Something or other, but
Booty bitches.
I don't know if it
Something.
was big booty. They didn't say bitches.
The finale.
it wasn't even the finale. They still had like 3 power metal songs after that.
Yeah, and then then after that they did some more prog, and then they went back to their power metal roots and played White Shadow.
White Shadow, I think was the name of it.
White Shadow, I think is the name of
And
the
then
song.
they had like the Revolution or something like
and
that.
then they did an encore.
Yeah, the encore was also kind of powery. So,
Yeah, it was very prog power. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, proggy AF. I don't know if they're totally my thing. I think I was more into the weird meme stuff than the actual music
Yeah.
that they played.
My big takeaway is I didn't think I would like Voyager at all, but once we got back out onto their set, and I was sitting down in the bleachers, and I was relaxed. I was sipping a beer, sitting next to my boy Kyle, Zelda.
That's me.
Whoops. Sitting next to my boy Zelda. I realized this is exactly what I needed to end my first night of Progpower. It was exactly the space of mind I needed to be put into.
But your night didn't end there
No, it did not end there.
No, it didn't.
at all.
No, that's a story for another time.
Is that? Do we continue with that story, or we got more drinks? We met more people. Our friend Ben got way too drunk. Isn't that right, Ben?
Yes.
Yes.
I think he's mostly fine at this point, but this point is also like
He's getting
3
there.
hours later.
Ben is nice. Ben is a nice human being. He's a role model.
Model citizen.
Role model father.
He's our father figure, and he's trying to keep up with his kids.
So do we miss anything? Or do you guys have any other thoughts on day one so far?
I want to say
Pizza,
that.
what did you hate?
Pizza, what did you hate?
That was a great start. Well, I fell asleep during Nocturnal Rites.
Oh, we all did.
Quite literally.
We already said that though. We all did.
Yeah, but it was like the entire second half.
I blame
Yeah, like we were
was
sitting
out.
for the whole thing, and
Yeah, I noticed
first-
that.
When he did the first, this is the last song, I went to Darko
Yeah.
and was like, hey, they're finishing soon, wake up. And they didn't. I'm like, okay.
You should have stood up with us because we were into it. We had tons of energy.
After the micro nap.
Okay, so the thing is that
Nice.
The nap was needed.
sitting at a metal show to me is like, okay, energy goes down to -10. I shouldn't be sitting down, so I just go into nap mode. It's just like that.
You gotta
But-
recuperate somehow.
The thing is that whenever I was paying attention, the music was very hard rocky, like background music on a bar. I didn't feel like actually going to the pit and whatever, so I was dozing off, honestly. I like 2 songs from the start of the set. I have no idea the names, but I looked for them. They were the fast ones, and one at the end.
Yeah, I need to look up their set
And
list.
I wasn't feeling Voyager at all. Like I wasn't in the mood for the stuff that they started with, so I bailed. Sorry.
They were kind of all over the place. So I mean, it was definitely
Very
interesting.
surprising because as a band, they weren't really like that on all their albums.
Yeah.
So it's
I need to
surprising.
check out their albums and see what they're actually like.
They're-
You
yeah,
know-
and from what I didn't actually go, but from what I've heard from you guys, they sound completely different from all the albums, the 3 albums I've heard.
Feralis, our buddy, would really like them. I think if he doesn't already know them, because he's like a
Would he?
huge fan of Haken.
Yeah.
Haken.
I saw a guy with a Haken shirt.
Yeah.
However you pronounce it, huge fan of that, and there were a lot of moments where I'm like, oh wow, these guys are like really Haken-y.
Haken.
But that's
super proggy.
just the prog, I guess.
I like how proggy is a word that we start using.
Voyager, Australia.
So, yeah.
So,
Let's go around and everyone rate their day 1 or day.
I
yeah,
want
have 5 of these days.
to mention a thing first. Like I really like the way the festival is set up. The fact that we can go out and in at any time, and there's still food in there. Any festival I've been to, you don't get the kind of like we had pizzas there that were really nice, and there was this tacos.
Tacos are pretty good.
and
Yeah, food and alcohol,
good drinks,
decent,
and,
not unreasonably priced.
and functioning bathrooms, and just the fact that you can go out and have a meal elsewhere if you want, and you can come back in at any point during the day, and it's so long. That was really nice, and the fact that the place actually has a functioning AC that can keep
Yes.
you relatively
Yes.
cool. Besides the point that we're in the middle of the fucking dump.
Poor Atlanta.
They,
Fine Atlanta. Any Atlanta people here.
Yeah.
Atlanta's great.
I
Sorry,
have really
Atlanta.
enjoyed Atlanta as someone from
Yeah,
Phoenix,
Atlanta-
Arizona.
Atlanta is
I have
cool.
thought it was. I thought it was beautiful all day.
yeah, I would. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and-
I like the place, but I'm not used to this. I don't like the heat, so that's not your fault. But I don't like the heat. But the venue had an AC working that I couldn't believe that actually kept us cool.
Also,
That's great.
I loved how the venue is partitioned. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you go into the stage area and it's got stadium seating and it's got the stage and it's got the floor and all that shit. And then there are legitimate like 75% soundproof doors because you can't be 100% soundproof.
It's like a
That'd be
proper
infeasible.
theater.
Yeah, it's like a proper theater. right?
It's a proper theater, yeah.
Like you go out the doors and then it's relatively quiet
And you can
in the
talk
bar
without problem.
bathroom hangout food area. It was super nice.
They even have TVs showing what the band's currently doing, so we could keep an eye on Voyager even while we were talking to whoever.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah.
what would you guys say was your favorite thing or your most surprising thing? Or what's your takeaway from day one?
Just what I just said.
All right. Well, okay. Well, not counting you, obviously.
What about you? Zelda.
I would say my favorite thing was Glory Hammer. I thought that was a ton of fun. Most surprising thing, just would be either how much I enjoyed Nocturnal Rites or just the memes and shit from Voyager. That was something. I'm glad I didn't bail early and I was able to experience that.
Can I drop Ailstorm leaks that Chris told us?
I would say no.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't do that.
I'll cut that. No Ailstorm leaks here.
Chris didn't say shit.
Chris Bose is exactly like I expected him to be.
Nice guy.
He's real nice. He like I described our reaction or our interactions earlier. I'm like, he's like me but with musical talent.
Whoa.
Like I said
We're
on
suddenly best friends.
like I said on multiple occasions, Chris may be a shitty piece of shit meme lord, but he is very good at what he does. Like we said earlier, he plays keyboard phenomenally well. He's a very nice guy. When Ben introduced us, I'm like, "Hey, I'm Larry. I banned your ass," and he's like, "Yeah, high five."
You know that 80% of the people listening to this don't know what that means?
I banned him on Reddit. His band, yeah, whatever. But yeah, it was good. He's a real nice guy. He felt very genuine. We talked about a couple different things, not necessarily just his stuff, but it was a good time. It was exactly what I expected him to be.
That's nice.
Which isn't a bad thing at all.
I should have said hi. Peter.
What did you least hate?
Damn it. This is gonna be my thing.
Yes.
The vocalist for Ross the Boss.
Oh, he was really good.
Really good.
He was 100% spot on for Manowar.
Hitting that stuff that Eric does really well, but not sounding like he's just copying him.
Yeah, we actually talked about that with him.
That's exactly what we talked
Yeah,
about.
at the bar after.
Damn it!
Yeah, I was like, hey
Missed the
man,
best
I don't know what your
stuff.
name is, but you sound
Now
exactly
we need
like
something
him,
else
but
to
different.
talk about.
And we talked about how it's like a cover band but not, / a tribute band but not, because it's
Well,
Ross the Boss's stuff.
Because
he wrote
got
it.
the hell out of there.
Yeah. he wrote all of it, but it's not the band technically. But yeah. And what a cover / tribute band should do for the source material. Should they just be a carbon copy? Should they put a spin on it? That sort of thing. Like make it their own versus just 100% tribute.
Really, he really brought the energy. It can't be easy being the first band of the first day, and maybe not everyone's even shuffled in yet, and you're just giving it 110%.
They're also quite a bit different than a lot of the style. Like a lot of the other band styles, they're much more.
This is
classic
more straight
style
heavy metal, yeah.
Versus much
and
more modern.
especially
styles.
Manowar.
Power.
Manowar is such a divisive band anyway. People either love Manowar or people absolutely
or you're just
hate
afraid
Manowar.
of yourself.
There isn't a middle ground.
Everyone
on
loves
Manowar.
Manowar.
Band ever.
There is not a middle ground on Manowar fans. You either really love them or hate
Or
'em.
you're afraid.
Or you're afraid of yourself. Yeah.
Get it in.
I'm terrified of myself, so I will not be hailing or killing.
Ben,
Hailing Odin, though.
Yeah, I hail Odin. Yeah.
what's your take on the day, Ben?
Yeah, Ben, hot take, day one.
Day one, awesome.
Ben's a regular. Yeah.
Sort of.
Third year. Manowar, not too familiar, but fucking killer set. Glory Hammer. I was looking forward to that, and it was awesome. Thomas, killer stage presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the
He's a
stage
good frontman.
antics.
He really gets the crowd going. everything I was hoping for.
I remember some older footage. He didn't sound too good live, but he seemed pretty good now.
He sound good. They all, because they all sang a bit, they sounded very good.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was some older footage where he sounded just way off.
Yeah, I saw.
I can imagine that.
It's probably just, you know, being a bit newer to touring, but
Yeah.
it definitely seems like he's improved a lot.
There's some footage of them at Wacken a couple years ago where
Yeah,
he sounds
that's
totally
quality.
off, but Chris apparently said that, again, their like in-ear monitors weren't working, and when that happens, Tom just kind of goes for it and he fucks his voice. And
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can totally
Like he goes
see that.
hard if he can't hear himself,
Yeah,
so that he
because-
can hear himself over everything else.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what wrecks you.
Yeah,
Energy.
because like if you can't hear yourself, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
We need to get Glory Hammer a decent monitor mixer guy.
We know this firsthand from karaoke yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
man.
yeah. Nova Era, that's a loud song.
Full Moon.
Gotta sing loud.
We did like all like your power metal bangers right there.
Yeah.
Man, I only sang for like part of Bohemian Rhapsody, and my throat still hurts.
I was saying like
See,
every Glory Hammer song.
I don't even remember doing Bohemian Rhapsody, so.
There'll be some footage on our page, probably.
You should have seen it because I posted some of the stuff already.
Some of it's posted. I think we're gonna get more.
It was a good time.
Oh my.
It was a
I
good
apparently have
time.
more video than the rest of you.
Yeah, there was a lot of good. There's a bunch of hidden gems.
Yeah.
Very hidden gems.
that are
Soon
gonna
to be unhidden.
Soon to be uncovered. Yes. Stay tuned to our social media channels
Not so
so you can.
And then Coil, how was your day in Atlanta?
Very relaxing driving Darko up from Tampa, Florida.
You're the best,
Very
buddy.
Yes, very relaxing.
Coil's not going until day 3.
No, I'm actually
No,
not going.
He's not going.
Oh right, you're not going at all.
Yep, just came here for vacation.
Just hanging out.
He's hanging out with the boys,
Holding the fort.
having a nice time.
Yeah, relaxing, not in
Yeah.
the heat.
Enjoying the fireplace in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very glorious bathroom.
he's just hanging out. Good time. He went to the after party. Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
that's
we-
where we'll
very-
find Coil.
yeah,
right?
We're gonna sneak you guys into the after party every day.
Quote unquote sneak. You just kind of walk.
You just walk in.
Yeah.
Look like a metal dude. No one's gonna question it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so strange because the Artmore is just this quaint little hotel, and then just this onslaught of guys with long hair and black shirts.
Well, like no one even goes inside. It's just in the
Beards.
courtyard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
makes sense because it's filled with people that go to Progpower. So
Yeah,
they
so this is the
actually
closest
stay there.
hotel.
And actually, in the when you go into the little yard, I saw they had a little sign like welcoming all the people that came to
Nice.
Progpower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see
Nice.
Yeah, probably it's just full of all the half the people there are staying there, so it's nice that this happens. We talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm really only one day, but I am really enjoying the whole vibe.
This is
Yeah.
a great.
Everyone's
great
really
vacation.
nice, but that's just metal in general. Like
Thing is-
in my experience, people in metal are super nice, even if they're really elitist. They're still very nice people.
And like, but like at the after party, like this is after like 6+ hours of metal.
Yeah.
Probably a few at least beers, and
People are still
it's like
super
1 in the
nice.
morning, and everyone's
into it.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It's a good vibe. Also, Galnerius is here next year, so I'm definitely coming back.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to talk
That's a
about.
little bit
All
of
right,
a-
we mentioned that.
like help, but like even if Galnerius wasn't here next year, I would definitely consider making this
A yearly
a thing.
thing, yeah.
Thing, yeah. Just after one day, we have now almost created a tradition for Larry.
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm very sold after just one
Like
day.
me
how
and
it
Zelda
goes.
are definitely coming back next year. Ben's coming back next year. Who knows about other people?
And
but
they announced Galnerius is going to be there.
yeah, Galnerius.
Yeah, that's a huge
Galnerius is
thing.
what the
That's
not
insane.
even the closer on day 2. I don't remember who the closer is. It wasn't as good as Galnerius.
It was Evergrey.
But yeah, I don't know anything about Evergrey. No offense to Evergrey if they're listening.
They're fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know
they're
anything
very
about
people.
you. But Galnerius, whew,
Man,
That's a one-night only show.
But imagine if they also had Yama B in there too. What a show.
like
Imagine that.
Galnerius is not gonna play any other dates in the
Japanese
country.
Pelican scene.
I'm 100% sure. So it's gonna be a good time.
Just watch their visas get fucked up. And
Yeah, right.
I would hope not.
Oh, no.
It's been a recent string of.
Also, day
problems.
one is like crazy stacked.
they had Iron Mask.
Iron Mask, Secret Sphere, and 2 other bands that I can't recall right now.
Mayan.
So stacked that you can't
Oh,
even
Myra.
remember.
Wasn't that day 2?
Mayan. I think it was.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
They had
Iron
Tomorrow's
Maiden.
Eve, Pretty Maids.
Pretty Maids.
Pretty
was the
Maids,
closer
yeah.
for the
Pretty
first
Maids,
day.
Mayan.
You're handling your.
Pretty Maids
phone.
is a huge act.
I think I'm missing
That was
one.
Ronnie Atkins, right? Yes.
My
Day 1 is Iron Mask, Secret Sphere, Insomnium with Pretty
I
Maids
think so.
headline.
Yes.
So that's a really big list.
and then what's day 2?
And then Thursday is Tomorrow's Eve, which seems to be a supergroup kind of thing. It's got Portnoy in it.
They had the members of the band like named during the video.
Yeah. And then Mayan, which is like an even bigger supergroup.
Is it?
I never heard.
There
of
were like 10 people on stage in the promotional video.
I don't think it's not a super group. It's just a large group.
Like,
Could be.
band could be the real frontline.
And then Evergrey and Galnerius. Other way around. Galnerius and then Evergrey.
I want to see Galnerius.
Yeah. Galnerius is kind of just overshadowing everything for me right
Yeah.
now.
Send
Like, that's an amazing get. I'm super impressed on that.
Send Galnerius to South America, please.
Yeah, and that's Progpower 20. That'll be the 20th one.
Apparently 25 is supposed to be like
25 's-
fucking batshit insane.
25 is supposed to be insane. 20 is also supposed to be up there. So I don't think we find out day 3 and 4 gigs until a couple more days.
Friday.
But Friday, so I'm looking forward to that. Any more thoughts to wrap up day 1, boys? It's almost 4 a.m.
This went a lot longer than planned.
Yeah, we would say like let's do a short 10-minute thing, and it's been
This ended up being like a full episode.
31 minutes.
So we're just gonna end up having this massive episode from
Pretty
this
much.
vacation.
Maybe we
I'll go
can.
We can edit it
Because
down.
we also have to
No,
have-
so this will be like
let's have to
14A.
We also have to have a Halloween impression.
And then we'll do 14B and 14C and 14D and 14E. So look forward to Progpower Days 2, 3, 4, and Pumpkins United in Chicago, Illinois, United States of America.
Stay powerful for another week of us going fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of random content.
We need to be telling ourselves to stay powerful at this point. We need it.
Is the final day, the final episode, just gonna be us going? Oh,
That's part of this experiment.
So good.
Is like every day we're gonna get weaker.
Yeah, no,
We
we're
were-
going to stay powerful.
We're gonna stay powerful, boys.
Stay powerful. Powerful.
Powerful.
1, 2, 3. Everyone go powerful. 1, 2, 3.
Powerful.
That was awful.
yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. It's fun. All right. Sup, nerds? Welcome to episode 14B of Powerful, a Power Metal podcast. Today we're continuing with day 2 of Progpower USA 2018. I am the lovely ZF, joined by the also lovely Larry Biscuit,
Not Tipsy Biscuit.
not
anymore.
Tipsy, and the even lovelier Darko.
Hello. How's it going, everyone?
And we also have a alive and not drunk Ben Lacey,
Hello.
as well as Pizor and Coil Domain.
Hi.
Hello.
Those were 2 different people who just said hello. Yeah. So, today was day 2. I would say day 2 is a mixed bag. Mixed thoughts on day 2.
Oh man, day 2.
So, we'll just take it from the top and work our way through.
First band, Cellar Darling.
Cellar Darling, former Eluveitie folks.
Yup.
I wonder how you
They,
pronounce that band name.
I think we said it right.
Who knows?
Anyway, Cellar Darling, we know how to say their name correctly because they have 2 English words. Not my vibe is how I would describe them.
I would agree.
They,
Not a band
Not
I would like
bad.
to see live again.
they're not bad, not
honestly. It was good music. It's just not live music.
especially when you're at like a festival, where you want the high energy. You've got the crowd there; they want to get pumped. I get that it's prog and power, but are they? They're more like
They are folky.
They're like folk
They
rock
are,
stuff.
they are like
folk alt
Folk
rock or
and some
something.
they're like The Gathering, like inspired by The Gathering, like this slow alt not symphony in this case, but alt rock thingy.
like slow, which I dig, but not in a festival called Progpower.
Mm-hmm. Their guitarist and their bassist, I think, might have been dead the whole time because they just played one riff while standing off in the corner looking kind of smug.
Yeah, they were definitely off in the corner, and you could tell that as a band, they did not want to give them any showtime.
The only one who seemed to give a shit was the singer.
She was good.
Bless her heart.
Yeah.
That bassist had that toque too.
Yeah,
he had
that
beanie look.
the long beanie, and that was a red flag for me.
Yeah.
the alt rock beanie.
The alt rock beanie.
Yeah.
But singer, really good, especially in like the main two songs, their main single song and the long one,
Where she says avalanche a lot.
and the one that she mentioned about morning. It was really great on those two.
Under the oak tree.
Yeah,
I liked the like Earth, Wind, Fire, whatever it was. I like that one.
too.
The she has to go for it because she does like the singing, which is like the only part of the performance with like effort in it. But she also does like the hurdy-gurdy and the flute.
Yeah, and she was good with the gurdy and with the flute actually.
Because otherwise, it's just like them chugging the same riff over and over again. So she brings a little more to it. I think afterwards.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say afterwards, we decided we all had the same favorite moment of this particular show. Now they didn't have not a lot of showmanship. The singer interacted with the crowd some and was always very grateful. But the one moment that I think resonated the most with all of us was during one of the songs. The singer chick went back and helped out the drummer also on the drums because they had extra percussion. So they had like this extra drum to the side, and she was like banging on the rhythm. And it was this cool little moment because
It was
like one of those big tribal kind of drums.
Yeah.
It's not
the
just
bigger floor tom on the
that.
side.
It was actually a floor tom. We can call it a tribal drum.
It's
For the
not
masses.
It's not just that, but that's also like they felt like the one time that any of the songs actually picked up at all.
That too.
Like, it was a good start to that bit, and it wasn't just the same shit.
Her going like, whoa, while
like we mentioned before, like the thought that we had with Voyager was that maybe we weren't feeling that mood at that moment at all. That's the main thing, and I could tell their performance is good, and it was great at some points, like that one.
a cute little thing that after she did like the percussion stuff, she threw the drumstick into the crowd during the middle of the set, that was a nice touch. I like that.
That was a good moment of showmanship, and
It was the only moment of showmanship.
they just need to get there.
So
Step by step.
But to quote Forgates, she's a lovely person. I'm sure she's a lovely person. She was a lovely person.
Yeah, she was for sure.
She was very wholesome and nice, and
she liked talking to the crowd.
She almost felt like she was overwhelmed just being there.
Yeah, because they're a relatively fresh band, I guess, coming off Elevated.
Yeah.
Relatively, yeah.
They only have, I think, one album. And I don't think she was expecting any love from the American crowd, but they gave it to her, so she seemed overwhelmed with that. So that was cute.
Then the waves came in.
Then it got less cute. It got less cute.
Yeah.
I feel bad that we're gonna kind of talk shit here, but next up was Is it Oceans of Slumber? Ocean.
Yeah, Oceans.
Oceans plural. I don't know. All the oceans were kind of muddied together, kind of like the riffs. Am I right? Oh. There's gonna be a lot of zingers in the next 10 minutes, folks.
Yeah.
So
honestly, like if we weren't feeling the vibe before, this time it was like the slumber was real.
So here's the big takeaway on this. We were not true metal fans standing down on the floor. We were a little tired, so we were sitting up in the stadium seating.
You gotta be strategic with Progpower.
So we were sitting down, and this band was playing, and we could talk to each other.
We were in the background.
Without yelling. We had to talk loudly, but we could definitely talk to each other.
So for everyone who doesn't know the band, what the name implies is what you get.
Yeah.
It's actually like ambient stuff and
kind of doomy, I guess. Would it be doomy?
Kind.
It wasn't heavy enough to really be
Not. It's just kind of it's chuggy.
Atmospheric.
Atmospheric.
Yeah, it's atmospheric.
It was good music to slumber to.
Yeah.
it's like you're drifting along in an ocean. It kind of the bass guitar just kind of washes over you in waves, and you're kind of drowning in it.
Yeah, it's honestly we got what they said in the name. That's for sure.
I knew nothing about this band going in, other than my mental assumptions from the name, and I got exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
So good job on their naming convention.
And then they played a few of my favorite things.
I didn't even realize
the
it.
Sound of Music.
Yeah, well, it's actually a very well-known jazz standard, so they probably have some jazz in them and like throwing that stuff in. But yeah, it was there.
It's kind of weird.
It was one of the things that you could notice, and right, I'm at the show.
I think a normie crowd would have actually really liked them.
They had growls though, like a decent amount of growls.
No, I think like I know.
No, they're too.
You might have to take the growls out.
Too chuggy, too growly.
Yeah.
No one got.
Like I think like the indie rock.
Yeah, and again,
might like them.
Normies wouldn't like them.
At least I don't think they were bad at all. It's just that I don't like going to a live show of a festival of power metal and progressive power metal. Or
This
metal,
wasn't even prog metal.
It was just ambient stuff. It was not something. It was not something to go see at a live setting. Honestly,
It's something you would have in like a bar in the background,
or at home,
when
in
you're
your bathtub,
when you're trying to sleep and you're feeling kind of down and you want to have.
You just want to relax
in the waves
of
the bath.
When it's like mid-November and it's kind of like dreary out.
Yeah.
They also seemed very uninterested.
Yeah, so this was the thing that pissed me off the most about them. They did not interact with the crowd once, not at all. They didn't do the clapping thing.
Well, not at all.
As far as we saw.
Yeah.
We watched like half an hour of the show.
Yeah, because we bailed on them.
We did bail early, but we gave them a fair shake. I want to make sure we gave them that. Half an hour of the show, I couldn't tell you how many songs it was because they all blended together, but not once did they start clapping or say hey or get like a chorus going on. They didn't even say fucking thank you after the applause. Like they literally did not acknowledge the crowd. Like it was just, we're just gonna do our chugs and our growls and you're gonna love it.
It didn't even seem like they were like smiling or looking at the crowd half the time too. Like,
Yeah.
The vocalist was like looking down. The members were just kind of staring.
They stood there and sometimes they headbanged to themselves, but they didn't interact with each other. They didn't interact with the crowd. It's like, take advantage of the setting, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Guitarist did the middle pose at weird times too. Like he would get like this stance going on.
Yeah, no one
But
can see you
during
again,
a quiet
but
time.
thank you.
I appreciate that. So he just like spread
But
his
making it
legs
He
and
did the power
He
stance.
did the power stance.
he
for
held
you
the
guys
neck
at
of the
home.
air guitar up. For all of our visually impaired listeners. You see, it's funny because it's all of them.
Yeah.
It's funny because most of us wear glasses too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Are we done shitting
Thanks.
on Oceans of Slumber? How many more zingers do we got in here?
Rapid fire. Don't. I'm sleeping.
Should we keep it down? Are the waves too rhythmic and chuggy for you?
This is getting bad now.
Yeah. Okay.
was-
So let's
so-
move on. So we bailed on them.
We're recording this one at 2:30 in the morning, not
We went
3:30.
overboard.
We're doing better. So
We're
yeah,
a lot more coherent this time. So
Yeah.
are we?
better thoughts.
I'm going to edit this out, please. Let's go.
Okay. Anyway, so next up was Doro, the Queen of Metal, replacing Dream Evil. We showed up a bit late because we were meeting up with a little person named Four Gates. You might know. She joined us today, not for the show though. Anyway, we get to Doro. I was happy with Doro. You know, it's just some good clean living, some good clean heavy metal. It was good stuff, good energy. What did you guys think?
It felt timeless for the part that I was there for.
Oh yeah. So
And then I got like dragged away to do other stuff.
Other things, yes.
Yeah. We arrived a bit late, but it was good fun.
Yeah.
It was good fun. We went into the pit.
We did some
We
moshing.
did some mashing.
You guys mosh for that one?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
consider it.
Yeah,
I
pizza.
have a bad
wow.
bruise.
Yeah, it's
Damn, he got fucked up.
Was that the armor dude? The
Probably.
I don't.
shit
The
in?
armor
No,
wasn't there. The cape guy
No,
was there.
the dude was there, but he didn't have the armor.
There were
He
two
was-
armor guys. There's one guy with steel pauldrons, and there's one guy with
Yeah,
leather,
both
with
of
a
them
single
were
leather.
The black and
were there,
red,
but they
yeah.
didn't have the shoulders.
Okay.
The cape guy was there. Cape guy has cape on, but that's
They
just
were
cape.
probably told not to bring.
I would hope so.
Yeah, most likely.
That is
After
dangerous.
they removed them from the stage like 3 times yesterday.
Yeah,
That's
they're probably
kind
told
of-
to leave the armor at home.
You know, it's a cool aesthetic, but it's dangerous to have in the pit.
Yeah.
For everyone but yourself. Maybe even yourself.
Maybe, yeah. So we did some nice smashing to Doro. I just went in with when they did Breaking the Law.
Yeah. We came in with some Judas Priest. That was fun.
When they started out Breaking the Law, I was really worried it was going to be like an all acoustic one.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah.
That
I didn't remember
good.
that song having a slow intro.
Oh, they
Yeah,
sang.
they-
She did Breaking the Law.
Yeah, but
The-
the 2
yeah.
verses.
They did the first
So-
verse and chorus as like an acoustic sort
Oh,
of
I think
thing,
it
and
was-
at first I'm like,
Weren't
I
you there for that
hope
part?
This is
No,
the
I
whole
think that
thing,
was
and
right
then
after
it
I
wasn't.
left.
So it was
Very
pretty
But I
good.
remember
so
when
it
we
was
were
fun.
talking about
It was
Judas
great
Priest.
fun.
Noteworthy, I did some of my first moshing ever. I'd always avoided it during shows because I didn't feel like it. But it was kind of like a baby's mosh pit, and Pete Zor and Darko were there, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So it was an experience. Don't know how much I'll do it in the future, but I'm glad I did it. So I can say I moshed.
Yeah,
And,
I had my first mosh experience recently.
I fell on the
3
ground, and people got me back
Right.
up. It was good times.
Motion is good for you, I'd say.
It's a lot of cardio is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, we've been eating like shit the last few days, so it's probably a good idea.
So after Doro finished,
Oh baby.
Oh,
Okay,
baby,
the-
indeed.
then
The big boy.
then the night started actually.
We're 4 bands in, and then we fucking got
The
going.
night started around 9:45.
It was like 9:30.
9:30.
9:35. 9:35.
It was half an hour after the time.
The scheduled
show.
start time.
But whatever.
There were some issues. They were testing line checking and sound checking, and there seemed to be some issues. And then we'll talk about that. And then the music stopped. The flashlight showed up between the curtains, and the curtains opened, and it was glorious.
It was Angra. Angra.
It was Angra.
It was Fabio and friends.
Fabio and friends.
And friend.
Not his other friends, his new friends.
Yeah.
This is new friends.
And their 27-year-old drummer.
We'll get to that.
The little baby drummer.
Baby drummer who kicked ass. So they started off doing some of the fan pick songs. What were some of the ones that they
They
did?
did Acid Rain.
Angel-
Second, I think.
Yeah, they did Angels and Demons.
And
Yeah, they opened with Angels and Demons,
Angel-
and then they went into Acid Rain, and then I think they went into Omni.
Yeah.
They played all of Omni, their new album, and in its entirety all the way through. That was cool. We talked about Omni a couple episodes ago. Rather enjoyable album.
They brought in their first special guest on
Do you have her name?
Black
We don't know the name.
Widow something.
Don't know her name. We'll have to
I don't
find
think
that.
they
said-
mentioned her name.
They said her fucking name.
Did he say?
But it's
that?
Fabio. He's got an accent. It's hard to
I don't
understand.
remember if he said the name.
I think it was like Evelyn something.
I thought it was like an E.
Okay, so whoever
Anyway.
this is, if you're listening and you know who that is, just tell us because I want to know because
Post
she
in the
was
comments.
Great. She was great. So, the first thing she did was take a microphone and sing into it, and the microphone didn't work.
She took like 3 more microphones. None of them
Yeah.
worked.
So then, because there's only one working microphone on stage at this point,
She and Fabio shared.
they shared a microphone, her and Fabio.
It was-
just kind of like traded it back and forth,
And
and
it was great.
got like real buddy, and
She was doing harsh vocals and also harmonizing clean vocals with Fabio.
so it like turned into this weird duet
It
of a
was
song
great.
that shouldn't have really been a duet, but it was like this really intimate kind of duet.
It was a cool dynamic.
Yeah.
They probably made it better
Mm-hmm.
with because of the difficulties, that adversity.
They overcame the odds.
They
Yeah.
overcame. They improvised. They adapted.
Yeah.
They overcame, and it was good. I liked it.
And all this time we had the top roadie trying to
Yeah.
figure out.
Oh,
the
dude,
thing.
roadie of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Roadie of the
Roadie
Year for sure.
Wherever
This
you
dude
are.
was hustling
He
the
was
entire
hauling
show.
ass
Yeah.
all over the stage, carrying mics and mic stands.
Trying to figure out why the wireless weren't working, getting the cables entangled and on the right spot for everyone.
I don't know if this is standard practice, but I also noticed that he was like double and triple checking every guitar as it came off of stage.
Yes.
Is
You
that
have to do
standard?
that. Yeah,
Okay.
because they change guitars for different tunings.
Yeah.
And they have to be actually working, and he has to plug them into the wireless pads.
Yeah.
And then he was getting an acoustic guitar for different sets into a stand and plugging it in when it should and when it should then be just
That was a
taken
cool
out.
acoustic guitar.
Yeah, it had like a hole in it.
Yeah, it was
not like
like-
normal.
it had no body, and it
no
was
body.
A bodiless guitar, so
It was really cool.
And it was like mounted on a mic stand. It's kind of cool.
Well, he had
It's
to
a
carry his
guitar.
normal
It's
guitar.
actually a guitar stand.
So he-
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. And you
I
just
think-
put a guitar in that.
Dragon Force does that when they do the intro through the Fire and Flames.
Sometimes they just use a pedal, which is an acoustic simulator. Metallica does a lot of all the acoustics on stands for all their songs.
You know, have you guys heard the Tenacious D song "Roadie" about like the unsung heroes that are roadies?
Yeah,
That was him.
That was this guy.
that was this guy.
But he wasn't unsung tonight.
No,
No.
we shouted him
We
out at the
sung his
end.
He
praises.
probably didn't even get to us because he was working. Like he turned around and we told him that
He might have ignored us.
Yeah, but he was working, and
He was-
if you're probably not listening, but if you listen to this area, it gets you are the MVP. You save
Or
the
if
show.
someone knows this guy,
Yeah.
you know.
It's the
I'm a beer
Angra,
force.
Let 'em
the
know.
Angra roadie that has the mohawk. That's
He's our dude.
your hero.
He's the best.
But as far as like, I guess like the rest of the show, like I really enjoyed the performances in Omni. Light of Transcendence is the opening song. I really like. That's my favorite one on the
Yeah.
album.
I agree.
Warhorns was another good one. Black Widow's Web, like we said with the guest vocalist, was very excellent. The ballad.
The ballad is very
What's the name of it? Always More or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that?
I don't know the
I'm
names.
blanking right now. But
I don't really like Omni that much, but
I haven't properly listened to the album before, and I really love the first song. I love most of the songs. Maybe two I would skip if I listened to the album.
Like, I
But
think
the show
it's-
was so great.
the first
I
song's
think
the
it's a
most
good
power
album.
metal-y one. Yeah.
it's just not like a good Angra album.
I mean, Anger's not really the same,
Yeah.
but they're still good. So
I think this was a great band that we saw.
yeah,
It's
like
got-
the whole performance was
We
incredibly
already
strong.
had the Omni discussion. We won't dredge that
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The performances were top notch.
Like
Top notch.
literally every
Yeah.
single performer, like I was watching the bassist, I'm like, damn, this dude's killing it. And I'm watching like one guitarist, I'm like, damn, this dude's great. Then the other guitarist comes in, it's like, holy shit.
And then you look in the back, and the drummer's like going fucking crazy and tossing his sticks like 30 feet in the air.
Let's get to
catching
the
them.
drummer.
Yeah,
Ooh,
let's
This,
get to the
this
drum.
dude, I think his name is Bruno, I think.
Yeah, Bruno something.
He's 27 years old.
Yeah,
Angra is
27
27 years
years.
old.
Yeah, they made a joke about that.
and he's a monster of the kid.
He is.
He was amazing.
He had a drum solo, and the dude was just going off. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand while he was throwing his fucking sticks in the air, and like kept bringing up the tempo. It was insane.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know where you came from, Bruno.
Probably from Brazil.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, you know, did you come from like the middle of the Amazon? Did you come from like a city? I don't know.
It might have been Krypton.
Like, but Bruno, you bring some more people out of wherever you came from.
We need more of him.
Yeah,
This kid was insane, and he looks like a little baby up there next to the main guitarist guy.
yeah. And this is something that was mentioned by them. Like, Angra has changed members over the years, but this lineup of the band, this version of the band, it's really great. These are great musicians.
And they were super heartfelt.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they were having so much fun that just made you happier to be there.
The guitarists.
Raphael gave like a super heartfelt speech about Angra's past and their present and their future and respecting the past and their old bandmates, regardless of what may or may not have happened. And it was real nice. It was a nice like little lull between ballads
Before,
they,
right before the encore set.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the guitar. They had a lot of like interactions between the guitarists, where they would like either synchronize things or like go up to each other. And I like those little touches.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
dueling.
This
Lot
is
of-
showmanship 10 out of 10 from
Top notch.
each one of them all the time.
And Fabio just can't, like, this is effortless for him
yeah.
to just do.
Yeah.
He's been doing this shit for years.
He's been doing this since the golden age.
Since the golden age, indeed.
Yeah. You can tell that Fabio is just up there.
He's in his element.
Yeah.
There are only a handful of those guys that are in like their own league. There's like, you know,
He's
like 5 or 10 of them.
one of the pillars of the genre, really.
Thank you, Fabio.
Yes, grazie.
And then they close with some ballads.
We had another guest vocal.
Yeah,
Yes, Doro
second
came
guest
back.
vocal was Doro.
Doro came back, and they were really happy to have her.
She sang a song. She sang a ballad with Raphael.
From Secret Garden, was it?
I think so.
Or whatever that album is.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the encore set.
Oh.
This was fantastic.
Wow.
So, heartfelt speech about Angra's past, present, and future into rebirth.
Into rebirth, because it's like right now is a rebirth
Right.
of Angra.
So that was lovely.
Very pretty.
And then they kick it into Carry On. And the crowd is going fucking nuts right now.
Yeah.
And we're standing next to a bunch of dudes from somewhere in South America, and they're going fucking nuts.
As is tradition.
Yeah. It was like little South America right up at the front of the stage.
Yeah, this was like Carry On is such an inspirational power metal song. That's a classic right there. And
then
the whole crowd was singing along to this one. The lights were going crazy. It was great. But we're not fucking done yet.
no,
What happened after Carry On?
they finished Carry On.
They carried on is
They
what they
carried
did.
on through the ending of Carry On, and immediately transitioned into the opening riffs
They didn't stop.
of
They didn't
everyone's.
stop.
No, yeah,
There was not a
there was
breath
there
between.
was a flawless transition, and into everyone's favorite song, Nova Era.
Nova Era.
Oof.
I love this song so much.
And then I looked at Zelda, and
I love-
Zelda looked at me,
There was a moment.
and we remembered karaoke on Monday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right? We remembered karaoke on Tuesday, and
Fabio and the 1,000 people behind us might have showed me up a little bit, but damn, that was so much fun listening to Nova Era live with all that.
and they also played "Spread Your Fire" earlier in the set, but you know,
Yeah.
didn't even compare.
Yeah,
And I
because
love "Spread Your Fire."
Spread Your Fire is incredible. Like the Gloria,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But yeah, Nova Era was fantastic. We had been standing for several hours at this point after doing moshing and not eating dinner or getting water, and I think all of our pain and awful whatever was gone because Nova Era brought our ashes back to life. We just I love the 2:40 a.m. zingers.
All right, but
We're full of them.
Cellar Darling, Oceans of Slumber,
Slumber.
Slumbery, Doro,
Solid.
One.
pretty good, pretty classic stuff.
Solid show from Doro.
And then Angra, we were just
Angra,
Out of the park.
10 out of 10, 100 out of 100.
no words to describe.
Incredible
We'll
show.
carry on again.
I think, is it safe to say that now that we've seen it, this is like a Nova Era of our lives?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
We still
Not-
got a
not
couple
yet.
more.
Well, we have a couple more days of shows, is what we
Yeah.
got.
So like we
There's
just
a lot of
got,
good bands coming up.
we
A
just
lot
had,
of good bands coming.
we just had the best show out of today and yesterday.
Yeah, I think
Like,
so.
hands down.
We've seen 8 bands. I think Angra's on top right now.
On top, but like by a very long.
Power gap.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, an obscene amount. But coming up, quick preview of things to come.
Yeah, what's day 3?
Day 3, we're looking at Manimal.
Mhm.
We're looking at Bloodbound.
All right.
We're looking at is Labyrinth tomorrow.
Is Labyrinth tomorrow?
I think with the headliner.
I think tomorrow is Labyrinth headliner.
No,
Tomorrow's
headliner is Sons of Apollo tomorrow.
Oh right, so yeah, Sons of Apollo headliner and someone else I don't. Persephone.
Persephone is in there. Yeah.
That's 5.
Is that 5?
I think so.
Alright.
And
Well-
then Saturday is pretty stacked too.
Yeah, we had Labyrinth, then
Saturday is Labyrinth. all
Triosphere
Turn Down
opens
Good Eye.
I think.
Triosphere.
I think Triosphere
Triosphere.
opens Saturday.
Yes,
Yep.
dude.
Triosphere, Labyrinth, everyone's favorite Ailstorm.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm not sure.
Taria.
Taria.
Taria's a headliner.
Right, Tarja.
So we're
Taria.
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 Don't be a dumb American.
Sorry.
We're past this.
So J is an
Taria.
I.
It's like a Y.
And a 5th band that's probably proggy.
There's
Ver.
Verve
So-
VUR.
and So In.
Oh right, where with the
With someone, right.
There's like-
the
it's-
Van Gears.
There's some proggy stuff on
Ver's
Saturday.
Ver's tomorrow,
Is it
and
tomorrow?
someone is Saturday.
Okay. We might have that mixed up. We
And then,
don't have the fact checker in front of
What do you
us.
see?
brief break, Pumpkins United.
Yeah.
Pumpkins United.
So we got a stacked couple of days ahead of us. We'll pull through. We'll keep the content flowing.
We're gonna carry on.
We're gonna carry on. Yeah. We'll keep the content flowing for the Progpower 2013 Powerful Special Extravaganza.
You didn't drink today.
No, I didn't. I'm just tired.
We're tired drunk.
The Progpower 2018 Powerful Extravaganza Super Special.
Also, we find out the day 3 and 4 for 2019 tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really interested to.
Hopefully it stays as stacked as it already is.
Well, they're just gonna have Gallinari's again.
That could be.
That'd be nice. Like Gallinari's remaining day 3 and 4.
Gallinari's is the headline.
Fine, let's do it.
On Friday.
No, it's Yamapi.
Yeah,
It's Yama. Yeah, right.
They've got like Symphony X. Or
it's
something
all
back
Japanese
together
bands.
And happy.
That'd be great.
All Japanese bands. I'm down. Power Press,
Fucking
Progpower Japan USA.
Jupiter.
Ex Japan.
Oh man.
Oh.
Ex Japan with
That's what I meant, not Symphony X.
If we get X
Yeah.
Japan, I know Darko's gonna die. Four Gates is gonna die.
You got X Japan, and not only do they have X Japan, but they have like a happy X Japan.
That doesn't exist.
Aren't they like close to death with how much they play or something like
Probably.
Yeah.
that? Please don't die, X Japan. I promise I'll listen to you
We got
someday.
like, what's the really good Japanese band? Unlucky
Gallinari's?
Morpheus.
Unlucky Morpheus
show
is
up.
good, yeah.
It'll be like the JPM 20th anniversary special.
That'd be nice.
I think we're just rambling about Japan at this point. We should probably wrap up day 2.
Powerful.
So, yeah, stay powerful. Spread your fire. Tell your friends to listen to our stupid shit here. It's good times. And
See you tomorrow.
And if you're at Progpower, come find us.
Yeah, say hi.
Yeah, these
We'll be
episodes.
around.
We're gonna get this one up before midnight, probably. Next, because we took a while to get day 1 up. We'll try to get this one up faster, maybe.
We'll just upload this right now.
We can upload it right now.
Right now.
Raw, unedited.
Yeah.
Do we
because we didn't screw up.
It's just a little rambly, but it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
No GMO.
Bye.
Bye.
My fucking fingerprint isn't working. There we go.
Oh, we should have done
All right, and we're recording. Cool. So,
Was
sup
that in?
nerds?
What?
Sup nerds, and welcome to episode 14C of Powerful, a Power Metal podcast. I am the ZF who's losing his voice after 3 days of Progpower.
You gotta be careful with that, man.
And
You gotta budget.
I'm fine. This could be worse. And I am joined today by some of the usual suspects. We got Larry Biscuit.
What up?
We got Darko.
Hello.
We got Pizor.
Hello.
We have Coil Domain.
Hi.
Ben is MIA, and we have Rose Selkie today.
Hello. I like how Jason Coyle is on. And he's not.
He's chilling.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
He's chilling. Anyway, so we got a lot of shit to talk about today. Today was a big day.
Today was a really big, long day.
1 and 2
Six
warm-ups.
Big and long.
We went from 4 bands to 6.
It doesn't seem like that much of a change, but it's like
50%
4 hours
increase.
extra.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. Okay, so this is gonna take a while. Let's just get into it. First band, who the fuck was Manimal?
Manimal. And we showed up wet.
Oh yeah, it rained on us.
Yeah, it rained on us. So
Manimal, solid, I would say.
I dug it.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was a
It was
fun
very
show.
much fun.
Should have had a mosh pit.
It might have been too early. You got to warm up to that.
No,
We're
should
American
have
power
mosh
metal fans. We don't mosh.
Yeah,
Usually.
It would have been. That would have been like the second best band to mosh today.
So yeah,
Third.
we'll see.
We'll see.
They're these guys were interesting. They had like black paint around their eyes. I called them guyliner removal.
It wasn't Guyliner, dude. That was.
No, it's beyond guyliner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It was. We're accentuating the whites of our
It was
eyes.
it was corpse paint without the white part because that'd be weird.
It was. We're accentuating the whites of our eyes, make it
Basically.
to look
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah,
make it bigger.
like the drummer or whatever had like a streak with it, so it looked kind of cool. But I thought they were solid. Their singer was really good. He was
their singer
insane.
was-
He hits some real good notes.
There were a few times I noticed that they really layered on the choruses.
Yeah, he had the backing
Which
tracks.
the
with
thing is, he
harmonies.
didn't need that because he was still hitting those notes for the
No,
most
but
part.
I
So
think no, but what he was using is like he had. I think it was good because he had the power to deliver the high notes, but just adding the harmonies beneath really make
But
those parts pop out.
I feel like it sounded kind of weird because it didn't feel like it was behind his voice. I felt like it was matching his voice. Like, how do I put it? It felt like he was trying to compete with the backing vocal. And I didn't quite like that. And I feel like it would have been better if it was just kind of soft and in the background, so you didn't really need it.
So when Pizza brought that up with me later, I thought it was actually him using like an echo pedal.
No, it was recording
because
from
it sounds like the same volume. Like it doesn't sound like a harmony.
But they were ever so slightly different.
Yeah, I didn't notice that the notes were different, but it sounded like it was an echo and not like
he had
a backing track.
He had a delay on, but besides having a delay on, there were backing tracks in almost all of the songs for layered vocals and harmonies, mostly lower voices when he did the very high notes, just to make sure he didn't lose any weight to the voice. Probably because a thing that we've seen in other bands that have played is that they have all the rest of the musicians providing all the backing vocals and the harmonies, and in this case he had the backing track for that.
Small band.
Yeah, four guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The last song, the singer dude came out in a straight jacket, and then he like ripped it off during the solo. It was pretty sick.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but they actually streaked his eye makeup so that it looked like he ran down one of his cheeks.
Maybe he just sweated and it did that.
I honestly, when I
think
saw
that's
that,
That's probably, but they could have touched it up.
I think it's just
in
sweat.
a few seconds.
honestly,
But it looked cool.
with it being Atlanta, I honestly do think it was sweat.
It's not hot inside, but it's hot on
It's
stage.
hot when you're on stage.
No, when you are on the stage,
No,
with all the
I
lights,
just said, but it's hot on stage.
And he was running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was insane.
yeah,
So.
it worked. Like it
looked cool.
It was a good show.
And their new album's out today.
Yeah.
So check that out, I guess, or yesterday technically, because it's 2:45
Yeah.
that we're recording
It's
this.
out Friday.
So just go and look for it right now.
Now.
Please.
Or listen to the rest of this
Yeah,
episode.
finish the episode.
No, you
and
already
then
downloaded
go.
it.
Yeah.
You already downloaded our episode.
You're already there, yeah.
Yeah.
So
any more thoughts on Manimal?
No.
solid.
Honestly,
Solid opener, man.
The
Yeah.
vocalist is probably one of the better ones I've heard today.
And then,
We heard some. We'll see.
And then we got
Next up.
He's good.
Persephone.
Persephone. I was very surprised by this band. I didn't know really what to expect from them. With their band name being a girl's name and a sort of old-fashioned sounding thing, I was expecting like something similar to Oceans of Slumber.
She's a Greek.
It was
The Greek goddess.
Yeah.
She's the Greek
Yeah,
goddess
it's not
of
just
spring
a
and
girl.
the queen of the underworld.
Yeah.
I have been corrected.
She ain't the pomegranate.
Whatever. Anyway, so this band was it was like proggy mellow death. It was intense.
It was probably like that.
Proggy mellow.
Exactly.
And it was very different from Oceans of Slumber.
It was the opposite of Oceans of Slumber.
But it was more like Dark Tranquility style melodeath, where it's very harsh as opposed to like the lighter.
Well,
melodeath
it's because there were
bands.
elements that, like, a lot of the times when they really went into the death metal side, it wasn't even melodic at all. It was just proper death metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from maybe the vocalist being more of a melodic style.
But they had
They
some
were-
sick solos.
They had more Dark Tranquility than Amorphous. While I was there.
Depends if you also count old Amorphous.
Yeah.
I
Current Amorphous.
I think this worked way better as a live show than what we've seen.
I
on the
was
previous day.
I had basically little to no expectations for this, and I enjoyed it immensely. The intensity, I was there for it. I thought the solos were sick. The crowd was into it, which I wasn't even sure if they would, being, harsher stuff. I wasn't expecting harsher stuff, but I got it, and I'm happy I did. It was very good. I had literally never listened to Persephone before this, but I am definitely going to check them out.
And they also had very good stage presence.
They did.
The harsh vocalist was really owning that stage.
Mm-hmm. The vocalist and even like the guitarist and the keyboardist, like they were all great. Like
Yep.
I think this band is a good example of like a festival like this. Even if you're totally not familiar with the band and have no interest, don't sleep on them. They can surprise you, and you might have something special on your hands. So, Persephone, I'm there.
Solid.
I went to the bank.
Larry went to the bank. It was an adventure.
Yeah.
I was there for about half the set, and then I went to the bank because I had to get money.
I think Four Gates was very excited to see Persephone. She
was looking forward to it.
Yeah, she was. I knew she wanted to go on the floor, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll check it out. And I was, like I said, surprised.
So to let you all know, Four Gates actually did came today to the show, but now it's like super late, and she wasn't staying with us. So
And it's antisocial.
yeah,
Maybe
We're-
to the gym.
her spirit is with us.
Yeah, they gotta do that 3 a.m. Those 3 a.m. squats.
3 a.m. squats. They're squatting this exact moment
Squat the world.
while we record this.
Squatting their bed.
Oh my.
You gotta make do. All right. So, anything else on Persephone? I like them a lot.
The little bit I heard was really good. But as someone who's not really interested in metal death, it did not appeal to me.
That's
But
fair.
It did, but for a festival setting, it was perfect.
There's a little spice thrown into the mix today.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The only thing I didn't like was they had a lot of moments where it was just kind of like the breakdown type of chug stuff.
Well, it's just death metal, isn't it?
Not usually, not like that. Not extended to that amount. I think maybe they just cut out a little bit of that. That's just me.
How dare you have personal taste?
I know.
I don't know, maybe they decided to like pad some songs out a little bit to make it a little easier for them.
I mean, they only had an hour-long set. They don't
Yeah,
need
but if
pad
you only
downs.
wanted to play songs X, Y, and Z, you know, or you can pad out your song by an extra 10 seconds with little effort, and it doesn't fuck with the whole flow of everything.
It's
I feel like that's on the table.
it's a live show, and you can fuck with things a bit.
Yeah. I'm no musician, but I feel like that would be an option on the table. If you don't want to play, if you only want to play like these 8 songs, you can make up another 2
Whoa,
minutes.
what? Hold on. With a 1 hour set, 8 songs, it's like pretty much. At most, you can get 10 maybe, because they talk between songs and everything,
Yeah,
and you don't always have like
yeah.
a true hour.
And them being also progressive generally
Yeah.
means they have longer
Yeah.
songs than other.
But like you can pull like a solid song worth out of your ass, I'm sure.
Well, so the next band, what came next?
Bloodbound.
Bloodbound. So, Bloodbound
Very different from Persephone.
was
A little bit.
a little bit. So there were some dragons in there.
A couple of dragons.
Several dragons.
Singer had dragon horns.
Very
Yeah.
baby
Like
dragon
little
horns.
devil horns.
Devil horns, I would say.
They were like
cool.
a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
So
Again, they had these guys had the whole setup, the makeup, and
The awesome jackets and vests.
Yeah.
and those pants and all the yeah.
I want that. I want the singer's vest.
their vest has like the
Yeah.
Nosferatu
Beautiful.
album art on it.
It has
It's
that
so
stupid
sick.
fucking face
The
on it.
weird devil face
I
thing.
love it.
So their style is very catchy, sing along chorus type stuff, which
Yeah.
I think is pretty fun in a live environment.
Especially Moria, that and Nosferatu, those went over.
You mean their old songs?
Yes.
Oof. Hot.
Also, first North American show ever.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was their first.
All
We got a
their-
lot of that today.
All their shirts actually sold out.
They did.
All their shirts sold out.
They're getting big. The last like album or two.
Yeah, sold out.
Yeah, they sold out. They sold out. But
They got those ineffective synths.
yeah, so yeah, they're one of the bands I think we mentioned before. They kind of do the Sabaton do synth arena rock type thing, which valid style, fun on live show.
They still had like 4 really like power metal songs.
Yeah, so they still have like your kick ass riffs and fast drums and shit in there, along with lots of sing along stuff. I wish I had studied before this to like actually know the lyrics, because I know bits of like some of their singles in the last couple of years. Like they have the Daenerys one, they have the dragon one, they have the other dragon one.
Daenerys one could also.
Daenerys
be
one is
the
also a
third
dragon one.
Yeah.
Now that and I'm probably missing another dragon one in there.
Wasn't the new album called like War of Dragons or something?
Yes.
It was.
Yeah,
And the
so
one
it's
before
all
that
dragons.
was it Stormborn or something?
Stormborn, which is a really good
all
song.
Which is
dragons.
also dragons, and Game of
Yes.
Thrones.
There was also
Ice and Fire, I suppose.
They also played Moria, which I forgot which album it was.
Unholy Cross.
Unholy Cross.
That was an older one.
That was their first one with the current vocalist.
Was it?
It is.
Yeah.
That's a fun song.
I love Moria.
Moria's a really fun
It's
song.
like my favorite.
It
fun
was.
song.
It's great as a sing-along
Yeah.
song.
Ed Lethrone was there, and I think he's not the most emotive individual, but I think he was hyped for Moria.
Yeah.
He loves him some Tolkien.
That's bad Tolkien though.
Who cares?
It's as he'll get.
They had a
I'm gonna
great.
talk to Hansi. That's as close as he'll get.
Until Hansi comes back.
Until Tolkien comes back to life.
They had a great show. Bloodbound had.
Good presence.
Their vocalist,
Yeah.
very high energy.
Yeah.
Very high energy vocalist.
He was a very good vocalist.
I like the way he does the double arm pump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
He
good
seems
move.
like he
That's
seems
a-
like a happy little kid
yeah,
doing it.
that's a
I
good
love
move.
it.
He did a lot of like pointing at the individual audience members to make them feel special.
Yeah.
I like
Fist
it.
bump.
You got a fist bump.
We also.
Here's
We also-
here's actually an unrelated question that I have for any musicians out there. When you're playing a live show, and you're not actually like paying attention to individuals in the audience because you're busy like playing music, do you just randomly point out into the audience to pretend to acknowledge someone there to keep the hype up? Let us know.
Do you really want to know the answer to that question being an audience member?
Yeah, the answer is
It's gonna
probably
be a
yes,
lot-
right?
It's gonna be mostly yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right.
Like,
I'm fine
But
with that.
There, every now and then,
Can I
every
even
now
see
and
the
eye
audience?
contact,
Yeah.
and you get some kind of reaction.
I'm gonna,
I got eye contact from him.
I'm gonna say
I
that
felt special.
in this kind of festival that we're at, that is a small festival but with big names, and they are like you have a lot of people, but you still can get close.
Yeah.
In this case, I'm sure a lot of them, especially this guy, just was looking around and seeing how people were having fun and just interacted with them.
Yeah, for first American show, it's got to be maybe a stressful thing because it's like, oh, are these weirdos gonna like us? And these weirdos liked them.
They were not. They were very, very surprised when I found out all their shirts sold out. Because apparently they did not expect themselves to be that popular over here. So
Good for them.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
always
Maybe
nice
more
to
bands
hear.
should sell out like that.
It's effective.
And then tell other bands, hey, we went to North America. We
I
sold all our merch out.
Did you know that North America really likes Sabaton? So grab yourself a synth player and get going.
it's called as like Sabaton though. It's a different style.
Yeah.
They can get a little repetitive sometimes. They've learned to use it to make it sellable, and that's what Sabaton does.
Yeah, it's mostly like the synth driven kind of punchy chorus that they started using the last few albums. That's where most of that comparison comes from.
That's,
I mean,
that's
they
why
still
I say
have
it, yeah.
they still have some songs that are more straightforward power metal, but they don't really have that old sound that they had, which was a very Iron Maiden gallopy.
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, Gallopy is
that,
the
that's
That's a good
mostly.
description.
what
but it was still like the
kind of
really
left.
catchy like courses.
Yeah, they still have that bit.
But
going,
then,
so.
then the last song they played, was it an encore?
Nosferatu? No, that's
No,
They didn't have
that
time
is
for an
that
encore.
the
is-
staple.
That is their.
So yeah, they played Nosferatu.
It was great.
They had like the weird dude come out.
Yeah, so like, I'll pump the brakes a second here.
Nosferatu.
So they had like this like Nosferatu devil guy come out, and they have like a bit where like the singer's like praying to him. It's neat. Ben and I had the same thought independently. It would be so sick if the dude whips the mask off and it was Urban Breed. Oh
Is
my
that the
God.
old singer?
That's the original singer.
I was actually, he came up and I'm like, oh man, it's obviously going to be like, I've never seen Bloodbound. Yeah, I've never seen Bloodbound, I've never heard about a Bloodbound show. So I'm like, oh, this is a cool bit. This has to be a guest vocalist. And
I
they're
know.
going to like break into a Nosferatu duet. That would be cool.
This is foreshadowing for later in the show though. So that didn't happen then, but later on.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, it was still really fun to have that song, even with just what's his face, the normal vocalist.
And then, Bloodbound was over.
Yeah, they had. I think they were rushed. They're like, okay, guys, we gotta sing this song really quick. Let's just do it. And then
I think the show started late.
I think they started late, and because they're only like the third band, they couldn't really go over. They had to.
Yeah.
I'm worried that they cut out songs that I really wanted to hear.
Yeah. Did they cut out like any other songs from Nosferatu because of that?
Because they usually play like Metal Monster as well. Because that has a really good sing-along chorus as well. So
He's a metal monster. I really like Beyond the Moon on that album because it has like a big whoa at the end. That would have been fun.
But then anyway.
or not Eagle Fire. Free.
Or the not Eagle Fly Free song. Which one is that? Is that Fallen from Grace?
We're not talking about Bloodbound albums. We're talking about Progpower.
Okay, next.
Anyway.
So the next band was Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
And they played all of Return to Heaven Denied.
And
I think Return to Heaven Denied and Pizza or Grease is an incredibly boring album.
Oh, now you guys
Okay.
know.
are you guys okay? Just get it out of the way, guys. Are you done?
No.
When you're at a big festival like this, you got to take strategic naps when you can. I took a couple.
I just kind of hung out.
Don't at me.
I'm not a fan of Roberto's voice, particularly in the higher stuff.
Why?
I find he sounds very, very like a nasally.
He sounds very whiny
type
when he
of
goes
voice.
high.
Not the really high stuff, but like just below that.
I think that's
I
my
don't
biggest.
like it. And then just Labyrinth in general is just kind of
Like, I think that's my biggest issue with Labyrinth is that he just sounds kind of whiny. I can dig the rest of it, but like when
his lows are really good and his really high stuff.
he just
is
sounds
really good.
whiny, and I can't get over that.
Certain range.
I don't want a whiny vocalist in a genre that isn't pop punk. So
Are you done?
yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool.
Go
So
ahead,
I
Josh.
really enjoyed
It was
this show.
I did too.
This was incredible.
Great performance by all of
man.
them. Oh,
I-
man.
These guys showed up and they brought it. It was insane.
The vocals were not so much. They were very close to how it was on the album from. It's 20-year-old album.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
It's no joke.
There was so much energy during this show from like the musicians, from the crowd, everything.
This was prime showmanship and musicianship. Everyone was at the top of their game, playing everything.
Yeah, like the solos, the vocalists, everything.
And just going around interacting between themselves with the crowd.
They didn't do that much crowd stuff, I didn't think. Like the
they-
vocalist, he just kind of like soaked in the love, and it
No.
worked.
They did a lot of crowd stuff actually. He periodically swept his boom or his stand mic over the audience.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like it was a boom mic.
That was cool.
That is not something you would have noticed from the floor very much. But that is something you would notice from the stands.
I forgot that he did that.
I caught that while napping.
Oof.
It was, like I said, it was a couple strategic naps.
Strategic naps.
Because it's actually very hard to take naps at a power metal festival. Go
Imagine
figure.
that.
I did really like when someone had the flag.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And
was
then,
sick.
with that,
And you were
that
as a
was
cave.
great.
It
I was
said
wondering where that flag came from.
it's a crowd member. It was a
Yeah,
flag.
with the
It said
date.
"Return to Atlanta denied," and
I can see
September.
that.
and it was today's date. He held it up, and like the crowd's going insane.
That's
He puts it on as a fucking cape. Oh, I think I Snapchatted some of it.
I will say, as a response to the nasally bit, I find that a lot of Italian singers, for some reason, do have that sort of nasally tone.
It's because they're all classically operatically trained,
They're cultured.
and they all come from a classical singing background.
That can be a factor.
It can be, but it can also.
Maybe they just sing like that.
Yeah,
It
maybe
might
that's
have-
just how Italian people sound. I don't know.
It
I
might
don't
have
know
something to
any.
do with the language itself. As well.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
it is because you can tell even when he's singing that you can tell there is an accent, and Fabio actually.
Fabio as well.
Fabio does it.
Conti.
Conti does to an extent, and that's
The
something-
ancient bards chick too. She does.
Ancient Bards does it, so it's not.
Might come from the language and the way it works. Because
Yeah,
it's very different.
Just
from
the way
what
like you
you're
learn to
used
talk. Yeah.
So that's. So for me, I've learned to ignore that to an extent, and as you pointed out, it's his really high highs are good and his lows are good.
Yeah,
but
it's
there's
a
that
very
more-
specific range.
Well, you
that
see-
he does that. It's but
So-
the thing is, I also find it's one that he focuses.
It's like I
on
know
quite a
what
bit.
you're talking about, but that's just how
It's the-
voices sound to me. So I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it hasn't really bothered me.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's something that to me does not bother me that much. So it did not take anything away from my enjoyment of Labyrinth when I was actually still there and not sitting outside in pain because I make it hurt from standing. But overall, it was a very good show. This was one of the bands I was really hyped to see, and it was worth it.
Yeah, and I can say that besides being hyped about wanting to see this and hear these songs, it was actually a great show, and not just because they played Lady Lost in Time and all those great songs.
I do want to say, so Four Gates is a huge fan of Labyrinth, especially this album. And I don't think I've ever seen her as happy as I did when she was listening to this show.
I was watching her from up top because I thought, I'm going to see someone that's like super into this, right? And she was having a great time.
Yeah.
So be happy for that.
Yeah.
There was happiness brought into the world.
She was also having a great time later, foreshadowing.
Four Gates shadow. We've
Coil.
probably used that joke before.
Coil, what was your take on Return to Heaven Tonight?
Everything was amazing.
That's a spirit.
I would hope they'd be a good band live, as I do really like them.
And they were.
All right, so now we're done being positive.
Are we done with?
I got a Labyrinth t-shirt.
Yeah, as soon as the show was over, I went straight to the merch table and bought the Return to Heaven Tonight shirt because it was cool looking.
Same.
So good job, Darko.
I like the Architect shirt a lot better actually. I thought that was a cooler shirt.
I bought the.
I don't know.
I like the colors better.
It's purple and has lightning.
Yeah,
it's
like,
pretty
how
fucking
can you,
sick.
Yeah.
I bought the Labyrinth shirt, but I also bought one of the Bloodbound shirts before they got all sold out. So.
Oh, nice. You're right. It's here. It's very nice.
There's a lot of cool merch. They got the regular band merch table, and they also have like a merch room.
It's a good merch day.
It's cool.
We can talk about that merch after.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Ooh, we got more merch to cover. Do we want to hit the next band?
So
next band.
Labyrinth finish, and what did we do? We just
Redemption.
Stuff? Redemption.
Redemption. So.
Oh baby, Redemption.
Mixed things about this band.
I don't know.
Like Larry said, this was a strategic nap for me.
Yeah.
And
the band is very technically capable.
Yes,
like
the
their musicianship
guitarist
is great,
and the bassist and the drummer.
You were asleep for.
I know.
You were sick during this
I was
band.
dying. I was dying for most
so-
of the...
so-
but the vocalist wasn't that good.
So guys,
The vocals was the worst part.
So
We were there.
the first song comes on, and it's got like a 30-second instrumental intro, and I'm like, all right, these guys are really good. I'm really digging this. And then Tom England comes out,
and does something.
and he starts singing,
Moving his mouth.
and I look over at Pete Sore,
Squawking.
and he looks over at me, and we're both like,
What the fuck?
what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Is this for real?
So we come from the three previous vocalists were really good, and in my opinion, each one better than the last one, and this wasn't up to standard. Like, no.
I have so many miscellaneous thoughts on this band. I don't even know where to start. With
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sure you're great. I'm sure you're a wonderful person.
Lovely person.
Yeah, it's just that no.
He's okay in the studio with Evergrey because he sings a little bit softer and a little bit more sorrowful, and he
I can
works
see that.
all right there. But he clearly can't do it live, and he can't do the kind of energy that Redemption needs, and it was very clear.
The heart was there, I guess, but the
performance
pitch was not.
Yeah, I don't mean to shit on this band. I napped because I needed rest, just because of how insane this day had been so far. But I felt, as I listened more later on, I felt like this band exists solely to show off their keyboardist. That dude was going insane.
He had the crazy flippy.
He had a spinny
the
keyboard.
spinning stuff.
Yeah, that was really cool. It swiveled. It was like a lazy Susan keyboard.
Yeah, like that dude was always going off. I thought he was MVP. Well, general MVP. We'll get to the surprises.
Also,
all of their other instrumentals were very good, though.
Yeah.
They're all very,
It's
very good.
just that he really brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. And they also that band was the one that they had the most technical issues.
Did they?
Yeah, at one
Did
point.
they?
At one point, but when they started, the keyboard wasn't working. It took like a couple minutes of diddling when it actually started sounding.
Maybe that's why I was sleeping the first few
Also,
songs.
then at some point, the guitarist on the left of the stage started doing a solo, and he had no sound. So it was just like you could see that he was ripping it, but no sound was coming out, and the sound didn't come in until like 3 solos later.
There were markedly less sound issues today, which was nice.
Yeah, compared to the other days.
No catastrophic mic things like the last few days.
Yeah.
So good job, crew.
Job crew.
Good job, crew.
A couple other random things I like to hit about this band. So this was the only band so far at the show to use a projector with the show.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This was a thing.
It was weird.
So
man.
a solid like 80% of the time, the projector was just doing like generic like iTunes visualizer light things. Another like 10% of the time, it was doing like music videos of Tom England.
Yeah, and like hot chicks.
They're playing the music video for the song that they're playing live, so you can see them playing the music while watching them play the music.
Yeah.
I think one time it was a lyric video, which I kind of wish people.
But it wasn't.
That's okay.
It wasn't.
That's
insane,
okay. If you
and he
don't
was
do the
changing
lyrics.
the words.
It wasn't insane because it was live. But second weirdest one. They had us. No, not the wall. That's the weirdest one.
No, there were two inspirational
The
videos.
second weirdest one, I think, was when they had an animation of the Ozymandias poem. Meanwhile, they weren't actually like doing that
Oh, is
poem.
that what that was?
Yeah, like no.
I thought that was supposed to be a lyric video.
I thought that at first, and then I noticed the words weren't right, and then I paid attention. I'm like, oh, this is Ozymandias.
I thought that was supposed to be a lyric video, and Tom was just like going crazy.
No, the whole like look on my works, ye mighty in despair. That whole thing is, it's a fine poem, but
There was that
and it looped a lot.
And there was that one video where it showed like
The Chinese
news.
man?
Not that one.
Oh
But
yeah, the news clips.
News clips, and like one of them looked like they were trying to say, "Oh, this is the left side of the political spectrum. This is the right side." The left side was just news. The right side, you see fucking Alex Jones on there.
Wait, there was Alex Jones?
Yeah.
I missed that. Fuck, I was asleep for that part.
Like I saw his rage face there.
Yeah.
Fuck, I missed Alex Jones.
It was just for a couple seconds, and then it went right back to the Equalizer.
This show was an experience.
But then,
then it turned into an actual experience.
So they had two surprises, I guess.
There's still the guy going up the
Oh,
Great
right,
Wall of China
right.
with no legs.
Yeah, so they
And-
one video was like it was a bunch of walls, just like walls in general. And then they had the Great Wall of China, and it was a guy with no legs climbing it, which that was cool. But it was like 15 seconds out of nowhere, and they never brought it up again.
Yeah.
And
How long
they
did it
went
take
into detail. It took 2 hours.
It took 2 hours for the man with no legs to climb the Great Wall.
And then
why is this applicable?
Maybe I couldn't hear the lyrics of the song. Maybe it had something to do with overcoming walls.
I don't know.
You were dead at
It
this
was
point.
like a
But
fever.
I saw that
dude,
part. I saw that moment, and
But
nothing made sense.
The show was like a fever dream up until the
Yeah,
special
yeah,
guest showed up.
But like, why would you do that for like, half a minute and not the rest of the song? Like,
Fever dreams,
Make it a
dude.
video
Nobody
based on the
knows.
entire make it the entire song thematical, but no.
No,
Anyway.
it was so strange. Let's get to the guests.
And then we all woke up from that crazy mad fever dream.
The guests were the cool
And
part.
we met the first guest, which was their old singer.
Right.
Yeah, so this
Flew in from Madrid this morning or something.
this dude comes out. I didn't know who it was because I have known nothing about Redemption. I asked Pete, or he clarified, but the crowd went nuts.
The crowd was
OG
already
vocals.
going nuts.
Yeah.
Good
Oh.
or a bad way?
Good way.
That was the crowd was the most nuts for Redemption.
Yeah,
all day.
even lots of people in the stands started standing up when he stepped out.
Yeah, this was like standing ovation for the OG vocalist.
Yeah.
This was which it was cool moment, cool hype moment.
And he was really good.
He was really good.
He was
That-
so much better than
he
Tom
was-
England.
I'm like, oh,
was
this
a
is
great
what Redemption
singer.
is supposed to sound like. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it was-
dig it.
Would you say they had a redemption?
Yes, momentarily,
Momentarily.
because he only guest vocaled one song.
He only did one song. Yeah, he should have stuck around.
But then,
It was pretty wholesome because they all hugged each other.
yeah, and then we got back to like some regular songs. But then
Then
we had another guest,
Chris Boland.
Chris Poland.
a real special guest.
Boland.
I thought it was as a P, isn't it? It's Poland.
God.
I could have
Oh
sworn.
no. Oh no.
Chris
Fact check.
whatever of Megadeth fame.
Chris from Megadeth.
And this dude's old.
This dude's old, and
And he
he
comes out and he fucking shreds.
shredded like a motherfucker. This guy was insane. And like, not only was he like shredding on solos, after like a song or two, they just straight up played Megadeth.
Yeah.
Well, something else that I noticed, they had definitely planned like prior. They didn't just like
Well, of course, it's all planned.
no, but they didn't just like add him in, right?
No, it's
As
always
like
planned.
It's always
like
But he wrote. It seemed like
no,
he
they
his
wrote
own solo.
a second like melody guitar, rhythm guitar part for him.
Yeah, and it seemed like he wrote his own solos, not just playing the solos that were
they didn't just repurpose a song for
it
their
was
special
very
guest.
much his style.
Yeah.
The solo was so different.
They added a
everything
second.
else.
They deliberately added another rhythm guitar track. So there are points where I'm like, oh my god, I'm hearing like 3 guitars at once. This never happens. And then all of his solos were very Megadeth-y.
It was really good.
Yeah, like his guitar playing was insane.
He's so good.
And they played P-Cells. P-Cells, I don't know the name of the song.
P-Cells, Who's Mine?
Yeah. And the drummer was singing.
Yeah, so like
He was a great singer as well.
during Megadeth, the drummer was singing, and then afterward they said, "Oh, and featuring a drummer who's a better singer than what's his face from Megadeth,
Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustaine." That's it, and it's like, yeah.
All right, that was good.
And
I was a fan.
Nice touch during that was like they had like Megadeth art, but like it said Redemption, but in like their font, like the Megadeth font.
Yeah, I really
That
And
was
also
cute.
the crowd was going fucking nutso
Oh yeah,
during
like
this whole thing.
can we just get Megadeth during Progpower?
From like the moment he came on as a guest until after he left, the crowd was going fucking bananas.
Instead of Megadeth, we can get a tribute band of power metal bands doing Megadeth songs.
That's a good
Really
idea.
Megadeth songs.
With Chris, with Chris, dude.
With Chris Bose.
With Chris Bose, yes. Oh,
With Chris and Marty Friedman.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll be a lot of costumes all together.
So then
Bring
all the guests leave.
Yeah, exactly.
So then all the guests leave, and Tom England comes back out, and they play 2 more songs.
it was whatever.
That was.
I
And
thought the last one
crowd's
was fine.
still like going fucking nutso.
I think because the keyboardist was really going ham at this point.
The last song, I think he sounded not as bad.
I was just kind of
also a lot lower.
I was ignoring Tom England for the most part and just focusing on the keyboardist, and that made my experience better.
Oh yeah, he was great.
So overall, Redemption was great when Tom wasn't there.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been great if they had someone else, but
dude.
he brought it down a fair bit.
Yeah.
My observation, and this is more of like a hypothesis. I don't know if it's a hypothesis or not. Wasn't this supposed to be the show that they were doing a live album for?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, this was
They
recorded.
recorded the
They
DVD of that
Why?
performance.
It does not make sense then
No.
to do something so disconnected and
Yeah.
all weird. And
Yeah.
Because it's a live album.
It's hype
No,
moments.
I think that like
It's gonna make a weird video.
Yeah, it's gonna
You'll
be
edit it.
But hey, that means everyone else gets to see the guy climbing the Great Wall.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys will all be able to see this if you buy it.
I can watch the Alex Jones things on YouTube.
Maybe they'll edit that out.
Who knows?
It was a thing. It was the whole
awkward.
experience.
It was kind of awkward, I'll be honest.
It was an experience. Me and Pizza kept looking at each other.
What are we watching?
Like, what is going on?
Honestly, I can say it was
I
really.
thought it was Progpower.
It was really confusing. It was really confusing for me because I was like dying. I was like, having an actual fever dream because all this crazy US food finally got to my system and it hit me hard. We were sitting on a spot where the Wonderous AC of the venue was not heating. It was hot.
We were in the dead
And,
zone.
Yeah, it was really weird.
So yeah, Redemption. Really weird.
Bad trip, but well.
When they were good, they were great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had some high highs, some low lows. I would
Not
say.
much mid.
And some can just overall confusion.
Yeah. And then
Strategic
that
map.
ended.
Yes. And okay. So who got the notes? We after
It's on
this.
Reddit.
Someone grab your fucking phone.
Oh yeah.
We're recording
So-
on 2 of our phones.
Yeah, we need to say this.
So we got the days 3 and 4 announcements.
announcements.
Yes, day 3 and 4
Windrose.
announced.
Day 3, first band is Windrose.
Yes, the Dwarven metal folk power-ish band.
They'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Second band,
Okay, wait.
Wait,
Do you
what
actually
was-
know them? Like how?
Windrose.
Windrose?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, what's the second band?
Do you want me to just go through the list, or
we're just gonna rapid fire.
Are we gonna
Okay.
rapid fire or are we gonna talk about them?
Second band is Subsignal.
Subsignal
I
is
have no
like
idea what that is.
I don't know what they are.
they're like one of those alt rock bands, right?
It seemed like they were very poppy, very alt rocky, not metal.
Yeah, the beat that they showed because whenever they announced the band, they show a song, like half a song,
Like a minute or so, yeah.
and it was like straight up pop rock, and I
It was
don't know
weird.
what they were doing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if they fit.
I mean,
from the clip.
They didn't sound too bad, but
doesn't
not
match.
fitting.
I say not
Much like what we experienced yesterday.
Especially
Exactly.
for like especially for day 3 and 4,
yeah.
like the quote unquote real festival.
Yeah, because it wasn't neither prog nor power by
Yeah.
any stretch of the imagination.
Maybe it's just one of those with variety of the song.
Who knows? Someone correct us if we're wrong.
I am semi-familiar with the band. It's been a little while. They do have their prog moments.
Are they good? Is the
Maybe it was
They're decent.
maybe it was just a bad song.
I say
maybe
that
it was a
another
good
band
choice.
that's on the list, I would say better, but we'll get to that band later.
Okay, who's up next?
Barren Earth.
You were excited for this.
That was
one.
the first
We were-
one that I saw and went, oh!
Yeah. Those are one fucking
Wind
nuts
Rose
though.
And Barren Earth, I kind of was like, I might actually come. I might actually come those days now.
Really good.
I'm not
Prog
familiar,
death.
but you said they're prog death. That sounds
Prog
interesting.
death.
We listened to a song a minute ago. It sounded really good.
Oh,
Yeah, they remind me a lot of Witherscape, where they have their prog moments are more leaning towards prog rock almost. But then when they go into the death metal side, they have that very obvious.
How do they compare to Persephone?
We listened to them.
Their harsher stuff, like the vocals are very the deep growls.
Yeah, they're
Like
very
but then
death.
their prog side is weirdly softer.
Huh. So like
So it
more
makes more of a
extreme
stark
things.
contrast.
I see.
They
But
remind me
the
a lot of
instrumentation seemed to be steady throughout.
they remind me a lot of Witherscape.
I think I've listened to them. I don't remember. It's late.
And then who?
After that,
Psychotic Waltz.
who are these
No
people?
idea.
No idea.
I don't know.
I was having a conversation with some people who were, they were generally older, like probably late 30s or 40s, who seemed to be very hyped about it. So that might be one to check out later.
I do recognize the name.
Let us know.
From the song that was playing, it sounded like instrumental wise, they sounded really cool.
We'll check it out.
Drop a comment or like something.
Link us. Link us. a
Link
song.
us.
Yeah, link us a
Yeah.
song. Put songs in the Reddit thread on the Power Metal Discord where I posted the lineup.
Do it
Yeah.
wherever you want, just let us know so we
Yeah.
figure this out.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place for it all.
So
Then it was Orden Ogan.
Oh,
Or
baby.
no,
this will be
Pete Sword
fun.
hated that.
the crowd liked that.
I didn't hate it. I was disappointed it wasn't Thornbridge.
Thornbridge is too small.
I know, but they both have those choruses.
Thornbridge is
I
better.
think
Orden
Orden. I think Orden will be fun live, even if I'm not really.
Orden
Yeah.
Ogan has more material too, which is better.
Yeah,
And
like
they
6
have a
albums.
much better brand
I
recognition.
was-
Yeah.
The video they played for was
I played
Gunman.
Gunman.
It was Gunman, and as soon as I saw it come on, I was waiting for it, and as soon as the vocal started, I started singing along to it.
You weren't
I
the
s-
only one.
Yeah, the
I know,
crowd
the
liked
entire
it.
Yeah,
crowd
I
did.
sang it a little bit to Pete Sword and he like flipped me off.
It's like, dude, no.
I think it's gonna be a fun one next
It's
year.
going to be fun. It obviously was well received. So
It'll be like
Was-
Bloodbound, where they
was
just
that
they,
the
really
headliner
they have
though?
those
no, it
those
was not the
choruses.
headliner.
That wasn't the headliner.
Was
No,
not the head-
who's the headliner?
That's a pretty big act to not be a headliner.
It's Tommy Prague.
Tommy Prog.
Oh,
Seventh
Tommy
Wonder.
Seventh
Seventh
Wonder.
Wonder.
The 7.
That's a lot of wonders.
That's
Wow.
that's something to look forward to.
They'll probably play like a whole album.
Are they just gonna do like Mercy Falls straight
Because
through?
like it'd be
They
really
went-
weird for Seventh Wonder to play piecemeal songs.
I would be okay with Mercy Falls. I actually kind of like that one.
I don't know if they're going to do Mercy Falls though, because they played Mercy
No,
Falls.
they
and
played Tiara.
the new album will be out allegedly by then.
They would Tiara comes out like in a month.
Yeah.
But
Does it
they're gonna play Tiara,
But
probably.
Depends. Will they play it in full, or will they just play a set list that's heavy on
Yeah.
Tiara?
I think it would
Because
be
they-
really weird for Seventh Wonder of all bands to play piecemeal songs.
Maybe.
There's
They're
albums
so-
like
They
Daily
also
Go.
have an extensive discography now that they could do
They
that
probably,
pretty well.
if they're going to be focusing on the new album, what I see them doing is probably focusing on the new album. But since they're also the headliner, they have more time. They may pull stuff from, say, the Great
Like
Escape.
Sandra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll play all of
They could
Tiara
do
and then do a different set list on
I'm
top of that.
hoping for either them adding in the Angel Maker or Wise Man.
Is there a runtime for Tiara yet? Has that been?
No idea.
I mean, I could look for it after this.
I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess an hour and 10 minutes.
You heard it here first.
That's my
folks.
guess.
Yeah.
That's my Tiara guess.
Probably be about an hour.
It's gonna be around there. I'm
30
10 minutes
minutes.
off in one way.
It's been a while since we had fake news from the Biscuit.
Yeah,
Fake.
you heard it here first. Hour 10.
This is real news, though. And that's going to be like a 2-hour show.
Real news.
It's a lot of Tommy.
All right,
Great.
and then now we're moving into day 4, the big day, big boy day.
This is Frog Day.
The opener is Sorcerer.
Never heard of
Who
it.
is Sorcerer?
No idea.
I saw the name. I was thinking a different Sorcerer, but it wasn't. So I was a little
I
disappointed.
vaguely know who they are.
Are they bad?
I can't
Are they good?
remember. That's the thing. It's 2:30 in the morning, but two
It's 3:30 in the morning.
So I guess-
3:30 in the morning.
I guess we have no thoughts on this
Yeah.
one.
See, you also
You tell us.
you also just heard the dichotomy between Zelda and Larry, where I ask if they're bad. That's my first question. His first question is, are they good?
You gotta
That's
be
the glass half full.
optimistic, open mind. You know, we had multiple bands today where I had never listened to them before, and I was blown away.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
I believe, from what I remember, they are decent. It'll be interesting seeing them live.
I'll take decent.
I'm sure they'll be fine. It's a day 4 band. That's the
So-
big day.
We don't know anything about them. If you do know the
You know the drill
listener,
by this point.
Yeah,
Please
put
tell
it
us.
put it somewhere.
Song, I guess.
you can be angry at us for not knowing your favorite band, but just link us a song at least.
And then
Who's up next?
Jack Panzer.
Jack Panzer.
Panzer.
That
I can't
was-
believe Progpower knows USPM exists.
Yeah.
Jag Panzer.
They must be
What
confused.
that's a prolific band.
Oh, they're
big
one
name
of the
USPM.
first.
Yeah.
One of the first power metal bands.
These guys are old, man.
Period.
They're like up with like Manila Road and shit.
Their debut came out the same year as the Halloween EP.
Wow.
that's like what, mid
It was 84. Ample Destruction.
They are prolific.
They
So
might have
that'll
had something
be-
before that, but
that'll be a
I'm
show.
Not,
That's
I'm
gonna
not
be-
well enough.
Jag Panzer is one of those bands that are in their own league.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be riff-tastic.
Like I've been talking about that all day, right? There are these people that are in their own league. You know, you got your Fabios, you got your Hansis, you got your Tobias
And
Sammets.
Conklin still sounds great. He doesn't quite hit those highs like he used to, but he still had some.
Like even if he can't hit the notes, he's been a front man for over 30 years at this point.
for two
He's
bands.
one of those guys.
I mean, they've never been massive, but
Still, he's one of those guys that has hit
they will be
league
good.
of his own.
They will be good.
I honestly can't wait.
And he's an opener. They're an opener.
Band 2.
Where are we going from here?
Caligula's
We're getting
Horse.
deep into the prog.
Caligula's Horse was actually really their album last year was really good.
I know Ed Lefon had it as like album of the year or something like that.
It was really good.
I listened to like a song and I enjoyed it. So
It's very enjoyable.
we will enjoy it.
I don't really know them.
Maybe
I'll look at them.
They have a weird name.
They're really proggy, like real proggy.
I like the proggy.
We like proggy.
But
like
I
modern prog or
No, actual prog. I like actual.
I don't know
prog,
what that
not
means.
Triangles.
modern prog as in chug 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 chug.
no,
Yeah, I don't like the chug.
no, like prog.
Okay, good.
So where they do things and don't just chug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They vary things up as much as possible.
yeah. I'm not huge on prog, and I love the new Caligula's Horse album last year.
Well, there you go.
So,
That's good. Next is another surprise. Poets of the Fall.
This one.
what is Poets of the Fall?
All right.
Enlighten us.
My mother-in-law actually is the one who introduced me. to
Oh
this band.
boy.
Okay. My mother-in-law is also a massive symphonic metal head.
They're symphonic metal?
Are they symphonic?
They are not symphonic metal. I've listened to them. I do like them. I would call them. They straddle the alt metal, prog metal. So, but they are popular, and they are good.
I saw someone with their shirt today before the announcement, and I'm like, wow, that person must be very happy.
Yeah.
I know they were. I'm pretty sure it's them. Someone will probably point it out that I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were in Alan Wake.
With the first one?
both as themselves and as a fake band.
There was a fake band in Alan Wake,
Yeah, that is all. Unless it's a different band.
because that was
I'm
like a.
pretty sure it's Poets of the Fall, because Poets of the Fall also.
Did they do
I
the
think
Children of the Elder God song?
Yeah, that's.
I really like that song.
I mean, it's a lot different than Poets' normal style. It's heavier.
Because that
Poets, I think they did like the outro song or something like that.
it's been a long time since I played Alan Wake.
I don't know.
I've never
I'm
played
probably wrong.
Alan
Someone
Wake.
point me out.
But that's a cool vibe.
What?
I've never played Alan Wake, but I know the vibe of that game. That's an interesting vibe.
It's a great game.
They are a good band. It
Yeah,
was
they are
very
good.
weird seeing that listed there because I was like, I'm hyped.
We're gonna try it.
My-
Fit.
My mother-in-law, to give you an idea how much she's a fan, she went all the way to Finland to go watch them.
So someone gives a shit, and so maybe we should give a shit.
I mean, it may not be up to your taste. I enjoy it, but there are other bands I am more hyped to see, of course.
And we'll get to those.
Such as who?
Such as who?
Well, I don't think. The
Not
next
that-
one.
not the
The
next
next
one.
one is Ultra Prog.
Ultra Prog.
That's an old man.
Yeah, it's old. It's like it's aged for like a year.
What's the
This is,
actual band?
Threshold.
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 Who is Threshold?
For those not familiar with the name Threshold, you may remember the video where they had people get naked and paint themselves in black paint.
I do not know this music video. I need to see.
I didn't. So the video came on, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Threshold?" And Pizza was like, "Ultra Prog, the original Ultra Prog meme band." And I'm like, I don't remember. But then they got to the part of the video where they're painting themselves with paint, and I'm like, "Oh, the paint
Prog.
video, Ultra Prog."
I feel like I'm so out of the loop on this.
So the
It's an
Ultra
old
Prog
movie.
came from, I believe they're with Nuclear Blast.
Probably.
And in the description for the video, they described them as Ultra Prog Masters. Like,
Masters.
what the hell is... Or,
Yeah.
Maybe not Masters, but Ultra Prog is
That
how
was
they
the
describe it.
keyword,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's the keyword.
I need to look
I'm
this
not-
what the hell does that mean?
It's fucking-
It wasn't bad, but like Ultra Prog, what does that mean?
I mean, it's,
So, if you're
And then we went
listening
with it.
and you have a band, don't call yourself Ultra Prog. Don't
Unless
go
you
to
can
that band.
back-
Oh, I don't even think it was their fault. I think
If you
it's
can
Nuclear
back up
Blast
to your
being
Ultra
called
Prog
themselves.
though, with like science, let us know.
Or with,
I would love to see what Ultra Prog definitively is.
or maybe with raw talent.
Every single instrument is playing a totally different song, and it just happens to.
And it all works.
It just happens to line up at certain points.
I'm
It's
down
like
for
it's
that.
like
The
Pink
ultimate
Floyd.
polyrhythm.
It's like Pink Floyd, right? It just backwards. Yeah.
Okay, the important one.
Wait,
Important
wait. We gotta get a hot take from Coil.
Is he awake?
Hot take.
Prog. What's your
Ultra
thoughts
Prog.
on Ultra Prog?
I don't know.
All right.
Beautiful.
Thanks for the hot
Coil's
take.
hot take.
Well,
right
I'll say I've listened to Threshold and I like him.
Oh,
Okay.
we got a positive take.
now. Ooh.
Thanks for bringing us into your domain.
No problem.
Coil's domain. Hot take. All right.
Now
Headliner.
we leave the
I have
domain.
more
The
later.
man that-
Don't worry.
Is this the headliner?
the other
Yes.
band I am absolutely hyped for.
Is this the headliner?
This is the main headline.
So this
is the headliner of the
This is your
headliners.
boy.
They're probably
So-
not thinking- they're probably not
so
thinking-
No one thought this was possible.
Let's put this into perspective. So, if you remember, we mentioned before that for the first 2 days we were really excited because Galnerius was coming, and I was like, no, what
That's
can
crazy.
possibly headline any other
Yeah,
day that's
so,
bigger than Galnerius?
Before you guys, I gotta hype
Just a
this
little
up.
more, just a
I
little.
gotta do the intro. So it's your boy. You may or may not remember. A couple months ago,
It's a little
we had
known,
a
little
certain
known.
somebody on the podcast, and that certain somebody has a certain side project with another certain band, and they may or may not have like headlined Vakin this year or next year.
They were at Walk On. I don't think they.
Next year.
They're headlining Vakin next year. You may or may not have heard of his little band called Demons and Wizards.
Oh
Yes! Fuck
And they
yes!
hyped it up with Terror Train too.
Headlining
Oh, God.
Progpower
So good.
2019, Day 4 / the whole festival, presumably playing their new album.
Hansi Kirsch is coming to town, boys. I'm hyped.
Seventh Wonder guaranteed me that I'd be coming to Days 3 and
Demons
4.
reinforced it.
Demons, both basically stamped and sealed the
Yeah.
entire thing.
I'm gonna see
Yeah.
Tommy Karevik and Hansi Kirsch back to back.
Does this
That
mean
would be
Hansi is going to be back on the podcast?
We gotta try.
I hope,
We
yeah.
gotta try.
Oh,
At the
Demons,
very
Demons and
least-
Wizards. Okay, I was saying this earlier. 2019, year of Demons and Wizards. Headlining Vakin, headlining Progpower, new album. I'm telling you right here.
oh,
The album's
Better be.
confirmed.
Or it might follow suit.
The album's
with
confirmed for like
orchestral
spring.
The orchestral album for Blind Guardian is early next year.
album.
2 different projects.
Allegedly.
Uh-huh.
It's been 20 years, Jack.
I won't
Hansi
even-
told us himself
I won't even
next year.
believe it if Hansi does it. Well, give me a pinky swear. Unless he
Hansi-
gives me the fucking album.
What's the German version of Pinky Swear? Do they do that?
Pinky swear, probably.
Pinky swear.
So, on icing on the cake on that,
Iced earthing on the cake.
well, the iced earthing on the cake on that
God.
today is that Pizor actually found a bootleg Blind Guardian CD.
We're moving on from
Imaginations from Hamburg.
Imaginations from Hamburg.
So we open it up, and it's a legit CD. Silver press CD. It's real.
It's
not
a professional press.
Yeah.
Who thought it? Have you listened? Oh, yeah, I see.
We don't know.
I have no idea if it's awful or anything. It looks to be from the Imaginations tour, right in their prime. It also has 3 extra songs that are supposedly acoustic, which that could be neat.
So
it also could sound like total ass.
we got this cool bootleg, or Pizor got this cool bootleg, and he's like, "Oh, I wonder what's in the booklet." So he pulls the booklet out.
Totally
And
empty.
it's empty.
Damn
So this is prime Hansi Kirsch signing material.
I'm gonna make him sign as big as he can.
And he's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Don't ask, just sign.
And you're gonna be like, "I bought this at Progpower last year."
Like, assuming they do a signing session, we're gonna get in line. We're gonna say, "Hi, Hansi, you were on our podcast."
I'll
He's
wait
gonna
in line
like,
for an hour.
I'd wait in line for 5 hours only.
Yeah,
We'll start making the line now.
Line now, whole year.
we're in front.
Inside the venue. Put up a tent.
I
All
am
right.
just really, really hyped because 2 of my absolute favorite singers, backed by 2 of my favorite bands.
We gotta move it along a bit. We're dragging a bit.
What else we got?
So okay, are we done with the stuff for next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, you might say the one thing that I saw that we didn't mention yesterday.
Ooh, surprise take.
Forget about it.
Hot take.
Iron Attack, looking at their metal archive, listening for the band members, does say Yama B
He's
currently live.
He sort of
Wait, Iron
he guests
Attack?
with them, and occasionally when they do live stuff, he's there too.
Well, I know, but he will
Is
he
Iron
will be
Attack
live.
there?
No,
Iron
Why
Man.
is this relevant?
Iron Mask.
It's Iron
Was
Man.
it? Oh, okay, then my bad.
Okay.
Never mind.
Forget that.
There's no Galneria.
There's too many irons around.
We don't have that much.
Forget.
There's
There's
only
only
so
one.
much weebiness.
Yeah,
that
there's only
goes
one
there.
JPM.
Only one.
It's not like we're not getting Iron Attack. We're not getting like Unlucky Morpheus. We're not getting Jupiter. None of this
Too
shit.
many irons.
There's no weebs here.
Just Galnerius.
Anyway,
Iron
so
Mask, I thought it was Iron Maiden.
So the announcement.
Iron Savior?
The announcement happened,
Oh.
and then
Then
a
we hit
little
some-
new band from a certain Mark Portnoy.
Mike.
Mark. From a certain Mike Portnoy. He, his little new band, Sons of Apollo,
Sons of Apollo.
comes on.
Man, this was like, for me,
This shit was crazy.
I don't think I deserve
Way
to watch
better than I
this.
expected.
Like, me and Kyle said, like, Voyager was crazy the other night. But, like, that was mainstream normie shit compared to tonight. Sons of Apollo runs the gamut from prog metal to, like...
This was ultra prog.
To, like, jazz, to, like, early 70s gospel music.
To the Pink
This
As
was-
in real prog.
yeah, this was a real masterclass
Jesus.
on real prog. It was more rock than metal, you can say, but it was hard.
It
as
goes
fuck.
back to... It's got groove rock.
We
It's
have
got
everything
fucking
now. You
Van
guys-
Halen.
I told you all.
It had bits
when-
of like really heavy groovy
Yeah.
metal.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
like I
wow.
told you when James Labrie was canceled and these guys hopped in, it was like yes.
I honestly forgot who the original headliner was.
I feel like they gave a little bit of a snark towards it. Like, well, instead of your regularly scheduled,
You're stuck with us.
You're
And it's
stuck
like,
with us.
oh, you insist.
But yeah, these guys, I
Exactly
knew
same.
nothing about Sons of Apollo.
Same. I knew Darko liked them.
Like mostly like everyone. It's a super group, like
Yeah.
a super group. Everyone there was just. I knew it would be great just knowing the names that were in there. I hadn't listened to the album before the show, honestly,
They're
and I knew they were great.
so those members are some of the very few that can, because they've all worked together in some form, that they know each other well, and they've all done super groups together before. They're usually pretty good. Like even at their worst, they're still
Yeah.
entertaining. So them being together.
So let's dig into it. What made them so good?
The opening track was the most fun I've had all week.
Really?
Yes.
Every song felt unique.
Was that the opening? That might not have been the opening
Every
track.
member shined.
Yeah,
No one overshadowed themselves, each other, even though they were all extremely good. at
They're
what
all they showed off so much.
yeah. They are all the best.
I
in
think
fields.
the absolute best was the vocalist harmonizing with his
Yeah.
own echoes.
That was-
because
yeah.
that means he's doing those, like he's doing the repetitive lines and doing
And-
them at the
yeah.
exact time that his echo is replaying. So
And
it
matching the actual pitches that he needs to match.
not just the pitches, but the
yeah,
timing
yeah.
at this, like those two
Everything.
together. That's insane.
Yeah. So-
Everyone got extended solos. Everyone. All
Everyone.
5.
Like
That's just like that.
if you never if you never had a vocalist do a solo on you, like this was like the just and a great example of like what you call this is a true vocalist. This is a true master
Because he's
of
doing
his field.
he's doing something very unique to show off his talent. Like I've never seen someone try to do that.
Oh, I've seen it quite some time.
This shit was
Yeah.
batshit,
Yeah.
yo.
And all the stage presence from every
Batshit.
single member.
Yeah,
They were they engaged the audience.
yeah.
really
They,
well.
they are like
More than any other band.
Yeah,
we'll
like-
get to that.
we remember that
You can
in
tell
other
that
bands.
Yeah,
they do
we
it.
will.
Yeah.
They do it.
Yeah,
all.
we will.
Yeah, they do it a lot.
Oof.
Like these guys are in the other bands that we've seen that we've said that they had great stage presence. We've talked a lot about the vocalist engaging with the audience and
Child's
band
Play compared to
members.
this.
Everyone
Here,
engaged with the audience.
Each one of them was a frontman, basically.
Guitarist guy. Who was he?
Bumblefoot.
Him.
He's just
Me, Pizza, and Four Gates were on the left side of the audience. We were on stage right, and there's this motherfucker with like a Viking helmet on.
Oh, yeah.
And
Let's-
the guitarist notices the Viking helmet and he's like, wow, that's really cool.
I
And he's
gotta
like,
have
hey,
that.
he's like, you. And he's like pointing really aggressively.
Wait, that's where you got it from the
yeah,
audience?
just some
Yeah.
rando.
I thought he got it off stage.
No, he was just like really aggressively pointing at this guy. And he's
It's
like, oh,
getting
you?
better.
And he's like, yeah. He's like,
oh man, we didn't see that. So
oh,
Larry's
he gets it. He was
gesticulating.
like, yeah.
Yes, the miming doesn't really work.
He was
You
like
can't see
pointing
it.
at the dude's hat and pointing at him and pointing at his head, pointing at the dude's hat, back at him, you know, like obviously motioning to give him the hat if he's chill with it. Because he was like definitely doing the if you're chill with it, like hands up sort of thing. So the dude was obviously like, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I'm chill with that.
So then he had a rando's like Viking hat from the
Yeah.
audience.
I made
for,
a
like,
comment to
half a
Ben.
song.
He had much bigger horns than the Bloodbound guy. With his baby horns.
Oh, also, everyone had double neck.
Yeah,
instruments.
let's talk about the equipment.
Oh yeah.
So these guys come out on stage before playing any music, and the guitarist has a double neck guitar with that lights up on the side.
Oh.
Then the bassist comes out with a double neck bass.
No,
Yeah.
The guitar also, it had one of the necks and was a fretless.
Correct.
I was confused.
And
I
they
noticed.
were and they had lights.
Oh yeah,
on
it
them.
looked really
Yeah.
smooth.
And they had lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that the
So,
smoothest. There's no
le-
frets on it.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this is my turf here.
Okay,
Let's
instrument
talk
nerd.
about-
Let's go.
So
What does no frets mean?
Bumblefoot's guitar is a double neck, and he has probably he had the same tuning in both necks, 6 strings. He had a regular fretted neck and a fretless neck, which is a whole metal fingerboard. The frets, for those of you don't know, are the little metal lines on a guitar that when you press on them, and
Yeah.
when you remove those, you no longer have like the notes delimited by them, so you can press a pitch anywhere,
Oh,
like a violin.
You're
like
going
a
from discrete to
violoncello.
continuous.
that's ultra prog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is so.
Yeah, you're making up notes at that point.
You can
Infinite
play
notes.
quarter tones or 8 notes or whatever.
You're playing shit
You
that no
want.
one's ever written
And
down.
yeah, you can divide semitones in whatever you want, and you can do crazy sliding, which is what mostly he did, and the precision with which he handled that instrument was unbelievable, top notch, the best.
When they came out with this hardware, I'm like, okay, these guys are compensating. They gotta really bring it to not look like jackasses. And my
So
God,
more hardware. Portnoy obviously brought his own drum kit.
Yeah.
crazy drum kit.
So far,
Didn't use the Progpower drum kit. It was his own.
yeah. So far, most of the bands have been using the house kit. Angra brought their own drum
Oh, I
kit.
didn't notice.
And Mike brought his own drum kit as usual.
I believe he had metal sticks.
He always has his
He
own
would
drum
never
kit.
play
Yeah.
with the standard drum
Yeah,
kit.
he wouldn't. Like, not at all.
I believe he had metal sticks. They looked very shiny.
There were a lot of times I noticed when he was flipping them, he would catch it the other way and he would just play with
Yeah,
it.
he'd play with
back
it
Yeah.
back.
and forth.
So one thing
Until
you
you
might
could
not
get
know.
a chance to
But he
flip it
does that
around.
a lot.
Yeah, no. One thing that you might not know is that Mike Portnoy, if you know a drumstick, it has like an end that ends
It has
in
the
a tape.
tapered end and the fat
Yeah,
end.
exactly. But when you're playing a snare, especially in metal or hard rock, you want to really hit that snare, and you want to make it like pound it.
Oh,
And
so
one
you
way
hit
to
with
do
the fat
that,
end.
you got two fat ends. So Mike's sticks are for his left hand. He brings sticks with tips, and for his right hand, he grabs sticks with tips on them, and for his left hand, just fat ends on both. So
Oh.
it doesn't matter.
But the thing, the one on his left though, there was a white end on one side,
Maybe it's
and he
just
was
color.
switching between the two.
Maybe he has.
Maybe he was trying to show off.
No, he probably has a
Maybe.
nylon tip for symbols because
So he
hitting
doesn't
wood
hurt
on
the
the symbol.
cymbals.
If you
But
hit-
even then,
Yeah.
he was still doing that on the cymbals too. Like sometimes he would catch it like on
Yeah.
his like between his pinky and his ring finger,
Yeah.
and he would just kind of.
He
Yeah,
would
he
look,
likes-
look at it for a second
he-
pointedly.
he likes doing all that.
Yeah,
crap,
he would like pointedly look at it and go like, "Fuck it."
I thought it was really funny because
Yeah.
like he would constantly be doing that and changing.
Yeah, he
it
does
up.
that all the time.
It's
He
so
does
good.
that all the
I
time,
love it.
especially
And,
in
until
his-
he had like the opportunity to spin it around like a drummer does to get it.
Yeah, I
oriented.
think he dropped like 6 sticks.
Yeah, I
during
saw
the
him.
workshop.
I
There are a lot of
saw
flying
him.
sticks.
But
He was throwing his sticks like 30
he
feet up,
he
man.
didn't miss a single beat. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He knows
Whenever-
exactly
yeah.
when to do it.
Yeah, when he drops a stick, he can play everything else with one hand while he gets a stick with the other.
He had an assistant. Like he was the only person with a dedicated assistant.
No.
Because he has
No,
he has someone
yeah.
just to spin the microphone.
Oh, is that all it
That's
was?
all.
Or
Okay.
no, he has
love
he
his
has
mic
a
apparatus.
button to like swing it to him, and then he
knocks
flips
it away himself,
And then
yeah.
there's people
To tie
obviously
the
yeah
pieces. But that's just a stage-hand.
yeah they're
Oh,
but
nice.
everyone has actually their own takes. Just
Oh, okay.
mics are the ones that have to go into the stage and you see them. But Billy Sheehan's take is always there on the side to catch his bass and set it and make sure that everything's in tune and everything's connected and working. And Bumblefoot's take, I'm sure, was on the other side of the stage, which you couldn't see.
And keyboardist.
Keyboard is Derek Sheridan. Oh.
Oh, this
He
dude,
had
dude's a monster.
he had a straight up
He had a Hammond.
wooden Hammond organ.
That's
straight
that's
up
what
real.
you know. We're doing prog, right?
Ultra prog.
When you have a Hammond organ
Well, a
with a
real
Leslie
Hammond,
speaker
not-
connected to a freaking
Yeah.
Marshall amplifier.
Not just like a
just
keyboard.
like your Lord intended.
Not just a keyboard doing Hammonds, but like a real Hammond, and he had like 80 fucking amps surrounding him,
And a couple more keyboards.
and then he had another keyboard and another keyboard.
Yeah, so 2 keyboards, 2 get-ins, and a Hammond organ, and he did like the longest fucking solo, and I was okay with it.
Dude, he took us to church.
Oh wait, is that?
Oh,
Is
the
it
guest
alive?
is arriving.
I'm
We
just gonna get the
people.
door. This might be a whole party going on. This might be Chris Bose. This is Bobby Oleone.
Yeah, this motherfucker took us
Unlock
to church like 8 times.
super locked right here? There we go.
We're doing the podcast.
We're recording, Ben.
Oh, it's just-
special arrival.
Okay, so we're talking.
Okay,
We just talked
welcome
about drums,
to Ben.
so we can backtrack actually, because
Alright.
Ben's a drummer.
So now we have more drummers in the room.
Talk about Portnoy for a bit.
I was here.
Portnoy.
Yeah, we just
pretty
we just
good.
wrapped up on that. And man, so we mentioned Derek Sheridan solo right now and everything that he did. That Hammond, man, that was intense. We have Billy Sheehan. Like one of the best rock metal bass players ever.
That-
And
I've never been so enraptured by bass playing in my life,
exactly.
and I never will be again.
I've always loved bass playing, but that's my dad's bass players. But I've always enjoyed it, and I do love it when I can see it shine. And it was not a shining moment; it was a supernova moment.
Exactly.
That's a good way to put it.
Because that's just the amount of finger work he was doing. It was almost
He was very
What's the
clearly
point?
picking. He was very clearly picking with everything.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
finger.
Like all 10 fingers.
10 digits. It's insane.
It was.
Yeah.
I know if my dad had been here, he would have gone nuts. But I was watching that like, holy crap! And I only thought it would be like 15 seconds or 30 seconds. How it ended up being like what 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
It's like a full
It's
song.
like
Mel.
yeah.
Yeah, whenever he does,
Full song.
whenever he does his solos, it's basically just a full song. Sometimes he did it today as well, but he's been changing it up. He usually plays some Bach stuff as part of his main bass solo. He did some new stuff like the harmonics part was really something new that was great. When he was playing the bass and he's saying like beep, 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 super high pitch. I don't know how best to explain it to you, but yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Being
I-
someone
to be
that
fair,
plays
I've actually-
bass,
I've
that's
actually heard a
great.
very similar sound on the Alkaloid does something like that. It's a prog death
Yeah.
band with it sounds like really high picking.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
It sounds like it would actually be a guitar doing it,
Exactly.
but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't need a guitar
But-
to go high.
Yeah, because I was listening. I'm like, that sounds like a guitar, not a bass. So that just
And it's really
It worked
quick
hard.
too. It's a really
Yeah.
quick, really short sound.
Yeah, correctly. Exactly. Those are harmonics, natural and artificial harmonics on the strings on the bass guitar.
My hands were cramping watching.
Yeah. Like this dude is a monster. Fun thing you may know, like more like fact about it is like there's these magazines like Bass Guitar Magazine and others, and he's basically ranked the best rock bass player every year since those magazines exist.
I don't doubt
those
that.
rankings. Maybe sometimes Geddy Lee gets in front of him because it's Geddy Lee, but
Because he is the best.
yeah.
As
So
the man saying, as the man wearing the rush shirt says,
yeah.
His third Rush shirt.
Yeah.
It's only number 2.
Second. Fucking it.
Yeah,
Third
3
is
was
coming.
the.
Third is
He
coming.
wasn't allowed to wear 3.
Is 3 tomorrow?
If he
I
wears
only brought
3, he
2.
has to
Oh,
buy.
I only brought 2.
right?
Well, one thing that I missed in this show is like Billy didn't have a microphone for himself, so he didn't take part of on the harmonies. But I guess he doesn't do it in every band. And as usual, I could talk for like 1 hour on his gear alone because it's just great. But I don't gotta bore you with that.
So, we already talked about all of their like solos.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So, we talked about this a bit earlier. Their solos were very much like musicians showing off to other musicians.
Not that much, just
It was still a show.
a tiny bit.
Yeah,
It was
but like,
half self-indulgence.
Yeah, I would say-
but I think as a non-musician with very, 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 very little musical background, they went on a little bit long.
You are a vocalist now, though.
Yeah, we'll get to this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Surprise biscuit.
But I think they went on a little bit long. I think, when you're playing a show and you're giving everyone like their own bit, right? You can drop the jazz audience 3 times before
Audience
they kind of
drops.
get done with it. Right? Like, my jaw dropped, and then it dropped further, and then it was on the ground, and then I'm like,
Get all
oh.
sore.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, this is too much. Now I'm just gonna like rein it back. And just kind of be like in awe, but not in shock.
But all of the songs they played
They were all phenomenal.
were really engaging, and they weren't wankery.
I
They
think
were
he
actual
means,
songs.
I think it means just for the
Yeah, I know,
solos
just for the
itself.
solos,
Yeah, just for the solos, I think it kind of messed with the flow of the show. They just went on a little bit long as a non-musician. I'm sure as a musician, I would have appreciated the entire thing for
I
what
know
it
I did.
was. Yeah,
I admit the flow of the show was weird, but I just kind of went with it because I was enjoying it so much.
and this is all is the prog. Everything,
It's
everything's
on
weird.
3 sticks.
Ultra prog.
Exactly. That we mentioned that. Yeah. Oh man.
So then they finished all the solos.
And they
Well,
did some
what
more
was right
songs.
after that?
And then, should we get to the encore stuff?
Yeah. So we talked
Just
about.
about. I think we can skip to the encore stuff.
It's getting late.
Yeah. I don't know how long we've been. We
Over an hour, I think.
yeah, for sure.
It's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
Okay.
So we get to the
wrap
encore.
it up.
Anyway, encore. So
Encore.
they're off stage. It's dark. People are asking for the encore. The guitarist comes back on stage. He's doing his thing. Then all of a sudden, I don't know where the vocalist is in the back of the crowd in the
Yeah.
seats, and he's just chilling with some dude, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna play Van Halen," and then they do.
No, it's better. He's like, yo, this show's great. I love
Yeah.
watching this. Play Van Halen.
And so they do, and like he's mingling with the crowd while doing Van Halen.
Yeah.
Speaking of mingling with the crowd,
No. What song did he sing?
The Cradle Will Rock.
Cradle of Rock, Van Halen, and he's walking through the crowd, singing Cradle of Rock with the crowd. Comes up to this dude, first chorus, and some rando dude in the crowd sings the first chorus, or he's like the meat of it. And then he's like mingling through the crowd. He's mingling through the crowd.
Who's he go to next?
He's like high-fiving people, whatever. And at this point, like about, 45 minutes ago, I went out, got some water, came back in and sat down. And I was looking at Darko and Zelda and whatnot, trying to like find a time when there weren't people tight around them to go back down. Hadn't come up yet. So I'm just sitting on like the stairwell, or on the first seat off of the stairwell. And then this motherfucker comes right up to me, so I grab his hand, I'm like, fuck yeah. And then he puts the microphone in my face for the next chorus. And I'm like,
so the biscuit happened.
I don't really know Van Halen,
Star
but I
of
was
the
paying
show.
attention a second ago. So, yeah, that was interesting. I really hope there was a picture. That'd
At
be
least
fun.
we got to
Somebody.
saw that.
There's gotta be
Well, there were a
some.
lot of photographers. There was one
Yeah.
by me taking photos.
I assume one of the
Just
show
to find
photographers took a picture. I'll have to look later.
We'll find something. We'll take.
And immediately after that, I look up.
Yeah. And then Darko, Zelda, and Ben were like looking up, and it
We're
took them a
pointing at
second.
Yeah.
Took them a second. They're like, "Oh, that's fucking Larry," and then I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking Larry."
I didn't know where the fuck you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we knew it was you because the dude was. We were following the
saw the
singer,
demon bitch.
and he just sat there next to the demon bitch guy.
Yeah. So
And it's
like,
yo,
that was cool.
that's the biscuit, right?
That was
there.
interesting. So I
Part of the
sang.
show.
I sang "Cradle of Rock."
Dude, Biscuit Fest.
How bad did I sound? How bad was my voice?
It was. I mean, you could. There was just a crowd.
How hoarse was I?
It was like one word.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you just did your thing.
Who knows? It was fun. It was very unexpected.
That's gonna be your moment of the show.
That's like never happened to me before.
His musical career is off to a great start.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna get signed.
We have musical credibility now.
We do.
Dude, you can sing for Hailstorm.
Oh.
Chris Bose, you're probably not listening, but maybe you are to get a day 3
There's
recap.
no way he made it this deep.
Hit me up.
Oh god.
I don't think anyone made it this deep.
I'll hit you up actually.
If you made it this deep, comment, I made it this deep.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Oh boy.
I made it this deep. The word hashtag.
The
Yeah.
words, yeah. So that we know that you actually
Yeah.
were listening.
Yeah, I'm in a band now. I was in Sons of Apollo briefly.
Lead vocal.
That's a
Special
mad
guest.
credit.
Yeah, I was briefly in Sons of Apollo,
Yeah.
No, it would be Larry the Biscuit.
and I left on good
featuring-
terms.
It was insane.
We left on good terms. It was amicable.
You're gonna come back for the reunion tour.
Yeah. We were really, we were just from the start, I was looking forward to hanging out with them if they stayed for the after party, but they had to catch a flight to Japan like 3 a.m. So they probably are already at the airport while we're recording this.
I'm honestly amazed they played that last encore song.
Oh well, as I said, like so, they were like a late addition to the festival because James Lovery canceled, and they just make the show work and just play this little show before flying to somewhere else.
Yeah,
and
so-
it was the
When did the show end? Like 12:30,
Like it was like 1:15.
yeah.
and they had to be
Pretty
on a
late.
plane. They had to be on a plane at 4,
yeah.
which means they had
Well,
to
let's say
be.
they had to get up at 3.
It's probably a 6 a.m. flight. That,
Yeah,
Oh,
But
okay.
still.
But
but
still,
still because it's an
they still have to
international
pack
flight.
up all. They still
They
have
had
to get all
to
their shit packed
tear
up.
down
A lot
the
of shit to
whole,
pack up.
the
Yeah.
whole, like they have the 2 Marshall amplifiers, the
They
Mark
got to pack
Hammond,
up
the
all of
Leslie,
their musical
or
equipment,
everything.
That was Portnoy
They
shit,
are not
too.
sleeping.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah,
they have to go
awesome.
pack up all of their personal stuff, and then get everything into the fucking plural vans. I
so
assume.
they're just heroes. That's what. we're
Luckily
saying.
for them, they'll be able to sleep on the flight there. Hopefully.
These
That's
guys.
It's a
probably
long
what they were
flight.
Yeah, it's
doing.
13 hours. Or
Thanks,
something.
thanks, James. I'm really enjoying that Dream Theater CD that just came out. Yeah.
Oof. So anyway, these guys are legends.
Yeah.
This was a magical show. I'm so glad.
And this was like a fucking one night only show too. Like this is never gonna happen again.
in America for a while.
With Sons
Yeah,
of
because-
no, this particular show, never gonna happen again.
Alright.
Because
Well,
they
that's
want
Yeah,
the
'cause you're not
music
gonna be there.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna be there. Yeah, first of all,
Okay.
I've left the band.
Thoughts of the whole day.
I think this is the strongest day by far.
Yeah, for me it was the strongest day so far.
This is my first day, so obviously it's gonna be automatically be my strongest day.
With Angra and then this, I don't know
Yeah.
how Taria can possibly like say call herself a headliner tonight.
Honestly,
Yeah, no.
I don't
it's
think
like-
she's going to be able to.
I think Ailstorm's going to steal the show tomorrow night.
I don't know.
I think there's very
Us-
little that will
I
top
honestly-
that, other than personal favorites type of thing.
I think Ailstorm is going to steal the show and get like a 20-minute encore and basically play a 2-hour set.
Having had no exposure to Sons of Apollo before this, and then being this blown away, I don't think anything can come remotely close to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Other than being drunk during Hailstorm, which is a different kind of pleasure.
That's
That's just a
drink.
that's
Drink.
That's just a raw party.
Yeah, like I'm so hyped for that. Like I drank a decent amount the first day. I drank there's only like a couple beers the last couple of days, but with day 4 coming up, I think we might be dropping that bar tab again.
Rum. Odds of rum.
No, flight's early. Flight's at 10.
Wait, my flight's later.
Dude, weren't you like in Sons of Apollo? You can't pull it off.
Oh, it wasn't Sons of Apollo. You're right. I gotta live up to my bandmates. They're staying up all night.
They can't be the other ones to go through this.
Yeah. I got a
Don't be
solidarity.
selfish.
Solidarity with Portnoy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't be like blackout drunk. I'll just be more drunk than 2 beers.
You'll be what I was.
So 3.
I don't know. We'll see. It's somewhere between 3 and 10.
It'll be Uber Day.
So
We have
Less
plenty in
than
the fridge
Ben.
we can pre-drink.
Yeah,
More than you.
we have
We
quite
can
a
we can pregame. Yeah,
quite a few left there.
well, so that was Friday.
it was insane.
It happened.
Now
It
it's
was
Saturday.
great. Well,
It's 4:06 on Saturday.
so
Show starts in 10 hours.
something like that. We'll meet again for the next review on the final day.
Thanks for tuning into our ramblings.
No, because it's not just the final day. It's just the final day of Prog.
Yeah, only of the final day of Progpower because
It's not the
there will be
final
more
episode of 14.
of raw
Yeah.
power.
of Raw Power. This is Raw Power. We didn't mention it before, but it is.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
This is the.
We're just now getting around to it.
Yeah.
By the way,
Welcome
the
to
thing-
episode 14, the super special power metal special raw power.
Raw
No
power.
editing. Just- The straight from our mouths to your ears. No editing.
Shitty phone mics.
No preservatives.
From our ears to your mouths.
Farm
So
to
we
table.
got 2 more. We got day 4, and then we got pumpkins.
The pumpkins will
Yeah,
unite
and
again.
maybe an extra 30-second review from us later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay powerful, everyone.
Stay powerful.
Stay powerful.
Outro. Okay. Do you want to do the intro that you don't know
Oh,
how to
are we
do?
doing? Oh, wait. Every time we do this.
It's recording.
Oh, okay.
We're not editing this.
Okay.
It's getting uploaded.
All right, we're live. Sup, nerds? That was totally unnecessary because we're already recording. Yeah, I haven't been here.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
I guess I'll do the intro.
Welcome to episode 14
D. 14D.
of the powerful summer extravaganza super special Prog Power
Raw Power.
Power
Unedited, uncut.
Is that what it's called? Does
Yeah.
the segment have a name?
We call it raw
Raw
power.
power.
'cause It's unedited.
Yeah. Because you're not editing anything and it's being recorded on phones.
This is
Directly
no. I
to you.
just posted a picture on the Instagram.
All right,
I don't remember what it's called.
Raw Power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just retweeted the Facebook story on the Snapgram.
I was
We're
actually
all-
thinking about. I don't actually know how to do that.
We're a little late.
Yeah.
We're a little tired. We're a little in a different city.
Yes.
We are. Where are we?
We are in Chicago because we are going to be seeing Pumpkins
Chicago.
United tomorrow.
This city is really confusing. Can I just say that? So when we we were walking around looking for nourishment, and we saw all these weird art sculptures. So I posted some art sculptures from Atlanta, and they were like, what is this one? This is like crucified babies in a glass dome from our Airbnb.
The Jar of Souls.
And then there was also this fish eating like a car in Atlanta, which represents cars.
Deep.
The car represents the car.
No. This is cars. This is representing the Earth saying "fuck you" to cars for destroying it, because the car is being eaten. You see. And then I thought we were kind of done with like fucking weird art, but
Then
we
we got to
arrived
Chicago.
here in Chicago, and there's this park, and it has this tree that has a hand wrapped around it like a giant dick sticking out of the ground. Excuse my language. And then
fuck your language, dude.
there is also this other tree sculpture thing, which is a totem of butts.
Yes.
It's like a series of butts. I have posted this to Instagram stories. I'll put them on highlights just because this is funny. And I also caught this really cool action shot of a squirrel.
Yeah.
Look, it's flying.
I'm sure the audience appreciates the audio descriptions of our current Instagram story.
Also, apparently people just park in the middle of the street.
Yeah. It makes no sense. There's people parallel parking like normal people, and then there's people in the middle of the street.
Like in the turn lane.
And they're parked. They're just parked.
Yes.
Unless that's a parking lane and not a turn lane.
Man, this is a wild episode of Raw Power.
Yeah.
So normally we record these at like 3 a.m. after the show. We weren't able to do that yesterday, so we waited until we got to Chicago today. It's like,
And we're just as tired.
it's like 6 p.m. and we're still
This
so
is
fucked.
after 4 days of shows for you guys. 2 for me, or more like 1.5, because I actually just can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Who even played yesterday? I don't even
I
remember.
I will
man.
discuss this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess we'll let's just jump into day 4 of Prog Power.
Hey, who was one? Who was first?
Number 1 was Triosphere.
Triosphere.
Right.
Our
Triosphere.
darlings. We love Triosphere.
Triosphere was
They
great.
were really good, and the crowd was super into them, like almost immediately.
I
Yeah.
think they were my favorite opener.
Yeah, same favorite opener for sure.
They kicked ass. Oh, we should say who's here. So
Oh yeah, let's introduce
so,
ourselves.
Yes, we have
Oh.
Four Gates back.
We did-
Yeah,
Finally.
I'm back. I guess my fucking weird name that I've decided to use is Four Gates and whatever.
That's long been established.
It's been 1 year.
I know. It's been 1 year. Why am I still doing this?
Because we're all very tired.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that was part of the experiment for like, okay, every day after Prog Power, we're going to get more and more tired. And by God, you are getting that experience. Also, so ZF is here, and a few other people. We got Larry Biscuit.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
He's like lying down. His belly is
Yeah.
sticking out. It's a great
Sweet
image.
abs. And,
Sweet ab, just one ab.
It's an awesome 3-pack.
you know. And Darko's here,
I am here. I am still in the US, having fun.
In real life.
eating lots of
IRL.
crappy food. It's
Hasn't
great.
been deported.
I still haven't been deported. That's good.
Oh, look, motorcycles. Oh, you guys experiencing my life right now. Recording, and
yeah,
there's like
yeah.
motorcycles outside. This is great.
We got Pizza,
Hello.
and we got Ben.
Yay.
So, this is what remains of our group in Chicago, and yeah, back to Prog Power. So, Triosphere, excellent, and they had a special surprise during their show,
There was a moment at the show.
a romantic moment.
Yeah, it was like a little interruption, and they just said that they were dedicating this very special show that they were playing to a lovely couple, and
So they had the guy had something to ask the girl,
Yeah.
and proposed to her in the middle of Triosphere's set.
yep,
Their first show in America, and boom, they already got a proposal. That's impressive.
yeah, that's something for
To have
to
a
cross off the bucket list.
to have a proposal
Yeah.
during your set.
Like you
Should
have
that
the
be a
honor.
goal?
You have the honor of providing the setting for
That's
power
what we
metal
made.
proposal.
Power proposal.
Power
proposal.
posal. Oh my god.
Prog posal.
Prog.
Oh,
Progposal.
proposal.
The
That's,
thing
that's
is,
a good one.
they're not prog though. They're more the
No,
power
They're
side.
No.
more power.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a prog power.
Well,
Power posal.
so that was cool. Everyone cheered. Everyone is happy.
She said yes, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
hopefully.
that's good.
Yeah, because everyone was clapping before she replied because
I couldn't even see
No
or hear
pressure.
them. I just was assuming
Yeah.
she said yes.
yeah.
She
I hope you.
She
if
probably said no.
If you are listening, I hope you are happy.
Yeah. Congrats,
Congrats.
to randos.
And don't steal each other's light away. You know.
Hey.
Hey.
So sick.
That's where we're at now, guys.
Yeah.
No, that was clever. You're braver than I.
So that was Triosphere. and they were really good.
They were
It
excellent.
sounded great, and the great performance. They were having fun. We were having fun. And then I think I didn't see anything else.
We
And then we got
okay. We split up. So day 4 was a weird day.
Yeah.
Everyone caught up with us.
I didn't
Yeah.
really get to I didn't really get to talk about my existential crisis that I just saw Labyrinth
Too late.
live on day 3.
Yeah, you're way behind on day 3.
I know.
Day 3's
Because
so a few days ago.
You could have hung out with us. And you're like,
But you
"Yeah."
guys kept staying up till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, because we're dedicated.
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
fans.
that's how it works.
Raw power.
But I'm tired.
So are we.
Boss power.
You can hear my voice.
I know.
See fucking Larry Biscuit, you know, his biscuits are...
His
they're
biscuits.
so-
His biscuits are roasted.
they're-
Yeah,
they're-
no,
they're roasted.
I guess I just can't hang.
Can't hang with the
No,
cool
I
kids.
can't hang. I just can't.
Anyway, after Triosphere, we were tired. Well, we were tired the whole fucking day. But we went to get food, and we skipped Eclipse's set.
Yeah.
Eclipse, I caught the tail end of them after the food. People told me they were pretty good. I thought the last couple songs were
I saw
fine.
most of their set.
Yeah.
It's just very glammy.
It's
80s
not
metal kinda.
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
not like your standard Progpower fare, I guess.
Yeah, not bad, but just doesn't really fit in with the vibe.
Yeah. So what I will say, while we were getting lunch, we need to shout out this guy. We went to the Sausalito West Coast grill thing right next to the venue.
West Coast grill thing. I think
think-
it just stops at grill.
Yeah. Anyway, this place is fantastic,
Yeah.
and Ernesto, the owner, is the sweetest man you're ever gonna meet. If you ever go to Progpower, definitely.
Or if you're ever just in Atlanta.
Or if you're in Atlanta,
You're looking
Go
for
there.
some Chilean Tex-Mex.
Yeah, get a lomito
Chilean
sandwich.
Tex-Mex.
So good.
Good.
Yeah.
Everything is great.
Want it again? Can we fly back and grab it?
let's go back to Atlanta.
Yeah, Chicago's weird.
I'm sure you
Sorry.
can get that here.
Shout outs to Chicago residents.
Yeah,
We
so-
love you. Your city is interesting.
I was talking to Ernesto. He said it's like, oh, yeah, every year, you know, the people like you with the long hair come here.
You.
people
Oh my
like
God.
you. Yeah, and he's like, oh, the people are so nice. I guess
And
I guess
really nice, and we tip really well.
metalheads
and-
tip well.
The bartenders love this thing because they make a shit ton of money.
He
We're,
told
we're used to spending a shit ton of money on merch and albums.
like $30 for a T-shirt. That's a deal.
What a deal. I want a $30 t-shirt.
And Ernesto said he'd been here like 15 years. Said like the first year, I think he was kind of scared of all the metalheads.
Oh, everyone is.
And then he learned that
I'm scared of all the metalheads.
we're nice people.
I'm scared of all of
And they tip
you.
very well.
And we tip well. I think that's the largest percentage tip I've done in a while. But yes, Sausalito, Ernesto, cool stuff. Check it out. After lunch and Eclipse was Soen. Most of you guys dipped out.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
s-
actually liked them. I just was tired.
I stuck around for most of Soen. I was there with Elethron, who is not with us. He went back to the land of not
Rip.
here.
The way
The land of not here.
Yeah.
You died from a Prague.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He got progged out.
He got
Prague
he
out of
caught Glory Hammer fans, which is
He
not a
transcended
disease.
from the
He
fall.
transcended. So
No, he wasn't at Apollo though. He wasn't at Sons of Apollo. He couldn't have transcended that much.
No, he couldn't transcend it that much because he caught Glory Hammer fans.
He didn't hear any of the Hammonds.
oh man.
Yeah.
But Soen, they were progtastic is how I would describe their
Yeah, they're
music.
pretty progtastic.
They're good. If you're really into the prog stuff. I kind of wish they did more energy on stage, but I guess that's just,
That's
They're-
Prague.
that's prog if you're not
Their
Sons of
songs
Apollo.
aren't
Yeah.
super energy
Yeah.
y.
But
Energetic.
oh man, this is rough.
Energy y. It makes
Ener-
sense, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it
like
does.
takes you
Okay.
making better.
Ben, you saw Soen, right?
I saw a few of the songs. I mean, I was out in the wings for most of it, but
Mm.
I could hear them. I just didn't go in for too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Prague.
super proggy.
Meanwhile, I think we were all drinking beer.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, at
No,
the
we
same,
went at the time. I guess we were buying.
We were on an adventure to buy.
We were on-
No, you were
on
drinking beer
adventure.
at that point because
Yeah, I think we
after
were drinking
Soen,
beer.
I went back and I helped you guys polish off the beer.
Right. So
Yeah.
we hadn't gone on an
You guys
adventure
had drank
yet.
a lot of beer during Solon.
We
Yeah.
were trying to finish. We went back to the
We
house because
finished
we're
it-
like
we had to
we
finish
had
everything
so
in the
much
fridge.
beer. We have to clear it out of the fridge, and then we did our best and we fucking cleaned it out, and it was still daylight.
We powered through.
We powered through it,
Polished off that beer in
and
like
then
an
we're
hour
like,
and a half.
we're like, there's no more beer. What do we do? So we walked to the liquor store and got more beer,
We went
and
on-
then we.
We have too much beer. We gotta finish off. Oh shit, we don't have enough beer.
Oh shit, we
No,
overestimated
that's exactly what happened. And then we went to Taco Bell.
You guys went to the Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because Taco Bell's good.
It wasn't even fourth meal time yet.
Darko had his first Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Oh,
I had my
nice.
first crunch wrap
And a
supreme.
spicy potato sauce taco.
The
Oh, right, I ate your
SPST.
taco.
Spicy potato sauce.
Jesus.
Uh,
What is this episode? Let's talk about the
So-
music. So we went.
yeah,
so
see, this,
Flashback to
This is-
whoever
this is
was
why
Alright,
we
we're gonna
edit
go
the
back to
episodes.
we're gonna go back to the fest now.
yeah, so I went after having some beers. I'm like, okay, I know Ailstorm's gonna go on. I want to see Ailstorm, but Ver was up during this time that we were drinking beers, and it's like, oh, I can catch the end of Ver's set. I did not catch the end of Ver's set because I walked back into the venue, and Ben is talking with a dude. It was Patrick, the singer from Bloodbound.
the fifth Patrick.
There's a lot of Patricks. We're
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
guys
to
met
that.
like 27 Patricks
And,
this past week.
He was a cool dude. I tried to convince him to do a full playthrough of the Nosferatu album. He wouldn't go for it. He said he loves that album, but they like to focus on their newer stuff. They like to have the simple sing-along songs. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, we like to focus on what makes a fun live show. And it's like, yeah, that does.
A fun live show.
But that's a really fucking good album,
That's
bro.
that's a fun live show.
And
There's
it's a
stuff
fun-
above 90 BPM.
You
Wait,
close
can I
your
talk shit? Do people listen to this?
No.
We talk shit anyway.
Yeah, because we're honest.
Oh, okay.
We're sure you are all lovely people.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
episodes
yeah,
have
yeah.
like
I
100
mean, they met
downloads.
them.
I don't know how many listens that
They can
means.
confirm that he's a lovely person because you
Oh,
all
yeah.
met him. That's great. But like, oh my god, I couldn't believe how slow it was.
It was
That was-
fast at some points.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they played stuff off of Nosferatu.
We already
no,
had-
actually, a lot of the
No.
faster stuff was newer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just that-
War of Dragons stuff.
It's just that they happen to choose like the really chanty stuff.
Yeah.
There's a
Mainly
lot
from
of
in
chanty
the
stuff.
name of metal or whatever that album is.
Yeah.
Metalheads Unite. And,
Yeah, like,
the
Moria.
metal songs.
It's fun for a little bit, but it was a bit too much.
Yeah, a few
Anyway,
fewer
day
slow
four.
songs.
There was a lot of crowd participation.
Yeah, we already did the day 3 stuff that you
Yeah,
missed.
yeah.
We're on
I
day
know,
4
I
now.
know.
We made an hour
All right,
and a
we're-
half of day 3.
Okay, well, enough of that shit.
Yeah, and then
What's next?
who else did we meet? Oh, we met the drummer Daniel from Twilight Force.
Yeah. Who's also the drummer for Bloodbound.
He's in those cheesy Swedish power metal bands. They're
They're not cheesy. They're super serious.
And both of those bands, that was their first time in the U.S. at Progpower.
Nice.
Yeah, we talked to them about that. I guess for them it's a good way to dip their toes in with the American market, and it's like
Sell out
the
merch.
one like spot they're guaranteed to like get the biggest turnout because it's really expensive and difficult to tour the U.S.
This country is too large,
Hmm Yeah,
and it's too spread out.
so that's why a lot of bands have their first show at Progpower, which we've noticed I think during this show.
Yeah.
And so Ver finished up. I talked to some people who said it was actually very good. I guess the singer is like amazing.
Amazing.
Annika.
Annika,
Annika,
she's
yeah.
super
Band
famous.
I wanted,
Yeah.
I wanted to catch
I wasn't
the show,
familiar.
but
Beer.
beer happened.
Yeah.
Yes, beer happened.
Beer happened.
You don't even drink beer.
No, but I was with you.
You were osmosing
Yeah.
Secondhand.
Yeah.
osmosing
Secondhand-
the beer
secondhand
from
drinking.
Secondhand
everybody
drinking.
else.
Yeah. So after talking to these dudes, I got some more beers, and I went down to the floor to watch Ailstorm. Got right up in front. I had my beer in hand, and I was ready. Ben was a couple people behind me. Should I shout out the dude that we were with, or not?
Neb.
Neb, and Connor, who I don't. Does he listen to us? I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Anyway, we'll shout out more people later. There's a lot of people to shout out. Ailstorm. What a
Quick cut.
fucking incredible show.
Quick cut.
Oh
We
my
don't
God.
cut.
We're not cutting.
This is live. What are
I'm not
you
gonna do
doing?
Quick cut to us.
This is like an anime. It's like an anime. Like
camera cut.
meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
at the
this is
house.
the B plot
Meanwhile,
at the
at the
powerful
beer
mansion.
house,
At the powerful mansion. We have a mansion.
Yeah.
Clearly.
we're singing
It's ours.
some more karaoke.
Yeah. We did karaoke with a placebo mic because our karaoke
Yeah, the system
hookup
failed.
didn't work.
We had the gear, but stuff happened.
And
So we just did YouTube karaoke with like a fake mic that it wasn't plugged in.
my goodness, karaoke is tiring.
Yep,
Wow.
it was a lot of fun.
It was fun. We covered a lot of anger songs, which are obviously
A lot
very
of Halloween.
easy to sing, and we're practicing for Halloween. It was good.
Back to
Yeah.
the show.
Okay.
Back to Ailstorm.
Anime style flashback. Imagine
Yeah.
like those
You know,
really fast lines.
I think Ailstorm had the most brutal show of the entire show. Like there was
Yeah. Brutal with 2 V's.
yeah, there was
Wow.
Yeah.
moshing, more moshing than any other band. During the start of Captain Morgan's Revenge, there was a fucking wall of death that Chris made everyone do. And, like, every song is, everyone's, like, drunk and super high energy, super into it. There's so much shenanigans at this show, my God. Synchronized rowing. And, like, during Hangover, the rap part, there's this dude with a shark mask that comes out. And he does the rap, and then he's, like, pretending to eat the people. It's great. And at the end, they chant Sharky, Sharky, and it's so much fun. They have lots of sing-along songs, a lot of stuff from the new album, which I don't really care about, but it's fun, a lot of fun.
Did they play Fluff with an Anchor?
We're getting to that.
Okay.
We're getting to that.
That's a talking point.
There's a lot of talking points. During Wenches and Mead, verse and chorus 2, Chris told us to do Wenches and Mead for dogs. So we just did woof
Woof.
for all the lyrics for that verse and chorus.
Yeah.
So like woof 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 like that.
It was kind of weird.
It was weird, but that's the power that Chris Bose has over his
That's
audience.
the power that he wields.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a slightly terrifying power. He can command like hundreds of people
To
to
just
bark like dogs.
There's a Lonely Island song that's kind of about like how music can just make people do weird shit.
Oh
Yeah.
Look up I think it's like Go Kindergarten or something like that. It's a weird video, but it's cool. It's basically that is what Ailstorm Live is.
That is what Chris Bose embodies.
Yes, basically.
A terrifying power.
And what other terrifying powers did he have?
Ducks.
Yes, I'll get to. I think the highlight was the duck.
Okay, that'll be the climax.
It's not the last song though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the duck.
Okay.
They have a giant inflatable duck on stage, and like after almost every song, people would chant like "ducky, ducky," like cheering for
It's
the duck.
like their idol, like praising the
Yeah,
The golden duck.
the what do you call it?
an idol. Oh my god.
Whatever.
And then
You know what I mean.
second to last song comes on, Drink. Now, side note, I had been saving the last like 20% of my beer for this song, so that when they get to the bridge and they say drink, drink, I could chug my beer, and it was worth it to say. Anyway,
Warm beer with like nerd
it
vapor.
it was, oh god, it was so smelly,
That's
so
disgusting.
sweaty. In
Should be.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a real show.
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
a real
It
show.
smelled so fucking bad. Everyone was so high energy, so much movement,
good.
like moshing to Ailstorm.
In 7/8, 5/4.
Oh
all
yeah,
kinds of time signatures.
Chris is like, "Who loves songs in 5/8 time signatures?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." Oh my god! And so yeah, second last song, Drink. They take the duck, this giant inflatable duck. They toss it into the crowd. So the whole song is bouncing around like they do with like a beach ball at a sporting event, and it's insane. Just this giant fucking rubber duck bouncing around this crowd of thousands of crazy people.
Sweaty, crazy people.
And like if it got too close to the stage, like the roadie dude would just hit it back out. It was insane. And then the scariest moment of the entire show, at the end of it, Chris says, "I want you to kill the duck." And my god, did that duck die.
Fast.
Under 10 seconds, I think. That it was absorbed into the crowd, like the horde of zombies grabbing the person and just like ripping it to shreds.
That is
Shredded the
so-
remains.
Smashing it.
I almost got a piece, but not quite.
Oh,
That is so scary.
It's scary.
People probably ate it.
I'm pretty sure people were biting it. Yes.
Yeah. That is
I mean,
so
how else are you
scary.
gonna pop it?
Yeah, how do
You
you
don't-
break
you don't
it?
have to stop.
With your
Ripping it,
claws. Your
stepping on it
nails.
if there are any nails. I don't know.
That is so
They're
scary.
blow up cutlasses. That's how they can stab it.
Human nature is a terrifying thing.
How are we getting into philosophical
This makes
questions
me
of human
really
nature during
afraid
Ailstorm?
of humanity because Ailstorm represents like the humans' desire to follow and worship
And like
an
corporate
idol.
greed and
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
No.
Beans and
Beans and corporate greed. We can talk
Pirates.
about.
Oh wow, Chris is pretty dope. He's doing keyboard solos while chugging a beer, his fucking Bud Light. He's Tennessee white trash now. What else was he doing? They had like these like stands for them to like just get up and get super hype on. The dude's wearing a kilt and sandals, doing high kicks during like Magnetic North or something. Crazy. Only band with 2 keyboardists because they have the Elliot or whatever. And while he's doing the guitar.
Damn.
Crazy stuff. Really fun, really intense show. Ending on Fucked with an Anchor.
That's their closing
That's their
track.
closer.
The encore, yeah.
Yeah, he says like, okay, you know, of all of our audiences, you've been one of them, and we want to tell you how we really feel about you. And then it goes into Fucked with an Anchor with the entire crowd flipping off Chris. It's beautiful.
That sounds great.
And Chris, during like the chorus, like he'll point at the crowd members and look him in the eyes and say, "Fuck you, you're a fucking wanker." He did it to me. I was like the second one.
Oh, you've received a blessing. He knew who you were. He's like, you're that fucking
If you-
asshole from the internet.
If he remembered me from the other night, maybe.
We hung out for like 20 or 30 minutes.
It was a while, yeah.
Yeah.
But the dude's probably blasted, and he does this every
True,
night.
that's true.
So he probably doesn't remember that much. Anyway, this was so much fun because even if you love or hate Ailstorm, it's a perfect song.
Yeah,
because you can
be
sing
like,
it.
"Fuck you."
You can legitimately be telling Chris, "Fuck you,"
And it'll be
you
okay.
and it's okay because everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
See, he just commanded y'all again, and you didn't even realize it. See,
Yeah,
Chris
dude,
is a
the subtle
mastermind. He's a mastermind.
manipulations of
yeah.
Chris Bose.
Yeah.
Is Chris Bo's God? Find
Yeah.
out
I'm
next time.
thoroughly
Powerful.
We'll get him on the podcast one of these days.
hint. He probably is. He has so much power over the minds of people.
We'll interview God in 2019.
We already interviewed
Yeah.
Hansi though.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh man, what a
I'm so tired.
what a crazy show! I am so glad I got to experience that.
And then,
Meanwhile.
Yeah, there was somebody else after Ailstorm.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It was something that
some lady
nobody
used to be in
watched.
Nightwish.
That's the most.
Annette Olsen was it?
Annette
Oh.
Shit.
Tari was wearing massive heels too. It was kind of crazy looking.
That's usually
Something has to hold up her ego. Like,
Damn. I'm sure
Oh.
she's actually a lovely person.
Yeah,
and
she-
it's just
she
her
actually is
persona.
Taria.
Meanwhile, we were
Cool.
singing Bye Bye Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Who is
yeah.
not Tarya?
We were
shit.
mirroring the. Oh, that's the hate song for Taria, right?
Yeah. Oh wow.
wait, is that
Yeah.
legitimately what it's about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
like the verses don't make any sense, but then you get to the
Why am I
chorus.
squeezing
Like,
a bottle? I'm just making hell
Right.
noise. Carry on.
I don't know. I just thought it was too much being edgy as
Carry
usual.
on. There's a meaning to life. Oh fuck me.
Oh my god.
okay, so
Yeah, I guess after Ailstorm, I went to the signing for Triosphere. They were cool people, and then after that, I saw all of like 2 minutes of Taria. 'Cause I
2
don't-
minutes. That's a quick show.
Just to say that I have seen Taria.
Nice.
She is the only person who had a fan like blowing her hair back during the show.
Oh, because it looks
Amazing.
cooler.
That makes
Yeah,
you get-
you gotta get the style
yeah.
points.
Always get your fan to get your hair blowing, and you're just like
Yes.
powerful. Just
Plus, it
standing
keeps
there.
you cool on stage. It's gotta be nice.
Yeah.
So she's smart.
Makes for good photos too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a cello player.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
During her signing, her band was not there. It was just her.
Yeah.
What?
It
That's
was
kind of
just her.
awkward. It's
They-
just like do.
they-
Oh, it's Taria. It's not Taria and Friends.
I want to
Sorry.
know. Did you see?
Taria and Company.
Were there 2 guitarists on the band or only one?
I didn't check.
You didn't check. You just saw the cello.
Everybody was very tall though. Everybody in that band was really tall.
Okay.
Maybe that's why she had the heels.
She's also pretty tall too.
Oh, she's tall.
She's tall too. She wanted to
No
be
idea.
taller than them
Yeah.
still.
Oh,
But
she-
she always
she's the most
wears
important.
high
Okay.
heels.
the band is literally her first name. Like-
I wanted to know
Tarja
because
band.
half of Taria's band is from Argentina.
Oh,
They are, and they play in other bands. And I wasn't sure if they were playing the show or not, but in the end I didn't go
yeah.
because karaoke happened. I'm lifting my thumbs up because it's great and you can't see it. I forget about that.
Yeah, so during Taria, I mostly just drank beer and talked to people in the thing, and then dipped out early to go to the Artmore after party. I guess we should just like shout out all the cool people we met at Progpower, because this was the last day. Did lots of talking to people. That's another huge part of Progpower, is the social experience, like running into all these people from all these bands. Like someone was there, and I think like Manimal or Nocturnal Rites or someone was there. The Triosphere people were just walking around. We went and talked to them some more. We caught Chris Bowes on his way out. He was trying to dip out because he had to go to New Orleans, and we ambushed him a little bit.
Nice.
We can give you some insider information about the ducks. I was curious, do they have a new duck for every single show? Because that's a lot of giant ducks. Where the fuck do you get those? He said they have 5 that they brought to the States, and they're going to toss them out at the good shows. He didn't say what qualifies as a good show, but we are one of them.
So do they decide if a show is going to be good prior
it's worth it,
to
you'll send the
duck
duck.
deployment?
I'm guessing it's either like size or like prestige of the city, or if it's just like the crowd is like insane, extra insane.
I bet it'd be based on how the crowd is.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Okay. Otherwise, they just leave the duck on the stage as an idol to
Yeah.
worship.
I think so.
They do not unleash it upon the people.
Yeah, we told Christopher
To
from
shred.
Reddit, and he called us internet nerds, and we're like, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Anyway, so who all did we meet? We met a lot of people. Shout outs to all of the Patricks. There were a lot of them.
All 15 of them.
One of them in particular was a big fan of ours. Shout outs to him, and it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Patrick.
birthday! We have a listener. That's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
So at the Artmore, like he was telling people that I'm famous.
You're famous!
It was so amazing.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell my mom about that. She's gonna be so proud. Shout outs to like the 5 Stephanies that I met.
Nice.
Well,
If you forget someone's name, just say Patrick or Stephanie.
Those are the
Get
safest
'em.
choices.
And
Right.
Stephanie's baby got blessed by both Patrick from Bloodbound and Urban.
Yes.
Nice.
We met Urban Breed.
Yeah.
He was just chilling.
Urban was there.
And who else did we meet? Neb and Jen were lovely
Yeah.
people. I think I met a Sasha or a Samantha or both. Caleb and Sarah and Michelle and Keith
Gonzo.
and Raphael and
Really good-
Jay.
You have really good memory.
I was drunk for all this too, by the way.
I think your memory improves when you are drunk.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I know I'm the person from Ecuador whose name I don't remember. I'm still rambling at this point. Oh, and Jeremy from Helion Prime. We ran into him a few times. Real cool guy.
And Ty from Lords of the Trident.
Ty from Lords of the Trident. And
I ran into Jacob from Leviathan a couple times.
I had Jacob from Leviathan.
We met Ernie from Theocracy.
Yeah, we met Ernie from Theocracy.
Ernie from Theocracy.
Some rando bands that I'm gonna have to listen to once I'm not exhausted and at home from rando people from the show.
Oh, and James, he had his like symphonic death metal band he was pushing. I don't remember the name. I wrote it down. I don't want to fuck with my phone to get the name of that. It was like Scythia, I think. Something like that. Start with an S.
Yeah, I was gonna listen to these bands, Aquilus Grecius.
Are these the bands people
Grecius?
plugged?
Yeah. Unity, that was Alfonso, the super
Oh,
drunk guy.
yeah, Alfonso, yeah.
He's in Unity.
This one?
Inner Siege, which is, I think, Jacob's second band.
Spectria. That's it. Yeah. Spectria. He says they have a demo song that's shitty out, and they're gonna have a better one soon.
Viathan, Inner Siege. I think Ravenous is actually Jacob's second band. And it's an EH, whatever the hell that is. And then also... we met Eric from Fierce Atmospheres.
Yeah, he gave us his card, and we plugged the podcast with him. Lots of plugging and powerful, guys.
Lots of business going on.
Greasing those palms.
FierceAtmospheres.net if you want to check them out.
If only we had business cards.
I don't know if they're good or not yet, but, you know.
He said you'd send us an album if we emailed him.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
You know, we'll listen to it and talk about it more in depth later. And he was chill if we, like, poop on it.
Oh, great.
If we don't like it, we'll talk about it anyway.
Who else did we meet? Met Shay, met Heather.
Damn.
I know I'm missing a couple
You're
others.
so social.
Shay is
I would-
Urban's wife.
Yes. Urban is Shay's husband.
Wow. Is that how it works?
That's what I told her last night. Elizabeth, she was very nice.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Yeah, I met a lot of people.
You guys are
yesterday.
so social.
Man.
So this is
like one night I actually could have talked to
Yeah,
people.
this was the night to be social.
this is my third Progpower, and I feel like I've talked to 0 people.
Like, I'm gonna...
I think you have to like try not to talk to people.
Yeah, 'cause it's so easy.
And I'm really good at not talking to people.
That's true.
Yeah, high five, high five. Yeah.
Yeah,
I see people and I just like fucking bolt. I'm just like, I can't. Bye.
all the alcohol helps, and it's just that's the
No,
general vibe
no,
of Prog
alcohol
Power.
doesn't
Is
help.
everyone's so nice. Like, I was talking to one of the guys from Bloodbound, and he said like, oh, the thing that surprised him about the Americans is just how like polite and nice they are. And I'm like, well, it's because you're at Prog Power.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just here.
It's the metal
Anywhere
fans.
else?
There's metal fans,
It's
and
metal fans, not
like we told
nice
Ernesto.
people. Yeah.
I'm running out of names. I think I know I've missed some, but I've hit a lot.
You remember?
You
far more
remember
names than
that
I
was
could
very
ever try to.
impressive.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
do names.
I would just call everyone Patrick.
Yeah.
Well, you've got about a
You're
20%
Yeah.
chance of making
Patrick
Yeah, it's
or Stephanie.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
from now on,
You are Patrick and or
Yeah.
Stephanie.
All right.
I
From
think,
now
I think,
on,
and there was a Jennifer in there, I think, and like,
Yeah.
was there like there was one more like J name, that's the Asian guy. I don't know, it was like Jerry maybe.
John Wayne.
It wasn't John. I don't think I met any Johns.
Oh, that's Stephanie's husband, Frank.
And who was that other guy that we're talking to with Ned? I asked him his name, like Sean. That was it. Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, can't forget Sean. Basically, so many people that it's like, okay, this is my first Prog Power, and now I've got to go back next year so I can meet all these people again. Everyone was so
Yeah.
nice.
Maybe in my 4th Progpower, I'll talk to a person.
Well, next year.
you just have to stand beside Larry.
Yeah.
and conversation
I tried.
happens.
No, I
Yeah, just
tried. I
hang
went
with
out.
me and Zelda.
I went out on day 3. I just got overwhelmed and covered in smoke, and then we pieced out.
You ran.
We ran. We were like, nope. Nope. Nope.
It's one big family reunion a year with metal. It's great.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when they bolted, they like dragged me with them every time.
It's hard to describe it. You have to experience it.
Yeah, like
I know last year when I was trying to convince you guys, I was like,
Yeah.
trust me, it's so much more than just the music.
Yeah.
It was way more.
it is so much more than just the music. And the music is great. Like, we've talked about the music for literally hours.
Yeah, like all the live recordings that I missed.
Yeah.
I had no one to process it with. I was just like
We had
in the hotel room.
This
like,
is our
pacing.
decompression. At the end
Yeah.
of every day, we could process everything.
Yeah, I was just pacing and talking to myself because, I mean, I dragged my fiance to this, so he's not a metal person. So he's like, what are you talking about?
What was his favorite show? Did he tell you?
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
He
Labyrinth,
loved
okay.
Labyrinth.
That's
And
right.
Triosphere.
And Triosphere.
And Persephone.
He's got
Yeah.
He's got good taste.
Yeah. I think
been groomed.
he osmosed
Groomed.
it from me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I have to tell the podcast about when well, I like to listen to Sabotage at home, and he was like listening, he was like, oh, I like this, and then on his own he went to try to find Sabotage. He
What did he
listened to,
find?
I think, Sabaton's entire discography. I caught him listening to Sabaton Heroes, and I was like, what are you doing? Are you okay? And he's like, wait, it's not what it looks like. I was looking for that band you were playing in the car, and I was like, Sabotage? Oh my god, you spelled it. You got the bands mixed up.
Sabotage, Sabaton. They are similar
It
sounding.
was adorable. But yeah, I was like, I thought I taught you better than this. I'm just kidding. I love you, Sabaton fans. Y'all are great people. Good energy. Great marching and going and like chanting skills.
All right. Well, what was
Can I stop now?
What was everyone's favorite thing from Progpower?
Sons of Apollo.
You like the 30 minutes of progging per band member?
Yes. All of every
Progging.
single.
It was
every
like,
single
yeah, I
fantastic
just
note, and from everyone from it was a master class on just prog rock.
It was just like ultra prog,
It was the best.
like very
Well,
slow text.
great
next year.
Great showmanship, great musicianship, great sound, great interaction. The surprise Larry Biscuit singing Van Halen.
It was amazing.
It was just.
If
the
anyone
best.
of our 5 listeners has a picture of the guy in the Demon Bitch shirt, it's just a white shirt.
Oh yeah,
Bright white
Biscuit.
shirt. I was the third singer in that. If anyone has a picture, shoot it our way.
You're in Sons of Apollo.
Yeah, I'm ex.
Larry Biscuit is ex Sons of Apollo. Yeah.
The Van Halen cover.
I'm surprised. Well, actually, I'm not too surprised. No one said hi to us in our Demon Bitch shirts because we don't have any listeners.
Yeah.
The Instagram people must not have been there.
No.
Different crowds.
Album of the year. Anyway.
All right. Larry, what was your
never got to
favorite?
meet
I never got to meet Patrick.
Probably.
'Cause I
Angra.
ran away.
Probably Angra.
Probably Angra. I really enjoyed Bloodbound and Manimal and Tricer as well.
All solid choices. Vitor.
Seeing that Jag Panzer's coming next year.
I was going to say who next are you most excited about? You're
We screamed and jumped up and down and did like the high five thing.
Jesus Christ.
But
It was ridiculous.
But band-wise, probably Apollo.
Fair.
It was really good.
Yeah, I think my favorite was maybe Apollo. Honestly, maybe Ailstorm because I was so insane.
No, it was definitely Hailstorm. Don't kid yourself.
It's definitely Ailstorm.
That was the most fun.
I think that was the most fun.
Yeah,
The most impressive show was Sons of Apollo or Angra. Most fun was Ailstorm.
Yeah, but because Ailstorm had the crowd.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what was missing from the other.
Yeah.
Don't even bother asking for it.
Yeah. I
Oh
think
my
We
god.
know her answer.
biggest surprise for me was Persephone.
Persephone was so good. I was like, I'm going in the front. You guys were like, I think we'll just sit out in the stands. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to front by. So then you guys somehow followed me. And that was a good choice.
Yeah.
So we'll humor you. What was your favorite?
Me?
Yeah.
That's a dumb question.
Labyrinth. Duh.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm humoring you.
Come on.
It was like a spiritual experience because I am not religious. But man, that was
Sounds like you
that
are
was
now.
better than I am not. No.
Sounds like you're worshiping.
It was just a show that I enjoyed, okay, y'all?
No, it's the true one.
I really wanted them to play other stuff other than the album, but you know, they were like the middle band and like a festival, so you take what you can get. But yeah, I also got to meet Olaf Thorsen, and I didn't know what to say, so we just shook hands, and I was like, I forgot what I said. I just muttered, the guitarist guy. I just muttered something like, "Thanks for coming." I think he didn't really speak English that well, but I'm pretty sure he understood that. And
For
then
all
I
I
like,
know, you weren't speaking
and then
English,
I and
so
then
understand, like
the music, the yeah. I that's kind of what I sound like unedited.
raw.
And then I sort of wanted a selfie, but I was like, I can't do this. And then I just like fucking ran.
We got selfies with Chris Bose and Ida Howland. Like you
Yeah,
can just do it.
but
Yeah, you just walk up
I'm
and say,
really bad at human interaction. You have to understand. You don't understand.
And Ben, what was
Okay.
your favorite? I think I have a guess.
Well, overall,
Mhm.
Bloodbound.
Yes.
But I did have a shit ton of fun at Ailstorm. And I think Glory Hammer was solid.
Yeah,
That was-
like that's just those are both
Yeah.
just so much fun.
Larry Hammer. If Larry Hammer had the crowd that probably Ailstorm had, it would have been way better.
Yeah, being not the second band of the entire festival.
Yeah.
Because there was it was half empty.
Glory Hammer was day one.
Band
like, second
two.
They were
band?
second
There
band.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were
There-
super early.
It's like there were no people at all.
Oh,
Barely.
I thought there would be a lot
Compared
of.
to what the late
Hailstorm
late
was fucking
Okay.
packed as
Yeah.
hell. Day 4, end of the show. No one cares about Tarya. I talked to so many people who were like, "Yeah, didn't really care to see Tarya. It's so weird after a hailstorm."
That
Apparent-
is a little odd.
Even
It's
more.
like every
But
time
the-
the Sabaton is open for Nightwish.
Yeah, more shots to fire. She apparently had "Over the Hills and Far Away" on her like paper set list as an encore. Didn't play it.
What?
Probably because the crowd just started leaving and
Oh my
it wasn't
God.
worth it.
Oh, that's so sad.
That is the one song I probably would have wanted to hear,
Yeah,
but so I didn't miss anything.
that's so
It's
sad.
fine.
I wasn't even there because we were at the house.
Well, singing
We
the,
were-
the
we-
fake
we-
Tarja song.
We did a piano cover of X Japan's
Endless
Rain, and none of us knew the words, so we
Yeah.
just made up
There was
words.
a little
Yeah.
rap breakdown in the middle of it.
Yeah, it was a Larry Rob breakdown in the middle
Yeah,
of
and then-
Endless Rain.
And then after that, we had a stretching session,
Yeah,
impromptu yoga sesh.
What the fuck do you guys do when you're drunk?
Having fun, that's what we were doing.
That
We
was
were having fun.
really funny.
Everyone's having
That
fun.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, what's everyone's band looking forward to most next year? Starting with Ben.
Oh man.
Oh, look at you and your real questions.
I'm taking your.
You're
I'm
good at
There's- there-
this.
that's
I'm
gotta-
stealing
that's
your
gotta be a
host job.
tie
Stealing your host job. Yeah.
between Seventh Wonder and Windrose.
Good choices.
I don't know if I can attend next year, but it'd be great to catch Demons and Wizards and Seventh Wonder
And Galnerius.
and Galnerius. Like
Right?
why is not Galnerius the headliner for like the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4?
Fucking evergreen.
Every show ever.
England has to be.
I love to give. I really want to catch Galnerius if I can make it, or just send them to South America, please, Galnerius. You know you have fans here. You play Mexico. Just keep
go a
going.
little further south. A little
Yeah,
bit.
the gravity will do the work. You just go down. And Larry, what about you?
Toss up between Demons and Wizards and Galnerius.
I am the exact same. Like, Galnerius is so hyped that they're actually going to play, and Demons and Wizards is Hansi. I always need more of that. in my life.
Your bud Hansi.
And it'll be
My
new
boy.
Demons and Wizards.
Yo boy.
So
Probably new Demons and Wizards. It's not going to have their dumb studio production that I don't like. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be great. Vitor, I wonder who you're most looking forward to.
Jagpans is definitely the number one.
Yes.
Demons and Wizards, at Barren Earth, and then hopefully getting Hansi to sign the bootleg.
Oh,
The bootleg.
The bootleg is actually really nice.
Oh, yeah, we
finally
listened
found
to
a
it.
CD player.
we've listened to the bootleg.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's actually chill live.
It's an audience-
1995 Hansi sounds fantastic.
It's
Good
an
job.
audience recording, but it's a really good one. And then
Yeah.
the 3 acoustic
Yeah,
tracks
the
at
three
the end
acoustic
are
tracks.
amazing.
They are great. They sound great, and they're just
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good find.
yeah. That's a jackpot right there. That's a great find.
Yeah.
that signing session line is gonna be so long.
Yeah.
With Demons and
Yeah, we're
Wizards.
gonna get him to
You have
sign
to
the-
camp out.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
sign
have-
the blank.
Yeah. Yeah, the booklet. Oh my god, it was so funny when you got the bootleg. He was like, let's see what's in this booklet. And it was like completely blank. Yeah.
And I'm assuming your favorite band is Orden Ogan.
What? What? How dare you? Just kidding.
Orden Ogan feet.
No, it's
featuring-
Sub-Signal.
Oh, yeah,
From
Sub
Konami?
Signal, definitely. That is totally my favorite. My
Someone
God.
was telling me that they really like Sub Signal. They're really good. I don't remember who it was.
Cool.
You know,
Someone at the Art More.
I think people are gonna be pleased
Might have
that
been Lee.
I think they
Oh, Lee!
tried,
Did we shout out Lee?
they tried to do a diverse
Oh.
choices of bands.
So we missed Lee. Gotta get Lee,
That's the
and
biggest shout out.
Andrew. Andrew was really sick.
Uncle Lee and Andrew.
Uncle Lee and Andrew. Andrew's been around since Progpower 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
And
That was
the other
like-
Ben.
That was back
Other
in
Ben
like
that's
Chicago
there.
or something, right?
And other Ben.
It used to be here.
You should be in Chicago, right?
Progpower
the
1 was
first couple?
Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That was a different setup too. It wasn't like the whole 4-day thing.
Yeah, this is then like real
Yeah.
Progpower was Progpower 2. That was in Atlanta at Center Stage.
Okay.
I learned history this week.
It's good.
Anyway, Seventh Wonder is gonna be sick.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll attend all 4 days because I have a very low.
You got 4 gates. You got 4 days. You can
I can't.
a gate for each day.
I have a very low energy tolerance, but I really want to see Secret Sphere because I am a cheesy piece of shit, and I also Galnerius because I don't know when they'll ever touch this continent ever again.
Never.
But those are days 1 and 2.
The one night
I
only
don't know
show.
if I can do it,
You
but
can-
I also absolutely cannot miss Jack Panzer, and.
So it sounds like you're going to all 4 days.
Yeah, all
And
4
since
days.
seventh one is on the 3rd
Easy.
day,
You heard
why
it
did
here
they do
first.
this to me?
They
Why did they do this to me? Why did they make me go to so many
Come on,
outside
you can do
events?
Because they're trying to make money.
Outside, I know. They were like, "Oh, let's take everything that is really awesome and like spread it out among 4
Oh
days."
yeah, that's
Because
gotta pay for those plane
reasons.
tickets for the bands.
Yeah. All right.
Well, do we have anything else we need to say about Progpower? I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a recommended experience,
Yeah.
not just for the bands, but for just all the people there and how everyone is friendly and you can talk to a lot of people and it's like so much fun. And Atlanta is a nice place to hang out around. You can get a good sandwich at what was it, Eduardo's?
Sausalito. Ernesto, yeah.
Ernesto. I'm bad with names, even if they are the
okay.
regular names I'm used to.
The neighborhood is just. This is a really easy festival. I fucking hate festivals. But
Midtown
LA
Atlanta was like very chill.
Yeah. Yeah, like we were able to walk to LA Fitness like twice. I think I went to the gym more than I went to like, I don't know, do other
Shows.
things.
The venue is really cool because you get a
It's
smallish
indoors.
venue
It has AC.
with AC and big name bands, and it's a really nice experience.
Yeah, there's no way you can get up close to most of these
Mhm.
bands at like non-Progpower.
So I
settings.
say if you live in the US, you should.
Or if you
and
don't.
like, okay, now, well, yeah, depending where, but if you live in the US and you never get to see all these bands because they don't tour your town or whatever,
This is your like
get to
only
Progpower
chance.
because
Or
it's
don't,
worth it.
because there's only like 1,200 tickets, and I want one.
Yeah. That's true.
Gotta keep
They
it
do sell out
exclusive.
very fast.
They
They
use it
sell
very
out
fast.
quickly.
It's still a small.
But it's not like you gotta click and refresh like insanely.
You just have to do it within
Yeah.
the first
Within the
10,
first-
20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was for days 3 and 4 usually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 and 2 take a while to sell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2, they sold out like a week before
Yeah.
it happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
They're like, guys, we have 8 tickets. Guys, we have no more tickets.
That was fast.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up the Progpower discussions. We've got technically one more show to get
We're
to.
gonna go see Halloween tomorrow. What
One
up?
more raw power.
One more Raw Power.
Yeah. The
Uh,
Pumpkins United.
The Pumpkins are still united
They are still united
after a year.
and they'll still be united for another
And
year.
they're
at least.
uniting to make an album.
They are making an album.
That is so wild.
You know,
and a live release.
And the live DVD. Oh,
Maybe the Pumpkins will just remain united forever.
that'd be great.
we could drop like some of the news that we had maybe managed to wring out of bands. Like,
Are we allowed to? Are we in trouble?
they wouldn't have told us if it wasn't a secret.
I don't know.
But
But
they,
we didn't tell them that we were like.
True.
but no one's
recording
gonna
a
no one's
podcast.
gonna listen to
They
this,
wouldn't
so
leak
it's
this stuff.
okay.
Did anyone comment hashtag I made it this deep yesterday? I don't think anyone did.
What?
Yeah, remember we were like an hour and a half into episode 3 of Raw Power, and
Oh right, and to
And I
know
was
if
like,
they listen
if
to
anyone
the
had
whole
listened that far, it's on
Yeah.
the comment.
thing. Yeah.
So
Where would they leave a comment though?
Oh,
Facebook or YouTube
Yeah,
or
that's-
Reddit, literally anywhere that you want to.
Yeah.
We have so much random shit on our Instagram right now. Do it
Yeah.
there.
So let me just plug our social media because this is a real podcast episode, even though no one's gonna listen to this. Find us on Instagram at Powerful Podcast. We've posted a bunch of weird shit, and we've also posted our logo made by beer and Coke cans,
Because
which we're
That's
very
That's
proud
the real
of.
highlight.
Yeah, this is the real highlight of this trip.
That came out of the we need to finish the beer.
This is the we need to finish the beer like session, and then we're like, oh shit, we drank all the beer, and the sun is still out. Yeah, this is very poorly timed.
Well, everyone, stay powerful. My voice has not really managed to follow its own advice, but I tried.
We have to see Halloween tomorrow, so you're gonna have to.
I'm resting.
Rest your voice.
Yeah. We're taking it easy today.
All right. Powerful signing out.
Raw power.
Raw power.
Raw power.
Oh. Sup, nerds? We're back from. It's Halloween! I think we woke up and pissed off everybody around
Our
this
landlord,
weird
as
house.
well as any listeners using headphones.
And me. My ears hurt.
This house is the keeper of the 4 keys because you legit need 4 keys that are in a random order to get in.
These are the kind of jokes
And
we've
it's
been
so
dropping
strange.
all day.
I hope
They're fantastic.
This is the final day of Raw Power with the powerful podcast crew, IRL.
AKA episode 14E.
E, yes.
14E.
14.
E as in Edgar or
Echo.
or
Excellent.
Andy D. Aris.
Wow.
That was
Well,
awful.
Epic.
It was so bad. It was a pity laugh.
We just arrived from the Halloween show in Chicago.
We did not want out.
We did another one out. It
Except,
was
well, we did during the song.
No, I was really sleepy. I was loving the
You
show,
got
but I kind
sleepy?
of wanted out
What the fuck?
because I was tired.
Are you kidding me? That show
I
was
loved the
like,
show.
It was so.
It was great.
awesome.
That show
but
was
I
like
was
two-
so
almost-
tired.
It was
Can't
almost
stop the
3
march of
hours
time.
long, and I honestly didn't feel like it lasted
No,
3
that
hours.
was like
No.
long.
No, it only
Past
felt like
3
an
hours.
hour and a half.
Yeah.
But I was just so tired.
And I have the shortest attention span. I would have been bored immediately if it was shitty. It wasn't shitty.
This was
It was really good.
great show.
Yeah.
And the crowd was so much better than Progpower. this felt like an actual real show.
I saw some old people almost get into a fight because one guy like
Get off your fucking
yeah,
phone!
yeah. So this was definitely a real show. Old people fighting.
Yeah, it was more.
There was moshing. I almost died like 8 times.
It was like
Cheers to
traveling
that guy,
back in
though.
time
Cheers to
to
that guy. He was
1988.
What?
It was
People
right.
needs to get off the phone.
People do need to get
enjoy
off
the
the fucking
damn
phone.
Enjoy the
show.
damn show.
Yeah.
Said the podcast that then posted pictures of the show.
No, like I barely took any pictures. I took like I took a picture like twice.
I
And
have
I was,
no
I'm
pictures
done.
of the show because
Yeah, no.
we got
Nobody
smashed in
fucking.
so
Before and
far in the
after.
front.
Okay, so podcast people don't know that I'm like 5'2" and 115 pounds. I'm not a large person. I was at the edge of the pit
Turn it
like
off.
the entire time.
Press the power button.
Oh my god, the stove is on.
Don't turn the
Can we
fucking
not
stove on.
So this phone right now is
Raw power.
is on the stove because this house is interesting.
It's maybe our last.
So don't turn
Maybe
the
we
stove
should
on.
get real hotels next year.
That's more
No,
expensive.
but that's not fun.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Because like
Everything is crooked.
yeah, everything is
Slightly.
a little bent here, and the floors may or may not work, and
And the walls are fake.
And-
Not buying the wood. And they are which is wrongly applied.
I would ask if people care about our Airbnbs, but I don't think we care about what they care about right now. It's fine.
Okay. So Halloween. So
Halloween.
Halloween. It was a smallish venue.
Pretty small.
It was
Under
small.
it was
1,000.
smaller than I expected. I thought it would be like
Yeah.
a big fucking like
It
thing.
was low ceilings and the
Yeah.
stage. and
Yeah, the stage
just
was small for 7 people,
They
but they
had
managed.
3 guitarists.
vastly different from the center stage because it
Yeah, nothing like.
dome ceiling monstrous like this
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
you know on the top floor of a
Like
3-floor building. And
Sound was better from the mid side.
Oh, I thought the
middle of
sound
venue
was
to the back.
great. I
Yeah.
heard like every note of the bass.
The-
It was great from where I was standing in the middle,
The-
in
the-
the at the edge of the pit,
Yeah.
where
I could even hear the ride
large,
cymbal.
sweaty men were hurled.
The closer you
in our
get to
direction.
the closer you go to the stage, it was considerably crappier, but it was fun.
It's okay. You had fun. And also, this is your second time seeing Halloween, so like whatevs.
yeah.
And you're also gonna see them again, so like whatevs again.
Yeah.
Like 2 more times.
Seasoned veteran.
That's the
more.
life.
You're a seasoned veteran of Pumpkins, still united.
They're gonna start recognizing you. The
Yeah.
giant
I don't
fucking.
They're like,
So,
why is
like,
this guy in like
the giant
two
like
countries?
Hispanic guy going
Following us
crazy.
everywhere.
Hey, they recognize people from the Vegas show.
But that was like the
A German and a
immediate.
Japanese couple.
Yeah, it was like
Wow.
a bit more.
They do stand out.
Yeah, that's standard.
So
way
that
more than
means
me.
that couple flew from Vegas to
Yeah,
Chicago.
there's always people that
So-
just follow world tours.
So we're actually not insane for like
No.
flying from
There were a
Atlanta
lot of
to
people from
Chicago.
Progpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw like 10 at
Okay.
least.
Yes.
It was crazy.
Oh, good.
Shout out to Alonzo, who we saw, and other people that I recognized but didn't know the names
Guy
of.
in the Rush hat that I talked to 3 times.
With glasses. He had
Yes.
glasses.
Shout
I
out to
think
the
he's
guy
bald.
whose girlfriend had an Ailstorm jacket. We saw them on the plane.
Yeah, we
and I
flew
high-fived
together.
him.
Yeah.
Shout out to the gold badge guy wearing the red Progpower shirt today.
And Nathan, organizer of days 1 and 2. at
Shout out to
Progpower,
him.
Was there.
Oh, he was there?
He was.
Oh, I didn't know.
He walked by us in line and Ben
He's
was
the-
like, hey, that's Nathan.
Yeah. Organizer, so you want to show his
So
guys.
shout out to Nathan. Nathan, you put together a good show, and then a second good show.
And then he went to a really good show.
I burped.
Yeah. So,
This is raw power. It's
this
okay.
is the rawest of the powers.
I know.
Yeah.
I think at least 2 people have listened to these. So
There are like
That's
100
almost a
downloads an episode.
yeah, but does that mean they listened?
I don't give a fuck. I said that the other day.
Yeah. So, about the show, they had issues with the screen at the start, but
The stage
there
was too
is
small,
just,
so
yeah,
the videos were like blocked by the drum kit.
yeah,
The drum kit was as tall as the screen on this.
yeah.
I didn't realize that Halloween would involve so much anime.
I like.
There's just like anime pumpkins doing like derpy things that I couldn't see because I'm fucking short.
I liked the backgrounds that were like individual animations during the songs.
Yeah, those were great.
Like the Pumpkins United video, but like different for every song.
I thought it was cool that they sometimes like had a video feed of the stage going
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, that was great with the
Yeah.
With like the filters on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was great.
It was like on a 1/4 second delay, and it looked kind of cool.
Yeah,
It added like an extra dimension.
It was a 3D, 4D.
And
Because
some
real
lyrics
life is
occasionally
3D.
too.
lyrics
Yeah.
that were blocked by the drum kit.
Oh yeah, lyrics that is fine because everyone
So-
was singing along because you could just like kind of pick
Halloween,
it up anyway.
Please go to a bigger venue next time. It's sold out, so you can probably get more.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Because
theater.
of course, because they're listening, so you can talk to them.
yeah.
Kai,
Thanks. Shout out
That's
to
how it works,
Kai
right?
Hansen, Michael, Michelle Kiske,
Michel,
Michael.
Michael
Michael
Kiske,
Kiske.
and Andy Darris.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other guys.
They're all
So,
fantastic.
big thing that happened, like midway through the show. I'm not sure, but the stage was a bit
Short?
weird. It was short, and there were 2 boxes that were holding the wedges, the monitors, that were clearly marked, but the end of the stage was not marked with glow-in-the-dark tape, with fluorescent tape. So at a point when they were just finishing a song and doing the rock and roll finish, Kiske was just walking by and fell off the stage on his back, and it was terrifying. And everyone was concerned, but luckily nothing happened to him, and he could just go on
Because he's that metal.
without any
He
issue.
survived.
But it was really concerning.
Yeah, from the back and being short, all I saw was like a roadie really concernedly.
Oh, like
Run out on
roadies
stage.
jumped to his rescue.
I really didn't want to witness the death of Kiske.
Yeah,
same.
no, we did not want
That
Kiske
would've
to
been
die
really
here
sad.
in Chicago.
It was a
that would have
huge.
been
It was
Chicago
a big
terrible.
of all places.
It was a minor fault, but luckily he was alright and he continued the show like nothing happened.
Like a champ.
Yeah,
It made cheering for like that bit of the encore kind of weird because it's like, is he fine?
Yeah.
Like, is this okay?
is he coming back? But he came back.
Because yeah, that was like as they started going into their encore set. So I was really like confused about whether or not the encore was gonna happen at all.
Was the eagle gonna fly free?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Fly it did.
It flew very free.
Yeah, the eagle flied very free. I got pulled to the edge of the pit again because I don't know.
What was it like moshing?
It was fine.
Dark and I like forced our way to the front, like 2 or 3 rows of people, and it was so densely packed.
No,
Like
it was
I was
Good.
getting kneed in the kidneys.
It was like it was like a real
during
show.
all of
it was
Keeper
like
of the Seven Keys.
almost like a real show.
Almost like a real show.
How stinky was it?
Well, the first time we moved up after like that pit broke out, we moved directly under an air vent, and it was glorious.
You guys
yeah,
are under
yeah.
the AC the entire time.
and AC appeared
So-
suddenly in the first row.
So it's
It was
perfect. You get all the
great.
energy in the first row,
So
and you have AC.
I was cool. I didn't smell. It was incredible.
Wow.
Prime placement.
Also, they didn't turn on the AC until like 3 or 4 songs in.
Yeah, it was hot as shit.
It was a
yeah.
very
Yeah,
bad
I
decision.
thought we were gonna die,
I say
but it was
that
fine.
Progpower just spoiled us with the constant AC because
Yeah, yeah.
we shouldn't be thinking that every venue will have AC.
Every
going on.
venue in America should have AC.
No.
Unless it's like
That's
a dinky
insane.
bar.
This is a dinky bar and they can't afford AC.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And there's like 30 people, so
AC is
probably
very
fine.
standard.
We were at the front during some sets. We were at the front with Zelda Fan and with Pizor, who's here as well.
Yeah, I'm here.
They had a great time as well.
He also had a good shower, so he's very
Marching.
clean, unlike the rest of us.
He's rocking that new Pumpkins United shirt. Keepers
It's
on both
amazing,
sides.
The-
Yeah.
oh,
Two people have the keepers.
You guys look
Double
good.
keepers. So
So it's
Double
Keepers
two
Part
Keepers.
1
Yeah.
art on the front, and then you flip Keepers Part 2 art on the back.
Except
World
this is a
tour.
podcast, so you can't see shit.
yeah.
The merch was really good.
We'll
though.
send
Yeah.
some pictures of merch.
Yeah, we'll put pictures of the stuff that we
man.
got eventually.
All of the
Eventually.
merch.
Sweatshirt.
Not
Yeah.
just Halloween merch, but all of the merch.
We
We'll
need
do
to have,
a
like,
merch haul
Merch.
album
collage.
or
Oh
something.
yeah,
Including my bootleg.
our
Yeah, and
oh
the
my
bootleg.
god,
The
the
famous
incredible
bootleg.
bootleg.
Nobody bought the nuclear blast condom, so we can't include
There's
that.
nuclear blast condoms. Were they the shape of like little missiles? They
It
weren't.
said something like
It
it
should've
could blast
been.
off responsibly.
Oh,
It's to contain your nuclear
it should have been. It should have been in the shape of little missiles. It'd be so
they
funny.
were wraps.
So
yes.
we all have to fly real early tomorrow,
Yeah.
except for Larry. But
Except for Biscuit, we're all leaving
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Bye.
so we're gonna take showers now and
So then-
and do stuff.
We'll do a real quick. What was everyone's favorite song? You have to pick one, starting with Fernando.
This is hard for me.
Should we skip you?
Well, can I
go, Mom?
We'll come back to you.
No, actually, that's
We'll come back to you.
I'd say that. No, can I say that the whole thing is like a one whole song?
No.
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 Because it's not one whole song.
It's not. It was
lots
several.
It's
It was-
3 hours worth of individual
It was
songs.
several.
Well, I like the whole thing.
We'll skip you and come back.
While,
Ben.
while you're thinking, I thought it was cool they opened with I'm Alive. Or not I'm Alive. Halloween.
Halloween.
Ah!
13-minute song to open it? No problem. We got it. You can't do that with most bands.
Keeper of the Seven Keys. For
Theocracy
Part.
can.
That was fantastic.
Keeper of the 7 Keys from Ben. It was fantastic.
That's what he said.
Pitor.
Pizzor.
He's give him a minute.
Heavy metal was fun.
Yeah, it's good chanting.
That was real fun. That was a good chorus.
Yeah, that's also when I got separated from you guys. The mosh pit pushed me away rather than him.
Because, like, I was, like, sort of behind the two of you, and then there was a guy who wedged in the middle. I kind of had to dedicate, okay, who am I going to stick with?
The dude also, like, elbowed me pretty hard and stuff.
It was a rough
Not
show.
a...
No, there was
not-
one dude.
but like
One
a
dude
fuck
wasn't
you.
cool.
Oh, fuck you, push.
One dude wasn't cool. You weren't cool. That's
Yes.
bad.
You.
Bad dude.
Not as many polite metal fans.
Reverse
But
shout
that's-
out.
It was
This
less
was-
politely.
No, maybe it was just more 80s than we're used to.
That's
No,
Who knows?
No. He
No,
was
I've
a
been
bad
some
dude.
violent mosh pits.
Oh,
Usually
okay.
you don't throw elbows. It's just like really hard shoulder checking.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There was a
The
dude
moment
throwing
you're-
bows.
The moment you're like moving your arms independently, you're
That's
just
wrong.
saying,
That guy hit me in the nuts, actually.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the whole point of mosh is just you're running into each
Like
other. You're not
the big
trying to
fat guy was
smash
throwing
them.
elbows.
You don't go for damage.
Yeah,
Well,
and he was
Dude,
also
but
our
it's,
buddy.
it's at least shared.
That's
One-
gross.
It's
Yeah.
a push.
Yeah, he's a
one.
big
when
fat
you
dude.
tackle people, it's at least shared.
So there were a lot of mosh fights, and there's also a new guy here that wasn't on any of the podcasts
Oh,
ever.
you're right.
He's a
He
special-
avoided us.
He's
Yeah.
been
He's
in the
been-
We
background
got
of
super
every
special
episode.
guest,
Our
Jaweezy
Jaweezy. All right.
He like made food in the background of like
What
every
was
episode.
what was your favorite song?
Oh, keepers, hands down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That is the
Sick.
correct answer.
Those solos are so wow.
Like, I think the most important thing was the fact that it was actually a 3-hour show, but it didn't feel like it.
No,
because-
Not at all.
Not at
No.
all.
Yeah, like that was a what is it like 10 minutes?
Keepers.
Keepers is like
Yeah,
14.
yeah.
Keepers is
Yeah.
more-
It's long as
It didn't
fuck.
even feel like it was long. It just it felt good.
Yeah.
It felt
Felt
right.
good.
It felt right.
Felt good.
It felt good is the review. That's all you need.
It felt
Spoiler,
great.
spoiler.
Felt
Jaweezy is like a hella normie.
He's
It
not
felt
a,
good.
He's not a metal person at all.
Not a
He's
metal
like,
person.
You're not.
Yeah.
You,
He's
you
like-
have a Halloween T-shirt, and
he's
you're
a-
talking about the.
So
14
You're a metal person now.
He's talking about it feeling right.
you're metal by
You're not a metal.
osmosis.
You're not a metal.
All right.
Yeah.
Four gates.
Starlight.
4 gates.
I just did it.
Starlight.
Yeah.
But they didn't
Why?
play all
Did it.
Starlight though.
Because I like it.
They
All right.
It's fine.
They only played a medley though.
It's
It
fine.
was like a Jericho medley.
The Kai medley.
One song from
it-
the EP, one song from the album, and then
I like that. I like that whole medley.
That's
The
fine.
Jericho
You can say a medley.
Yeah.
That's
that
one
that
song.
whole the whole Starlight sequence. Yeah. I'll stop right there. The Kai
trilogy.
sequence. He was the
Kai
Kai,
trilogy.
the Kai trilogy. I liked his hat too.
When Kai came out, I didn't know that it was Kai because I took off my glasses. But everyone
Oh.
started cheering. So
You're
I'm
probably
like,
like,
You
it's
just assume it's Kai.
like who could this be that isn't already on stage? It's got to be Kai.
he already was on stage.
Was
Yeah.
he?
He
I
was
wasn't
the
paying
first
He went
attention.
out to get the hat.
Oh, that might have been
the fact
it.
that he came back on and no one else was at that point. It's like okay.
That might have been
This
it.
moment.
It's Kai time.
Yeah.
Kai time.
Kai
It's-
time.
Shows are very
Kai time.
difficult when you have to take off your glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I took off my
I'm not
glasses.
as blind as you though, so I can take them off. and
Yeah,
still
I can see, but I lose some detail.
I can't see.
I have contacts.
But I gotta take off my glasses,
I
otherwise you're gonna
have
end up
technology
on the floor.
Oh,
in
yeah.
my eyeballs.
Are we the only ones that can see?
Proper eyesight.
All right, Zelda fan 355. What was your 356 favorite song?
My 356 favorite songs were. Is it cheating to say I Want Out?
No.
No.
That was
no,
fun.
that was sick.
That was sick. Yeah.
Like that or Eagle Fly Free was really dope too.
I Want Out. It was
Go
they played that as their
fly
last encore.
It
was
kind of
a-
two encores.
It was
right?
two
Great
encores.
closer.
There was two encores.
It was
Well, it
like
was
their
like-
last encore.
Yeah.
last
Finale.
encore.
Yeah.
After Future World.
yeah.
Also after the encore set.
Yeah.
And then like the whole Kai time was sick.
Kai time, high time was sick. Oh my
Kai
god.
time was really good.
I think my favorite moment was our synchronized swaying during.
Oh, I
a
saw
time
that.
wasn't
You
right.
guys were super cute.
It
Yeah,
was,
that was-
me, Darko, and Pete
It
were
was
had a
so
moment,
my hands
adorable.
around each other,
we had a moment.
and we had a moment,
You guys
and
were adorable.
it was touched my
Yeah.
heart,
Just like a hailstorm.
just like an hailstorm. Oh, and my biggest disappointment is when Kiski didn't touch my fingertips. When
Almost there.
I was so close.
Oh,
I
you
was
were
really-
like the album cover.
Yeah.
It's like
Wait, turn around.
You were Keepers Part 2.
Yeah, it was
You're
like
a
that.
few
It
inches
was
away.
like that.
Look at the keeper's art part 2 and
Yeah.
like move the hands away a few inches, and that's what it was.
If there was,
And
if there
Kyle's
was a key.
Kyle's like the devil hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Obviously.
Kiski's the good hand, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiski's beautiful hand.
I tried. The guy behind me, I think, was shoving me to try to get me in there.
Well, he was trying to help
While kneeing a kidney. Fuck. He apologized. He was nice.
you.
Um,
How does this even happen?
I don't know. I couldn't see. Could you see what he was saying?
The one that was behind you.
Yeah.
High
He
kicks.
was trying to get in front of me, like if he, like as he could.
Oh, well, and,
Like,
you fought him
he-
off for me?
No, I was just standing there. There's no way you can pass me in the show.
Oh, the wall.
Darko the
You
steel
Shall
wall.
not pass.
You shall not
No.
pass. He is the
Try.
wizard after all.
Yeah, you're the wizard of audio and editing, and this time not editing.
Not editing anything.
Because
No.
this phone will not fall off
This
this
is his
paper
favorite
towel
episode because he has to do
and
so
into
little
the
work.
stove.
All right, so I
Oh
talked.
no,
I
we
had
didn't
like
turn
I
off
had-
the stove.
I had like 5 different favorite songs there. So
Yeah.
You have to pick one.
And I would say,
You already
I
did.
want out.
I want
I want
out.
out.
I want out.
And Kai Time, High Time.
returning to me, I would say because I really liked the song. It was fun to sing along to it. Pumpkins United.
Oh, I love
Pumpkins
Pumpkins
United.
United.
I was
yeah.
expecting that to come later in the show.
Solid choice.
Well,
It was like right in the middle.
Yeah.
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 Was it the same set list? As...
No.
No, it was not.
March of Time wasn't there.
Speaking of,
March of Time was
yeah,
you.
Pumpkins United wasn't
That's your
there.
yeah, no.
favorite.
So
Pumpkins United
Coming-
wasn't in there because
Yeah.
it wasn't out when he saw them.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I thought it came out when they
No,
announced
it
the
was
tour.
out. It was out. The song was out, but they weren't.
it was
playing
when
it.
they announced the tour.
They probably
yeah.
hadn't learned it yet.
They announced the
Because
tour.
it-
of Pumpkins
no,
United.
it really-
They weren't ready.
They have-
It happens.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It happens
No,
that you record the song and then you have to actually learn it to play live. And
Yeah, like how Helium Prime doesn't know Human Condition, even though it's the best song on the new album.
Oh, is that what they
Yeah,
said?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told
Oh,
Chad.
okay.
I asked Chad if it's on the set list. He said no. He doesn't know
Helium
it.
Prime, if you're listening to this, can you guys learn that song?
Learn it before Friday,
Learn it
please.
before
and thank you.
Tuesday or Wednesday. What they say?
I think
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm attempting to see them on Thursday. It might not.
Okay,
happen.
learn it on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. Thanks.
you gotta do it, man.
All right.
Okay.
So my favorite song. A little spoiled a little bit, but I came into this and I'm like, Pizza, what's on the set list?
I don't know.
And Pizza was like, I don't know. I'm like, are they playing March of Time? And he's like, oh no, they haven't played that yet.
I said probably not because
Yeah,
they hadn't played it.
because they hadn't played it yet.
Obviously, that's a decent. Right.
We need a
safe guess.
We need
Yeah.
a, was this the very first March of Time on the whole tour? We need
Probably
to
not.
yesterday.
Probably yesterday.
Yeah, in
Or-
Las Vegas.
In LA.
But I didn't check.
Whenever they started.
But yeah,
maybe.
I
Either way,
didn't-
we got March of Time.
I didn't
That's
expect
pretty
March
cool.
of Time, and it came on, and it took me a second because I couldn't hear like the first couple of riffs.
You can't hear like the piano really.
Yeah.
'cause everyone's cheering and shit.
But then it came on, and I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking March of Time, and that's when the glasses came off. Glasses came off for March of Time, and I spent all of my energy for the whole show on that one song, pretty much.
I turn around and
until
see-
I like rallied at the end.
I turn around, I see this guy going nuts. It was great.
This dude.
March
This
of
dude right
Time
here.
is hands down my favorite Halloween song, and I think it's Michael Kiske best recorded performance that he's ever done.
I was a little sad that they didn't play Twilight of the Gods, but I will live.
Yeah, like it was the set list was really complete. Like
It's good.
you
They
can't
touched
complain because
they touched all the eras.
an excellent an amount of songs and
All
the
of
little anime guys.
I was surprised they did Waiting for the Thunder.
That
was from one of the newer ones. So that seemed like a odd choice, but I liked it a lot.
I think it worked.
I like the song. It's really good. That one's great.
Not a dull moment. The show had a nice flow to it, except when like everything
died.
froze when Kiske
Like fell on the
fell
ground.
and he was like, is
Like-
this taking longer? Is he alive?
Is this a bit? No,
Yeah.
it's not. Oh, fuck.
And then he said, I'm alive. Yeah.
I was waiting for them to just come back and play that again.
Just
I love that
to
song.
reassure everybody that he's
Yeah,
alive.
That's my favorite on Keepers One.
Special mention, Kiske's and Darius jackets are fucking awesome. I said this before, probably.
Yeah,
They are the best
Darius's
jackets in the
is
world.
black with red accents and like the Pumpkins United shit on it, and then Kiske's is red with black accents and the Pumpkins United shit on it, and I think it has when they joined the band as a patch.
That's really cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, was
It
the
was
back,
either that or when the band formed, because I
Was
actually
the-
didn't see Darius's patch.
was the back? So one say has pumpkins and one says United. I thought I saw that.
But the
but I
Kiske's
can't
one
really
says
see.
United.
Yeah.
It's a pumpkin with the ring that says United, and it's
Yeah.
Well, and then he had a patch that said 84 on it.
No, but I'm talking the
Um,
big on the back.
On the back.
Yeah, it was on the back.
One said
yeah.
pumpkins and one said United. That's so
So
cute.
if someone noticed if Darius had a back patch, it was when he joined the band. Let us know. It would have been like on the bottom left.
But
Looking
Kiske
at him.
didn't join in '84.
Oh, well then never mind.
That's when the self-titled EP came out.
That makes sense.
You joined what, like
I don't know dates.
87?
About there.
Yeah, thereabouts.
I think they were
Yeah,
around
they started
just
with Kai.
shortly before that with
Mm.
September.
Somebody
I don't know
comment,
dates.
correct us.
There's
Please
Gentry.
do.
Someone yell at me for being fucking retarded and not knowing numbers.
Damn
No,
it.
numbers are hard.
Oh, memorize these.
Yeah, I don't learn lyrics. I don't learn dates. So.
Pop quiz. I can't snap.
This is how about you don't know lyrics?
Yeah, it's tough. It's real tough being at shows not knowing lyrics.
Yeah.
Just scream
So you know
randomly,
I want
it's
out.
fine.
Yeah, I know I want to.
Okay, good.
I sang that at karaoke.
Oh,
the
we
other night.
practiced on karaoke.
Oh,
That's
practiced
so
on
good.
karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We were
had
prepared.
Did
Yeah, we
not
were
do
prepared.
March of Time at karaoke.
Because we didn't expect it. It was a surprise.
We did Eagle Flag
Also,
Free.
no way I could sing
You
that.
might have died.
You might have died if you tried to sing.
No
that.
way I could sing March of Time at karaoke.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do we have anything else to say about Halloween other than that's fucking incredible?
If you can catch one of these shows, do it.
Yeah, the
I said this
pumpkins-
last year. I'll say it again.
This will be the best show you
Still
see this
United.
year.
Catch it.
So,
Go. They have an insane amount of dates all around the world, and they are keeping it in. The pumpkins are still united.
And
Go
hopefully,
and catch this
hopefully
show.
Kiske won't fall off any more stages. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
please
so.
take
Yeah.
care, Kiske. Don't.
Make him wear a helmet or
Don't die.
something. I don't know.
No, then you couldn't see the beautiful shine
Oh,
from his head.
his head wasn't actually that shiny.
It wasn't.
No, it's not.
polish
He didn't polish his head. Do bald people polish their heads?
Find out more next time. Find out more next time.
On
Raw Power's over. Suck it.
Raw Power's over.
I don't
Our
know why I
next
said
episode
that.
will be. Don't suck.
Yeah, don't suck it.
It'll-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better be sorry.
Raw Power is over though.
Yeah, our next
Yes.
episode may or may not be edited. Probably will.
It
Yeah.
will take.
It'll be normal.
The next episode may take a while, everyone.
Because everyone's.
We gotta recover.
not
We need
home.
to travel, and I still have another weekend.
Will we have a mini power?
We might have a mini power,
Mini power.
Oh, yeah,
next week
which is you
because
two.
Peter and I are actually catching another Halloween show.
Because they
in New
can't get
York.
enough of it. It's so good.
So if you're there, go to see the show. They sold out, but there's a new date that will probably sell out. So go and get your
this is the
tickets.
second New York date that they set
Yeah.
up.
It's the next day, right?
The next day.
Yeah,
That'll
next day.
probably sell out. People will buy more tickets.
It might be sold out. I have no idea.
Yeah, we didn't check.
Like,
today.
I feel like people are gonna see the first show, and if there are tickets left, they're gonna buy tickets again.
By the time you hear this, it'll be sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no use.
And you
in
might get a
telling
mini
people to buy it.
power episode, and then a while until we
And then it'll be
recover,
forever.
and then we'll come back.
Expect
With-
something by like Thanksgiving at the latest.
I think that's easily possible.
I wouldn't make any promises.
We can do
but
it by Thanksgiving.
something about seasons.
Yeah,
so-
Darko has an announcement for
The
everyone.
It's been 1 year.
Sunlight
It's been 1 year since we started this.
1 year and more than 12
Podcast.
episodes. We're ahead of
We-
schedule.
Yeah, we've done
Shit.
a lot of stuff. We had Hansi.
We had
had
Hansi.
like 4 interviews with bands.
Yeah.
And after 1
Big
year,
thanks to Judicator,
Yeah.
Blind Guardian, Don't Drop the Sword, and Helium Prime for being part of season 1 of the podcast. It's incredible that we got literally anyone to fucking talk to us.
It's incredible that people listen to this thing. I still don't really believe it
I don't believe it either until
Yeah.
like I met Patrick, I think.
until that
Yeah.
guy in real life.
Yeah,
told me.
Patrick,
The
first
Patrick.
in real life.
So we have
Yeah.
at least one listener. Hi, Patrick.
Yeah, hi Patrick. You were the first.
The only
people-
Shout out to Patrick. Raw power.
Both Patricks, because there were 2 Patricks.
Patrick
There are
and
at
other
least
Patrick.
27
Patrick
Patricks.
Grump.
I'm sorry.
Patrick something.
You're Patrick.
Patrick and other
birthday was
Patrick.
2 days
Yeah.
ago.
Patrick number 1.
Happy.
Happy birthday,
birthday.
and
Stay raw
thank you.
powerful.
And
Next season of Powerful.
yeah, this will be the end of season 1 of Powerful, because now we have seasons. Because
Do
it's
we-
been
because we
a
can.
year, and we were able to make this this trip, and it's the first time that we all get together in real life.
IRL.
It was really great. We planned this actually
Over a year ago.
Yeah,
Oh
over
my
a year ago.
God.
Probably
Was it
Before the
episode 20?
podcast.
before the podcast.
It was before the
Yeah.
podcast even existed.
So we taught ourselves how to podcast.
Yeah, while doing
We
like we got the tickets for this, and we had
Yeah.
just released 2 episodes, but we were planning before that for getting flight tickets and everything, and getting the Airbnbs, and it was like
this Airbnb.
The Fun House.
yeah, the farmhouse.
The Chicago
And the
Fun House.
mansion, the powerful mansion in Atlanta, and the powerful farmhouse in Chicago, and this was great, and we're coming back.
Not to
Wow.
Chicago.
With season 2 of Powerful.
The next time we're just doing Prog Power, probably.
Yeah,
from
like
Vancouver.
we'll see.
Or we'll just
We'll see where
relocate.
this takes us.
We're gonna have a Pizza Mini Power
We'll,
about
we'll, we'll
hyperspace.
relocate to Canada
and,
or something.
And tonight is the last night that we'll have together
And everyone has
for this
early
trip.
fucking
Yeah, we'll
flights.
have early flights.
Does
So-
anyone have any new any final shout outs? Final shout outs.
Everyone that was at Progpower 2018, you were all great.
From last year. Ashley Edison and Alessio Garavello from Power Quest.
Oh yeah,
For filming a video to help convince these guys to come this year.
yeah, because Ben was our inside man at the moment. He was telling us what the lineup was going to be and trying to sell us on the idea. Okay, yes, we're going to do this, and we get to do this. And Alessio, you are also now an emoji on a Discord. Thank you.
Yes.
And
Congrats on your emoji promotion.
yeah, and you're right up there with the great ones. Thank you, everyone that's listening, and everyone here that we could do this really fun trip, and I hope we can all meet again.
It was your
soon.
financial support that made this trip possible.
Yeah.
Quote, heavy air quotes.
Viewers like you.
We were like, oh, we're still operating on a negative, by the way.
$1 a day. You can send this group of
Yeah.
assholes back to Prague.
Yeah, we're still operating on a negative on the podcast, so hopefully one day we won't be. So we
The
can keep
friend I
doing
met
this.
in Chicago today, shout out to Ray, I don't think he's going to listen to this. He asked me how to do a podcast because he saw that we were doing this. So I was giving him our process.
Our process is very, very not
Very
money
messy.
efficient.
On a stack of paper towels.
Yeah,
No,
I did tell him
I'll
to be
photograph
short.
this, but
Yeah, you'll see this in
anyway.
minutes,
Final shout out to the MVP band
Yeah.
of the weekend. Doublegeddon.
Oh my god.
Doublegeddon.
Double get on, you make our
Shout
life
out to you.
happier.
We have made so
We've
many
got
horrible
2
jokes.
mics, double mics, double getting.
2 gettins.
2 get-ins.
Stay powerful.
Yeah.
Stay
Good
powerful,
night.
everyone. And
We forgot to plug our social
Oh wait,
media.
wait. Do we want to do?
Plug our social media.
Wait. Do we want
are
to
you
do like
doing?
a preview reel of season 2?
No, we don't have
We don't have a
anything.
preview.
we don't know what
We
we're going.
don't have
We don't know
anything.
shit.
2 seasons?
Can we?
Double seasons?
2 get-ins.
Fuck off.
Okay, Biscuit, shut up. People are brushing their teeth. We gotta go to bed. Let's plug our social media. You
Yeah.
can, Powerful Podcast on literally everything. Powerful-podcast.com.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. We'll still be posting weird
Powerful
shit.
PM on Twitter.
Yeah,
Who
you.
cares about Twitter?
I do, because I'm the one
yeah.
who checks it.
You're the Twitter guy.
I'm the YouTube and Twitter guy.
Send us messages to Facebook
Yeah.
or however you want to.
Message us on Facebook.
We promise to read everything.
We do read everything, and
Yeah.
we reply sometimes.
Most of the time.
Come to the Discord
Most of the
server,
time.
talk some shit. Shout out to Oak for being the one person who I think we know listened to all of this bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
We appreciate
someone did.
the fact
Our,
that you
our
are having
drunk
fun with it.
/
Yeah.
tired ramblings.
Drunk on metal and alcohol, both in very
Same
potent
thing.
amounts.
Same
We'll be
thing.
back.
Okay, we'll be back.
In season
Bye.
2.
People gotta go to bed now.
Stay
Powerful.
Stay raw powerful, guys.
Stay
Yay.
powerful.